Talk sports with Greg Carton and Chris McMonagle on The Carton Show. Afternoons from 2 to 7 on WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, and Odyssey Sports Station. Evan Roberts. Tiki Barber. It's Evan and Tiki on WFAN, The Fan, 101.9 FM, and always live on the free Odyssey app.
What's up? Baseball week! It's arrived! Finally, like an old friend you haven't seen in a long time. The Yankees on Wednesday, the Mets on Thursday. We will get to it all a little bit later on. We got some Knicks basketball to discuss, including why their win against my Nets may have been one of the most important wins of the season. I'm not even joking. But last night in San Diego, California, St. John's had a chance to write a script of being choke artists. They had a chance to write a script of, Pitino's made us relevant. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. But, man, when you've got a 13-point lead with the ball in Zuby's hands with 6.5 minutes to go, and he's got a good look from 3, and then all of a sudden things start crashing down, and you lose in overtime to Kansas, and you get knocked out the same place you got knocked out last year, and you implode the way it appeared they were imploding, this would have been like, oh, my God, radio today. This would have been St. John's rehab. But here's the beauty of sports, Tiki Barber. St. John's, and I thought there were two significant plays we'll get into. Obviously, the game winner being one, which is obvious. But St. John's responded. And so instead of us talking about how miserable of a loss it was, how catastrophic this season turned out to be, we are talking about one of the great moments the program has had in 25 years, sports.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely why you watch sports, because of moments like this. And especially if you're local, and Dylan Darling, who was horrendous shooting from three-point range, really not even yesterday, but the whole tournament he's been bad, and he gets a one-on-one matchup. I don't know why Kansas is playing man, but they took advantage of it. He kind of half-stepped. I thought he walked at the beginning of it, and then gets downhill.
Imagine
and
if they
scores
called
the
that.
Exactly. I mean, you can't call it.
Well, they called a backcourt violation that was crap.
That's true, but either way, it's euphoric. I love Rick Pitino's reaction, and whether that's just because he's paying respect to Bill Self or he's just so buttoned up. It was badass.
Yeah, it reminded me of Lindor's grand slam against the Phillies. Like, sometimes when you do something amazing, and I know Rick Pitino didn't do anything physically, but he is the head coach of St. John's, and he turned the program around, and he had enough confidence to draw up a play for Dylan Darling because he asked nicely, which is nuts. But for Pitino, and I agree with you, that was one of my lasting images of that win last night, for him to just so calmly be like, oh, yeah, next one. Yeah. Let's walk off. Let me just wave a little bit. Let me shake Bill Self's hand and get out of here. It did remind me of how calm Lindor was when he hit that home runs against Estevez and the Phillies. It was badass. You're right. Like, it's a complete badass moment by Rick Pitino.
Yeah, and so who was I? I went to the Devils game last week.
Look at you.
I'm at the Devils game. I told you this. I think I told you guys this. I'm sitting behind the Devils bench.
Right.
I'm looking at the manager. He's just sitting there in a suit. And I'm like, man, I wish that more people wore suits.
Now, college hoops has that.
And I kind of forgot that Rick Pitino still wears a suit.
Yeah.
And so watching him in that last moment, I was like, yes, I like this guy even more now because I'm now re-engaged to think about head coaches wearing suits. But it's just the calm. I think that's the message or the takeaway from the St. John's win against Kansas is that you necessarily sometimes take on the personality of your head coach.
Yeah.
And when your head coach projects calm and confidence, regardless of the situation, you as players are going to be calm and confident. And I think that's what St. John's did down the stretch against a Kansas team that was storming back from down 14.
No, it's a great point. Because if you think about the last 2 minutes, and I wrote a few plays down because this is what I love about basketball is 100 million plays.
Yeah.
And sometimes you forget about some of the hugest moments that go a little bit forgotten because of the exclamation point at the end, like a game-winning buzzer beater by God, 0 points in Dylan Darling. But I think you're right because St. John's in a lot of ways were collapsing. I mean, they were getting destroyed on the offensive glass. They weren't helped out by that backcourt violation. I thought was a BS call. But right after that, Darren Peterson, who I'm no longer as in love with. Sorry to work the Nets into this, but I'm not as in love with him today as maybe I was 48 hours ago. But after Darren Peterson missed that three, it was Kansas beating them on the glass for the putback, and they needed that at that point in the game with a 5-point game and 2.5 minutes to go. But here's where I thought St. John showed their biggest stones. Zuby was awesome in this game, and he's been awesome all year. He got blocked near the basket. There was a loose ball. It ended up in Kansas's hands. Darren Peterson put up a shot, missed that. There was a tip-in that made it a 1-point game with 1:56 to go. And much like the possession earlier, it was all over the place.
Yeah.
Loose ball, St. John's could have grabbed it, Kansas storming the glass. It's a 1-point game with 1:56 to go. Rick Pitino calls a timeout. And now I'm gathering my thoughts as an ICBO, as an ISJO.
Right.
And I said, they're going to lose this game. And I'm curious, St. John's fans, and even basketball fans who watched that game last night, did you not share that belief? With the lead cut to 1 and 1:56 to go, and your best player just had a shot blocked at the basket.
Right.
Was there not a part of you, and I think that was the same possession where it looked like Kansas was out of bounds during the whole chaos?
Yeah, when they hooked it underneath and he just got the easy layup.
And there's nothing you could do about it because
not.
it's a live game action play, but it looked like they were out of bounds. We never really saw a great replay of it, or at least a clear replay. But did you not think during that timeout, they're going to lose this game?
Yeah, it felt like they were blowing it.
It felt like they were blowing it, and that is why, while Dylan Darling deserves so much credit today, we can't forget about Bryce Hopkins. Because the 3 that he hit with 1:25 to go that took a 1-point lead and made it a 4-point lead was the absolute game changer.
Right.
Even in a weird way, more than even the Darling game winner. Hear me out on that. Because if Darling doesn't make the game winner, it goes to overtime.
Yes.
I don't know what happens in overtime.
Yes.
I mean, St. John.
They're the better team for most of the game.
Right.
They'd likely win it in overtime.
I kind of agree with you.
Yes.
Like a part of me says, you know what? Kansas stormed back. Good for them. St. John's has been the better team most of the game. They'll win in overtime. So when Dylan Darling hit that game-winning layup, and I'm not minimizing it at all. If anything, I'm just putting over Bryce Hopkins. Okay, it was big. He wins the game. Great. But if Hopkins doesn't make that 3 and Kansas gets the ball back with 1:20 to go down by 1, Kansas could take the lead.
Of course.
And if they take the lead, it feels like, all right, this game is over.
Now you're trying to score down.
No doubt. So in a lot of ways, Dylan Darling deserves all the credit. We'll get calls about him today. John Rothstein even tweeted he's never going to drink another beer for free in New York City. I'm skeptical of that comment. We'll get to it later.
I doubt it. They'll forget his name next week.
Maybe. But Bryce Hopkins, if the Hopkins family is listening, dude, that was a dog play. And it was important, and I think in a lot of ways was the most important play of last night's escape by St. John's.
No, you're right. I mean, you can't deny it. You make a huge 3 that gives yourself a cushion. Kansas can, no matter what Kansas does, they're not going to get in front of you. And it felt like you were waiting the last, 5 minutes of this game for Kansas to just take the lead. Yeah. And once they took the lead, then it was like, oh, what are you doing? How are you responding, St. John's? It never happened. And I mean, they tied, but they never got in front of St. John's. And look, Dylan Darling is the name that everybody's going to talk about. But this was a complete team effort all the way around.
And Zuby Ejiofor is tremendous.
100%.
Yeah. I mean, he's fantastic.
I also think the way that game played out, too, and when asking what's next here for St. John's, whether it's Duke and then if they won, they come to UConn, I think the second half last night goes a long way into how they handled Duke. Duke got their test versus Siena in that first game, and they needed that. You know, if they just go on and St. John's cruises in that second half, they win by 12, I almost think this helps them more that they went through that gut check versus a team like that.
It forces an urgency on your part.
It's a complete Monday morning quarterbacking thing because I think as you're sitting there and you're consuming the game, you want to destroy them, and you never want to blow a 14-point lead or a 13-point lead with 6:45 to go. But as we sit here today, what are we now, 14 hours after the game is over, I completely agree with you. I remember even saying that the other day about Duke, that white-knuckle game is really, really important for some of the top seeds. Obviously, St. John's wasn't a huge favorite in this game. They actually went off as a favorite, though.
Yeah, I mean, it was a 4-5 matchup. Yeah. It's not like this was, 2-12 or whatever it may be.
Absolutely. It was a 3.5-point spread, but they were viewed as a favorite in this game. So this wasn't like one of those, you're playing an inferior team and, boy, you got to scare. It was more that you won the game. You outplayed them 90% of the time. You had a big lead in the final 5 minutes, and you let them back in it. I mean, and to escape, I agree with you. I think it actually improves their chances of beating a Duke or a Michigan State or UConn if they get that far, because that was a test yesterday, man. Right. That was an ultimate test of fortitude, of guts, of, what does he call Dylan Darling again?
Church bells.
Church bells, yeah. What a
Church bells.
What an amazing nickname. Yeah. A few months ago, apparently, because he's got, cojones, he started calling them church bells. And not only that, and I got to play this clip because there's a part of me that's skeptical of it, but then you watch the play and you realize, all right, Rick's telling the truth.
Right.
Rick's not lying to us. Rick Pitino told everybody the story of how they got to Dylan Darling getting that final shot. And I'm telling you, when I heard it postgame, because I kind of forgot about how the last play unfolded, I need to rewatch it.
Yeah.
I'm like, that sounds like a fable. That sounds like a story you say to make things better, but it's probably true. Here's Rick Pitino describing how they came up with the ball being in Dylan Darling's hands at the end.
Dylan Darling, he's got balls as big as church bells. I mean, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, that's what he said.
I gave the wrong clip.
No, that's fine, because that gives context. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
That's the first time he called them church bells 2 months ago.
Yes.
He said, as he described there, balls as big as church bells. Yeah. Here's him describing the play from last night.
But here's the amazing thing and the funniest thing I've ever been involved with. So we're going to run a play, but they got fouls to give. And Bells comes up to me and says, run power, which is a high back screen pick and roll. So I walk away. I said, okay, power. I walk away and said, wait a second. He hasn't scored a bucket and he wants to run a play for himself. And I'm thinking as I'm walking, I said, but he's Bells. And not only did he do it, he went with his right hand. So I'm real proud of him because to want the ball when you haven't made a shot is unbelievable.
And for you, Rick Pitino.
Wait, is he a lefty?
Yeah. How about that?
I'm trying to think that first three he took, it was so off. I mean, hit the side of
I think he took 4 shots yesterday.
Yeah, but he took a 3-pointer that
Yeah.
didn't even, it hit the side of the basket.
Yeah.
It didn't even hit the rim. I guess he was a lefty.
Yeah.
Wow. He took it with his right hand.
There's a part of me, like, if it doesn't work, where you're like, hey, Rick, what's wrong with you? Like, why are you
Right.
listening to Bells?
Well, the worst thing that could happen, though, is that you go to overtime.
That is true. And that's what I was saying before, why it was such an amazing shot, but you did at least have the backup
It
plan of
wasn't for
overtime.
the win.
But you're Rick Pitino. You're arguably one of the greatest coaches of all time. And he is certainly enhancing that resume by what he's accomplished here. And he basically told you, yeah, just listen to him. I forgot he had 0 points. Like, that is so weird. And it's almost the story you only tell when it works.
Yes.
Because if it doesn't work, isn't the counter, dude, why are you allowing Bells to run a play for himself?
I mean, look,
he's done nothing in this game.
Well, I mean, he did have a couple of assists, a few assists in this game, and
I
a couple,
know,
couple
but-
of steals.
Right.
Like, he did his part because his game was off. You know, his ability to score was off. He did his part otherwise.
No, I'm not saying he didn't, but it does take a special kind of oomph to let the guy who has 0 points get the ball in his final hands and put up that last shot. Now, you're right. You have the backup of this thing goes to overtime. I'll take my chances.
Yes.
But nevertheless, it's a great story, and it was an absolutely wonderful moment. Again, as an ICBO, I do need to criticize Bill Self just a little bit because obviously this is something you deal with in college basketball. You don't deal with it in the NBA because of the rules with under 2 minutes and fouls to give. But they had 3 fouls to give in the final 14 seconds. And I thought the selections of when they fouled, I thought it was very odd.
Yeah.
Like the first one, all right, you take 3 seconds off the clock. They're still in their own backcourt. Okay. The second one, you take another 5 seconds off the clock. Now we're down to 6.8. But that last one, especially with where they fouled in St. John's own backcourt with 3.9 seconds to go. You had a great opportunity to cut another second and a half off the clock.
Yeah, no, it was almost like he was just trying to get the game to run out, but he didn't do it correctly.
Yeah, I think they needed to wait a little bit longer on the third foul.
100%. But then again, you also get panicked as a player.
Panicked about what? About when to give the foul?
Yeah, when to give the foul.
Right.
As a Kansas player, you're like, what am I gonna? No, I can't let him get close enough to take a shot.
Oh, you're worried he's going to put one up.
And then it becomes a shooting foul, and now you lose anyways. And so,
but think about where he was when the foul was given.
Right.
You are like, I'd say 6 feet behind the timeline. You have time to let them dribble a little bit more, throw the foul at them, and from 3.9.
But
and
I'm looking at the clock. Look, I didn't play basketball, so I don't know how seconds feel when you're in moments like that.
Well, the clock should be in your head. You know there's 6.8 seconds to go.
Yeah, so
As
you're
Saint-
counting. You're going 7, 6, Like imagine doing that.
Yeah.
While trying to defend.
I mean, I used to do that playing one-on-one with my cousin in the backyard, but I guess that's not the same.
Right.
I don't know. I just think when you have 3 fouls to give, which is a weapon and something that's sort of unusual, because, again, not used to it in the NBA, you got a bullet, man. And you got to figure out how you want to execute it so that St. John's doesn't get a great look. You had 3 fouls to give, and they still had a layup at the basket.
Right.
Like, that just can't happen. I know he's an all-time great coach in Bill Self, and if you're a St. John's fan, who gives a crap? I mean, it doesn't matter, but it was an observation I had watching this game. Either way, it was remarkable. It was a great win by St. John's, and now you have a chance as a St. John's fan or just a college basketball fan or just a sports fan to now start thinking about 5 days from now. Because all of a sudden, you conquer Northern Iowa, which was an absolute, smackdown, if you will. You knock off Kansas with a lottery pick player that may go top 3 and an all-time great coach in Bill Self. And now you have, from my generation, the most evil college basketball team in the world standing in your way. Because I know for those that are older, it's North Carolina. It's Dean Smith. That's the school you look at as big evil. Maybe it's UCLA if you're a little bit older than that, considering they were paying players before it was cool. But for my generation, for Sean's generation, even for your generation, Tiki, and you're kind of old, it's Duke.
Yeah.
It's those pretty boy,
Of course.
rich candy asses, as The Rock would say. And so how cool is that?
Yeah, it's the blue blood of blue bloods.
It's the blue
Duke.
blood of blue bloods. You're right.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Trust me. At UVA, we knew. We could never beat them.
That's right. You know better than anybody. And here's what's so cool about this matchup on Friday. It's almost as if they predetermined, let's find a halfway point to have this battle. Let's pick a line in the sand halfway between Durham, North Carolina, and Jamaica, Queens. And I was doing the math on it. If you count the miles, if you count how long it takes to make the drive, in fact, let's play a game. How long does it take to get from St. John's University to the Capital One Arena in downtown Washington, D.C. by car?
I'm going to say, because I used to have to do this drive frequently, but I lived in the city, but it's close enough, and I would drive down to Northern Virginia. I'm going to say 4 hours and 20 minutes.
Look at you. 4 hours and 37 minutes.
Well, I drive faster than
That's true, and sometimes there's traffic. 249 miles. Now, if you're coming from Duke University straight up to the Capital One Arena, how would you guess that one?
Okay, so Duke is, let's see, from Roanoke, Duke is probably 3 hours. I want to say it's 5 hours and 10 minutes.
Oh, you're way off. You clearly haven't been in Virginia in a very long time. It's a little bit shorter.
Really?
It's 3 hours and 55 minutes.
Oh, wow.
262 miles, 249 for St. John's. There's a 13-mile difference. Because traffic, can really change the times it takes.
Yeah.
There's a 13-mile difference between driving from St. John's to, I call it the MCI Center. I think that was 5 names ago, but whatever, man. I used to live down there. So it's 13 miles closer to go from Duke to D.C. than it is St. John's. It's the middle ground.
It is.
It's like they threw a dart in the middle and said, meet up and let's have a battle. Let's have a war. And it's going to be one.
Who's traveling better?
Okay, so the answer is Duke, but can I give you my reasons why?
Go ahead.
All right, few things. I just think they have more fans. Like, I lived in Maryland. I lived in Silver Spring, Maryland, and obviously the Terps were the biggest deal down there, University of Maryland. But Duke was almost like the Cowboys. It was almost like the Lakers, the obnoxious fan base that you find everywhere.
Yep.
So I think when you say travel, like, with all due respect to St. John's, they are the city's team.
Yeah.
Okay? And there are people in New York City that are going to travel, but you really don't have St. John's fans living all over the country, I don't think. I mean, I guess you have alum that may have spread out, but in terms of fans, forget alum, like fans of a school, fans of a program, I don't think St. John's can match Duke. But here's where we can match them. By driving down there.
Yes.
Driving 3-hour Amtrak from St. John's Madison Square Garden. You walk underneath.
That too. Now, the negative is the prices. I've already gone on the Ticketmaster.
And
What do you think the get-in price is? And remember, you're getting 2 games. You're not only getting St. John's against Duke, you're getting UConn against Michigan State. And UConn fans travel really well. So it's really a double deucer because you're not just dealing with St. John's fans who want to go and Duke fans who want to go.
$350.
Oh, you're being very sweet. $575 at last check.
Oh, man.
$575.
Wow.
So it's tough for me and you and Sean and everyone else to rally the troops and say, come on, guys.
Right, go spend $500. And if it's two of you because you need someone to drive with you, talk about $1,000.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Probably more than that because you got to. Maybe you can drive back.
No, I think you could drive back. Well, the problem is you're probably going to want to stay for the second game.
Yeah.
Here's the way I would do this if I'm a diehard fan. I'm not staying for the second game if I lose. Like if I win, I'm scouting. Plus, I'm going to stay anyway because now there's going to be a game on Sunday. So it really depends if you win or lose on what that price is going to be. And the other thing that you can do, not that St. John's fans has any right to be arrogant or any of us should be arrogant, is you could say I'm saving my shekels for Lucas Oil Stadium. You could say, hey, wait a second. As much as I want to see Duke against St. John's and I may want to see St. John's against UConn or St. John's against Michigan State, what if we get to the Final Four? Which is like crazy. It's crazy to even think about.
But you're 2 wins away from it.
I know. Is that not unbelievable?
It is.
And here's the question.
Against a team that you've consistently beat after Duke.
That is a Civil War bloodbath. I think that's what Coach Early called it, if they get that far. But we'll focus more on what happened yesterday and look ahead a little bit. We'll hear from the St. John's fans. 888-808-1019 is the toll-free number. Plus, we'll have a fun little contest. We will hear the Westwood One radio call, we'll hear the TV call, and we'll hear the Mink call and decide who did it best with that final play from the buzzer-beating victory. I got it right. And, of course, we'll talk to you, 888-808-1019, the toll-free number. A lot of baseball and basketball to get to as well as the show rolls on. Our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name-brand tires from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
And this portion of the program was sponsored by Kalshi. Trade on anything. March matchups are here, and now you can trade the tournament in all 50 states on Kalshi. Trade game outcomes, spreads, and more on top seeds and potential Cinderella stories. For a limited time, download the Kalshi app and use code FAN to get $10 when you trade 10. Kalshi. Kalshi. Trade on anything. It is also sponsored by Dr. Jay Shah at Samwell Pain Management. Visit SamwellPain.com.
Dr. Jay Shah, specializing in minimally invasive and non-surgical treatments for neck, back, sciatica, migraines, and so much more, offers pain-relieving solutions. There are thousands of 5-star reviews who all trust Samwell Pain for all of their aches and pains. Visit SamwellPain.com.
The Yankees get ready for opening day with a 2-day series with the Cubs. 3:05 this afternoon.
My goodness, home run Aaron Judge.
469 feet.
Every bit.
Holy moly.
Susan Waldman and Dave Sims call all the play-by-play on the home of Yankees baseball. The Fan, AM 660, and always live on the free Odyssey app.
Hey, this is Tiki Barber. Those of us living in New Jersey got hit with a 20% electric rate increase. If your current heating system is over 15 years old, it's time for a new high-efficiency Carrier system. And there's only one company to call for a new one. My friends at Edison Heating and Cooling, New Jersey's heating experts for over 38 years. Older heating systems waste gas. So get your system checked now and save money with Edison Heating and Cooling. Contact them now at edisonhvac.com. That's edisonhvac.com.
I'm a 100% kind of guy, so I got Verizon Fios. It's 100% fiber internet because I do everything at 100%.
What game should we watch?
100% of them.
She hits a
penalty kick
out of the park
from way downtown for a
beautiful shot onto the green.
You either have 100% fiber internet or you don't. Get Verizon Fios. It's super fast and reliable with ultra low lag. It's 100% or nothing. Call 1-833-VERIZON to switch today.
Go Teams! 1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
7 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
T-Mobile has an exclusive bundle for customers 55 and up.
I'm Sarah Bowl.
Yeah, I'm Frank Bowl.
A reliable network is key for us. And with T-Mobile, it's been wonderful. And going to the 55 plus plan saved us so much money.
a lot.
And that's important. Trying to keep costs down. The home internet's been perfect. It's fast, it's quick. The setup was so easy, it took less than 15 minutes.
It was like, if you want simplicity, coverage, reliability, you want the whole package, T-Mobile has it.
Right now, T-Mobile customers 55 and up can get 2 phone lines on America's best network, plus America's fastest 5G home internet for just $30 each.
$30 per month each line with autopay plus taxes and fees. Minimum age 55. Pricing for home internet rely on 2 lines of essentials. Choice 55. $35 connection charge per line required. Best mobile network and fastest 5G home internet based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data 2H 2025. All rights reserved.
Hi, this is John Starks. At John Starks Kia, we don't play games. No gimmicks, no tricks, no hidden fees, no surprises, and no money down. See you at John Starks Kia in Queens.
With Aetna, I always get a quick answer, and I don't have to search on the internet. They go above and beyond to help me with whatever I need.
Those words from a real Aetna Medicare Advantage member speak to why U.S. News & World Report named us a best Medicare Advantage company. Because we show up on calls with members and doctor's offices when requested. We show up with access to convenient care options. We show up for you. Because that's how healthier happens together. Member feedback has been edited for length and clarity.
Town Fair Tire has the area's largest selection of Toyo tires, sells them all at the guaranteed lowest price, offers more free services for life than anywhere else, and Town Fair has well over 100 locations throughout New England and New York. The area's largest inventory of Toyo tires at the guaranteed lowest price, more locations, and the most free services for life. So for your next set of Toyo tires, remember, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody!
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
You matter, and so does your well-being. If you're facing tough moments, struggling with anxiety, depression, thoughts of suicide, or substance use, help is here anytime you need it. Call, text, or chat 988 for free confidential support. New Jersey's 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline is here 24/7 for you or someone you love, with trained counselors who listen and care without judgment. You matter. Remember New Jersey's 988. A message from the New Jersey Department of Human Services.
The Declaration of Deals sales event and Ram Truck Month are happening now at Ramsey Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. This is the time to save on all new Jeep and Ram trucks. Ramsey Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram, home of exceptional people, exceptional deals.
No matter the season, New York sports never stop. Yankees, Mets, Giants, Jets. If it's happening, we're talking about it. The Fan, 101.9 FM, and always streaming on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, and TuneIn apps.
This Fan Focus is sponsored by Chef IQ, Precision Cooking, Effortless Results, ChefIQ.com. While the Johnnies were dancing to the Sweet 16, the Knicks were making a mockery out of another tanking team. They blew out the Wizards 145-113. Cat had 26 points and 16 boards. The Nets kept their tank alive and well, would have lost to Sacramento, and the Islanders. And what was their biggest game of the season to date, hung on to beat Columbus 1-0. They're 1 point up on Detroit for the final wild card spot with just 11 games left. And a name we mentioned last week with the Jets, Josh Dobbs is being released by the New England Patriots.
A lot there. Matthew Schaefer's defense, final few minutes of that game, a huge win for the Islanders. And how about the Knick crowd last night? Did you hear what they did in the final 2 minutes of the game?
I did not.
You hear what they did?
Was this? No.
I mean, let's play a game, all right? The Knicks are blowing out the pathetic
Wizards.
Washington Wizards, who are tanking right now.
Yes.
What do you think in unison the crowd chanted at the end of the game? I give you want choices?
Trae Young.
He didn't even need choices. F. Trae Young was back. They will not forget.
And he didn't even play.
They will never
You bald bitch.
That is true. He's got the hair thing. Yeah. I don't know why. Most of the time when Knicks fans have chanted F. Trae Young, I'm like, it's kind of pathetic.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? First of all, I don't love using the F word.
Right.
Like, you could think of something else. But putting that aside, I've always thought you guys chanting at Trae Young is kind of stupid. I thought last night was hilarious. Like, I just actually thought it was funny because it was almost like everyone remembered, that's right, he's on the bench for the Wizards. They're tanking by not playing some of the new players they acquired.
Right.
And I don't know, for some reason last night it made me laugh. It was a good one. So kudos to the Knicks fans out there and kudos to the Nets getting the tank right. That was a huge tank loss against Sacramento. Coming up in 10 minutes, we'll hear the final call, 3 different versions of it, and decide which one was the best. But let's hear from you. 888-808-1019 is the toll-free number. Josh in Queens will lead it off. Hey, Josh.
Boys, let me tell you, whenever I call you, it's usually about the Jets. And somehow St. John's has ties to the Jets.
Yes.
Dylan Darling
Yes.
is the son of James Darling. Do I remember James Darling? Hell no, I do not remember James Darling. But I will tell you that the connection is there. And it's absolutely fantastic, and I'm loving every minute of it. And let me tell you, Evan, when you guys said, the St. John's fan base is very small. The St. John's fan base is literally is strictly to Utopia Parkway and Union Turnpike. Okay, it is such a small fan base that we do not let any of these bandwagoners in. All right, we love this team. We used to see. I'm telling you, growing up, I used to see Lou Carnesecca in the frickin' Barnes & Noble on Union Turnpike every day, sipping on a coffee at Starbucks. He was just a gentleman. And I'm telling you, that team is literally two streets. And that's why it's such a passionate fan base. And that win last night did so much because we get ripped all the time, Queens, all right? We get ripped for everything. Snow removal, garbage, whatever, all right? But the last time that we partied like this was 1999, Felipe Lopez. We're back, baby. And that's how St. John fans feel, all right?
All right. Thank you very much. You said a lot there. First of all, I'm going to give Tiki Barber the ultimate tease, and I'll answer it in 2 minutes. Not only does Dylan Darling have a link to the New York Jets, Dylan Darling has a link to Tiki Barber. That's
Why?
right. Oh, I'll tell you. I'll give you 2 minutes because I want to address something else he said that I think he's very wrong about.
Was his dad like?
Take a deep breath. I'll get it to you in 2 minutes.
Okay.
St. John's having a small fan base. Let me address this and not wanting anyone else on the bandwagon. Let me phrase that, I think, the right way. I think they may have a small, passionate fan base. Like when they're bad, and unfortunately they've been lousy for a very long time, there are very few people that are sitting there watching every game.
Right.
And to those guys and gals out there, man, I am happy for you, and you are the diehards. But let me speak to you as someone who also roots for a team that has a very small, passionate fan base. Don't tell other people to not get on board. Like, it's fun if they get on board. We know that you're the passionate one. We know the ones that watched every game for the last 20 years. Guys like me and Tiki and Sean, we'd be the first to admit it. And most people around this station. I think Gio's a pretty big St. John's fan, so maybe I'll exclude him. I don't know how many games he watches, but I'll exclude him because I don't really know. But for everyone else, yeah, we're cash. We're cash. But would you not want the cash to get excited too? Because I know as a Nets fan, I'm like, jump aboard.
Definitely you would.
Jump aboard. You know what I mean?
Why would you not?
Well, that's what he said.
Yeah.
It's always a weird thing. I think
it's like, don't get on our bandwagon, but why not? What else are New York fans claiming?
Exactly. They do this with the Nets. The hockey fans do this all the time. It's like they're resistant to people jumping in.
Don't resist.
Don't resist, because you never know. That person jumping in could have a kid that suddenly is a lifetime fan, and that's how you grow the fan base.
And look, there are bandwagoners for every team in this town. Like, the Yankees have, in my opinion, the biggest fan base in this town, but there's bandwagoners for the Yankees.
Yeah.
There may be more for a team like St. John's, or more for one of the hockey teams, or more for the Nets if they were ever good. But I think as a diehard fan, you have to embrace that. Embrace it. Because if you only want the diehards to care about it, then it ain't getting on the back page of the New York Post. It's not being talked about on WFAN. So embrace that people are like, hey, this is cool. I'm paying attention to it. Embrace it. Embrace the fact that the Mets don't play on Friday. So Met fans are going to be locked in on St. John's.
Yankees play at 4. We're getting Yankees right into St. John's.
Exactly. Embrace the fact that the Yankees have this odd 4 o'clock start time. I do wonder aloud, where were all these 4 o'clock start times when we were manning afternoon drive?
Right.
Good point. Craig called in a favor to Major League Baseball.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, we splitting the signal.
Hey, Yankees, can you do me a favor? Now, how does Dylan Darling have a connection to Tiki Barber? You want to guess before I tell you the answer? And it's a real connection. I don't think it's that big of a stretch. Maybe a little bit.
Well, he was drafted by, or at least traded to the Eagles, right? So his first game was my first game.
Okay, hold on a second.
Am I correct?
Yes and no.
Okay.
So he was drafted by the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yes.
Okay. He was drafted in 1997 by the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yes.
In the second round of the draft.
As was I.
That's a connection I didn't even think of, to be honest with you.
I was 21 selections ahead of him.
Yeah, so that's not the connection. The connection is that day when he was drafted by the Eagles. And, of course, we're talking about Dylan Darling's dad, James Darling. He was actually originally a pick owned by the San Francisco 49ers. That pick was used to go to Philadelphia, and it got shipped around a few times. And eventually, you could say, because I'm looking at it in black and white, James Darling was traded for Rondé Barber.
Are you serious?
I'll read it to you right now. Here we go.
What?
Dylan Darling was traded by the 49ers as a second. James Darling.
Yeah,
I apologize.
right.
I'm getting the Darlings confused.
Right.
Dylan Darling's dad, James Darling, was traded by the 49ers as a second-round pick with a sixth-round pick and a seventh-round pick to the Eagles for a 1997 third-round pick that subsequently became Rondé Barber.
Because that pick ultimately went to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Correct.
It's because Rondé was picked exactly 30 picks behind me. So he was the 66th pick.
Yes, the 66th pick subsequently turned into Rondé Barber.
Yes. By
and
the way,
that
there was only 30 teams at the time.
That's true.
So he was a full draft behind me.
So officially, let me make this clear just to unconfuse people. Dylan Darling's dad was traded for Rondé Barber, who, if you're not aware of, is Tiki's brother.
Right.
Twin brother.
Yes.
So did you know that you had that kind of connection?
What's even crazier is that since the Eagles traded that pick 6 years or 5 years later, they traded the guy that went 92 yards in an interception return.
That's another
that
story.
Sealed the NFC Championship game and was the last touchdown scored in the vet.
Yeah, that's another story. The guy who is like the biggest enemy in the city of Philadelphia was actually your draft pick.
That's right.
Well, you know where that's
By
similar?
the way, that's not me. That's Rondé.
That's Rondé. Where that's similar is Patrick Mahomes.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't Patrick Mahomes' original pick the Buffalo Bills?
Yes.
And so the Buffalo Bills initially had the
they
rights.
created their blood rival.
They created their blood rival.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it is.
Sports is like this incestuously weird thing.
Right. How's it work out that way?
Because it's funny, like Dylan Darling, you hear his name, and I think one of your first reactions is he related to Ron Darling?
Mm-hmm.
That's a fair question to ask. Then you find out he's related to a former Jet linebacker who I think played a lot of special teams, because I remembered his name, but I didn't remember much about him in James Darling. But my memory,
I don't remember him being a starter. I know he started some games. I'm just looking at his resume.
I thought he was a special teams player. You can, if you see that information, you can fact check me all day. So he's related to a Jet, which is kind of cool. And then you realize, oh, wow, he was traded for Rondé Barber. So the hero of yesterday's St. John's game, it's the stereotype we have, Tiki, and it always comes back to football.
That's right. It definitely does.
We somehow brought St. John's game winner back to the Eagles and the Jets and a linebacker that most people forgot about. Let's go to Mike in Rockland County. Hey, Mike.
Hey, Evan. Thanks for taking my call.
Thanks for calling.
I'm a 1987 grad of St. John's, and you're absolutely right. You know, when they were starting to fall apart last night, I'm sure every St. John's fan that's been a fan of them for all this time was expecting to lose the game. But there's like one difference though.
Go.
And it really is Rick Pitino. And I equate this to the Jets because when Darling hit that shot, I said to my son at that moment, I said, you know what? This is what the Jets need. You just need somebody that comes in and changes the culture, changes the aura. Yeah, he had some help. We've had some money. We've had some interest in the program again. But it's all because of Rick Pitino. And when Rick Pitino got these guys, he has them playing. And then, you know, a shot like that doesn't happen 5 years ago. But now it's happening.
It's a great point, Mike. I think the problem is you needed the perfect storm. Like, let's not sugarcoat it. Nobody wanted to hire Rick Pitino. He had a bad reputation for a myriad of reasons. And so there were plenty of schools that could have hired Rick Pitino, and you could argue should have hired Rick Pitino.
Where did he go international? Didn't he go?
Yeah, he went somewhere. Where'd he go? He coached international. Greece.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then Iona.
And then, of course, did a great job at Iona, and then comes here to St. John's. And give St. John's credit. They realize this is the moment. This is the moment to be daring, maybe take some hits because it won't be popular with everybody. Again, not because of his coaching, but because of the off-the-court stuff. And they did it. And they got themselves one of the great head coaches in the history of college basketball. The problem is when you say the Jets could use it, no one's going to disagree with you. The question is, who's that guy?
The Jets are a sewer.
Like, who's that guy? Who's the Rick Pitino of the NFL that A, would take the job, B, I guess has a reputation that's tarnished enough where other teams say no thank you, and who's great? Like John Gruden is probably the name that like jumps out at you because he's tarnished, but with all due respect to John Gruden, he ain't Rick Pitino.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
he didn't win like that. He didn't have that kind of long success track record over multiple stops.
No, it's true.
In multiple years.
He is, Rick Pitino is without, obviously not comparing the off-the-field stuff, but he's Bill Parcells. Because one of the incredible things about Bill is that he had success in so many different places.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you measure the great coaches of all time, whether it's in football or it's here in college basketball, the question you got to ask yourself is how much value do you put on someone that turns programs around? How much value do you put in that? Because Mike Krzyzewski and Bill Belichick essentially did it in one place.
Right.
They're all-time greats. Greg Popovich, I'll throw him in there too. All-time greats. But is it more impressive to be, in a weird way, Larry Brown or Rick Pitino or Bill Parcells, the guy who may not have as much success in terms of championships as those other guys, but boy, they turned programs around because all those guys I mentioned did.
Yeah, I think it's more impressive, too, because you don't always lean on, well, you had the best point guard, you had the best quarterback. I think doing this, what he's done at Louisville and St. John's, completely changes that.
And that's what Parcells did. Because think about it. Like, he inherits the Jets, who were coming off of being awful, and turns them into a team that goes to a championship game.
Made the playoffs with Quincy Carter and the Cowboys.
Yeah, there you go. So you got these two boxes of all-time great coaches, the ones that are legendary, tough to question them, but they did it in one place, and then the guys who are just, they're program builders, man. And I think what's incredible with St. John's is, I've been here talking about New York sports for so many years, and St. John's, for so many of them, they were a lost cause. The opinions we all had was they'll never win around here. They just can't compete, whether it's the dorms or no dorms or whatever excuse we came up with. For 20 years, it was like, no, they got no shot. And the truth was, they do. Now,
Not even selling out the lower bowl of the Garden at times.
Yeah. And this is, and no money helps, don't get me wrong.
They weren't good, though.
They were all, and they had no chance to be good.
No.
That's what makes this renaissance so impressive. Let's go to Drew in Stony Point. Hey, Drew.
Hey, Evan, just wanted to follow up. Listen, I'm a fan since 1970. I'm a St. John's alumni. Last year I called you right before the tournament trying to get you guys to you guys were kind of downplaying St. John's early on in the first round. And but I will agree with you a couple of things. Number one, the Bryce Hopkins three-pointer was really an unbelievable shot. St. John's had played some of the major teams earlier in the season, had double-digit leads against Kentucky, against Auburn, and in the second half they kind of folded. I believe this win and this shot for St. John's will galvanize the team and keep them moving forward in the tournament. And let's hope we can get by Duke, and I'd love to get another shot with UConn.
How great would that be? And by the way, if you beat Duke, and I hate to look so far ahead in this, but let's say you do beat Duke and you don't get UConn, you get Tom Izzo in Michigan State.
I know. It's not easy no matter what you do.
It's not easy, and it's all sexy. Like, I would argue, not that I'm a college basketball historian, but obviously I pay attention. I jump on the bandwagon every March. This group of four teams closing out a region with your Friday, Sunday is as sexy a four as you'll ever see. Mm-hmm. You got the three mega blue blood programs in Michigan State, in UConn, and in Duke. And you got the resurgent New York City basketball team with the Hall of Fame head coach Rick Pitino.
Right.
Like, it is very difficult to imagine a foursome as sexy as this. Like, no matter what the results are, let's take our fandom aside for a second. No matter what the results are on Friday with those two games, Sunday's off the charts.
Awesome.
Like, pick the game. St. John's, UConn, awesome. UConn, Duke, awesome. St. John's, UConn, awesome. St. John's, Michigan, awesome. Like, it's all awesome. It's all incredible matchups on a Sunday night. So that's unbelievable. Now, I've tried to avoid this throughout the morning. Obviously, Jerry Recco does a great job playing a lot of clips and kind of reminding you of what happened over the weekend in sports when he joins Boomer and Gio. So I've tried to avoid this because I wanted to have an honest opinion. Okay. Same with Tiki. We have the three calls of the Dylan Darling game winner. The three big calls. We've got the TV call, which most of us consumed, but maybe we don't remember because it was live and it was emotional. We have the Westwood 1 call, which you heard right here on the fan, and you've got the Minko call, okay? The Minko call. Now, I admit, am I a little biased to, that's Minko?
Yeah, of course.
Love John Minko, of course. But we got to call it like it is. Got to hear all three calls and determine which one captured the moment the best. So, Tiki, which one do you want to hear first?
I want to hear Minko first.
Wow, you want to just
Whoa.
right out of the gate?
Yep.
Tiki wakes up, sees the Christmas tree, and goes, give me the big one first.
Yep. I just want it. I'm not waiting. So, ladies and gentlemen, St. John's is going to the Sweet 16 on a game-winning layup by Dylan Darling, as told by FAN legend John Minko.
Hopkins will inbound it. Does so to Darling. Darling now quickly. Darling down all the way to the hoop. Lays it up and clip the buzzer. And guess what? St. John's advances to the Sweet 16. The Rick Pitino transformation continues. The latest installment, a date in Washington against Duke. The Red Storm come away with the victory here.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Can I critique it?
Yeah, I was gonna, so you go.
Where's my bingo?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like guess what. I need like a more emphatic, give me a bingo.
Like, that's the ultimate bingo.
Yeah.
Or something like that. It was still very good. Like, you could hear the emotion in his
of
voice.
course.
As someone who's been calling those games for a million years, he puts everything into it. He busts his ass. Very good call, but I need the bingo.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel
the guess what pauses it.
The guess what could have led to the bingo.
Yeah, I know.
Guess what? That's a bingo.
Bingo.
All right. Who do you want to hear next? The radio call or the TV call?
Let's hear the radio call.
This is Kevin Kugler on Westwood One.
Inbound comes to Darling. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Darling on the drive to the rim. Layup is good. Layup is good. St. John's wins it. 67-65. The St. John's Red Storm storm into the Sweet 16.
You know what? The Storm's redundant. Like, right, Sean, as a king of the puns, like, you already said Red Storm. You're storming twice.
Yeah, you need to get off the storm at that point.
Yeah. It was a good call, though.
Or you just need another word for storm.
What would it be?
I don't know. This isn't. This Red Storm, I don't know. I don't know. Just why I'm glad I don't do this.
You know what I would? It's not politically correct. I was going to say somehow invoking their old team name that is no longer politically correct.
Yeah.
The Red Men, like St. John's St. John's man for man. No, that doesn't work.
But just you leave Kansas seeing red, something like that.
There you go. This is why I couldn't be a great broadcaster, because my big calls, I got nothing.
Right.
Let's hear the one on TV with Kevin Harlan as St. John's wins at the buzzer.
Them a lot of time now. Bill Self and his staff making sure they know no fouls.
This is going to be Darling. He's got to go. Darling puts it up.
St. John's is going to the Sweet 16.
I like this. He's letting the moment happen. Letting it happen. Letting the crowd tell the story. Like it. Hear the band playing. Let it play. Are you there, Kevin?
Darling was 0 for 4 leading into this shot. All of them have come from the three-point line. With the game on the line, with the stars on the floor, you got Hopkins, you've got Ejiofor, but it's the heart and soul, the toughest guy, Dylan Darling, getting downhill and sending the Johnnies to the Sweet 16.
For the first time since 1999.
That wasn't Harlan.
No,
that wasn't Harlan.
That was the analyst. Who
Yeah.
was the analyst again? I forgot.
I forgot who that was.
I don't know.
I think one of them was Stan Van Gundy when he was talking about the fouls. I thought that was really good.
Well, it was good until he let it breathe too long.
Oh, you think it was too long?
It's too long. The simplicity of it. St. John's is going to the Sweet 16. Let the crowd set the stage for you. Was fine. It went. He should have clipped it after like 8 seconds.
Well, I love the analyst jumping in.
But it went too long. It would have went. It was 30 seconds.
Yeah, that was a long time. Yeah, you're right.
And then the analyst has to jump in because you can't just have dead air.
But I love the analyst's comment because what he did for us.
But it's supposed to be Harlan's comment.
No,
That's the problem.
I totally understand that. But I love that the analyst kind of reminded you, hey, this guy hasn't scored.
Right. Yeah.
Think about who just scored the game winner, because I think when you're watching a game like this, especially, again, if you're a casual, you're not a diehard fan, you don't necessarily consume the fact that Dylan Darling hasn't scored a point.
No, that's right.
Like, it's just like, what? Wait a second. That's the guy who got the game winner?
So it wasn't a pass-off shot. He takes it basically coast to coast.
No, and this is...
Well, inbounds in, but yeah.
And it proves Pitino wasn't...
From half court all the way in.
Wasn't BSing us with the story about, this was power and this was the play for Dylan Darling.
Well, this is the other,
It was.
This is the other criticism of Bill Self. You play man in that situation. All it takes is whoever gets the inbound to get downhill around the defender, and you're giving up the game.
Right.
Man, I didn't love Man in that situation.
And all day long, they were letting St. John shoot. They were basically
100%.
daring him to shoot.
Let that kid take another three-pointer.
No doubt. Which crazy is, and I know I get crap for saying this, that the game of college basketball is not a beautiful game. And I'm not trying to start an NBA versus college basketball war. I'm actually going to put this game over. But for a big part of this game, it was ugly. Like, it was everything I've criticized about college basketball. There's just a lot of missed shots. You could build a house with all the bricks that were being built. But the last 5 minutes, in a lot of ways, was beautiful because you saw guys hit big shots. It was just a better, and maybe it was just because it was exciting. That had something to do with it. But I mentioned the three-point shot with a minute and a half to go that was so important for St. John's that gave Bryce Hopkins his three.
Yeah.
Like, there was shot making. We saw it at the end with Darling. It was beautiful. It was the opposite of what I thought was the first, 30 minutes of the game where it wasn't exactly the most beautiful basketball of all time. So, who's your winner? What was the best call? It's not that difficult. You can pick a winner.
It is, but they're all flawed.
They're all
There were two things. Can I just say?
They were all flawed.
They were.
There are two easy things. You could have hit on one of them.
Go.
One, and I think Harlan had the opportunity to party like it's 1999. Classic line. That's the last time he had that. How about just the simple, oh, my darling? Both of those would have made the calls
Harlan's
better.
to me was the best call, but he let it breathe too long.
Yeah.
And so it didn't feel completed.
I don't think he would have if it was radio, though. There's a different Harlan on Westwood One radio than there is on TV.
That's true.
You guys just not going to give Mink the call? You're not just going to say it was Mink even if he didn't include the bingo?
I think it's Kugler, but that's me.
Oh, you think it's See, I think it's Minko. And maybe it's because I'm biased. And I hear, you know what I hear in John Minko's voice? And I hope you don't take this the wrong way. I hear everything he has seen covering St. John's in his voice.
I like that.
Yeah. Like, I hear the raspiness. Like, that was not... Minko was banged up a little bit. And maybe it's because of the flight, and maybe it's because of the game and the excitement, but you could hear some raspiness.
No, it's true.
In Mink's voice.
And he's talking, and he's going through the whole thing.
Yeah.
So I'd probably say Minko.
There you go.
There we go.
I convinced you it's Minko.
It wasn't Harlan. I loved the simplicity of it and the hearing the crowd, but it just waited too long. And then the analyst picks it up.
No, I get you. Get back to your calls coming up, 888-808-1019. Plus, if St. John's wins a national championship, does it count as ending our New York sports drought? We'll try to answer it coming up. Plus, what the heck are the Mets doing with Carson Benj? And what are the Yankees doing with their rotation? Questions we will answer throughout this show. It's March, which means it's time for the biggest basketball tournament. Check out Flag and Anthem's new college game day shop with all the gear you love. Now with your favorite school's logos, St. John's, Arizona, and UConn, to name a few. Plus plenty more top 25 basketball teams. And don't miss Flag and Anthem's latest spring drop with Wear Now Hero shirts, hoodies, quarter zips, and jeans to update your closet for whatever the weather is doing. Is it spring? Is it winter? Flag and Anthem has you covered. Visit flagandanthem.com and refresh your closet. Flag and Anthem, premium clothes without the premium price tag.
Right now, Amazon Hub Delivery is looking to partner with ambitious New York businesses to become Amazon Hub partners. You and your staff will help deliver packages to customers in your area, and with each package delivered, your business gets paid. Here's the beauty. No startup costs, no long-term contracts, and no delivery experience required. Amazon Hub Delivery is making it easy for you and your business to earn extra money. And the best part about it is that you get exposure in your town as well. Sign up to learn more at Amazon.com/Hub Delivery. That's Amazon.com/HUB Delivery.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
The NBA world can't stop talking about Luka Doncic, LeBron James, and the LA Lakers, winners of 9 straight. But people are missing the real big story right now, and that's the Oklahoma City Thunder, who have not only won 11 straight games, but Jalen Williams, J-Dub, returns to the lineup for them tonight. They've done all of this without him, and now he comes back. If they're healthy, OKC going to go back to back. I'm Nick Costos.
Furnished by IntelliBrands.
Have you ever felt leg pain, restlessness, cramps, tingling, swelling, numbness, itchiness, or coldness? Then you need the new patented Legsercise Pro, the natural circulation booster that uses continuous automatic leg movement to soothe pain and promote healthy circulation the natural, drug-free way.
Using Legsercise made walking painless again.
Legsercise Pro's patented walking simulator propulsion technology moves your feet back and forth along its concave track, creating constant movement and flex at both the knee and ankle joints. It's like having a physical therapist right in your own home.
I have much less swelling and no more tingling.
Call right now and order your very own Legsercise Pro, the new proven automatic leg mover that soothes pain and naturally promotes healthy circulation. Call 800-555-1212. That's 800-555-1212. 800-555-1212 now.
These statements and products have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or condition.
Did you know about 1 in 3 people with plaque psoriasis may also develop psoriatic arthritis, which causes joint pain, stiffness, and swelling? Does this sound like you? Listen to what it sounds like to be a million miles away. Tremfya guselkumab, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy, and for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Imagine being a million miles away. Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Visit Tremfya.com or call 1-800-526-7736.
She held your hand for your first steps. Now she needs yours. Maybe today it's your mom, but one day it could be you. In New York, most long-term care is paid for by Medicaid, even for middle-class families. But state Medicaid has fallen behind the cost of nurses, behind the cost of inflation, medicine, and quality care. After a lifetime of work, dignity shouldn't be optional. Underfunding care is a choice. Tell Albany's leaders to fund long-term care.
Paid for by New York Coalition for Dignity in Aging.
At Mercedes-Benz of Edison, you'll find they're more than a dealership. They're a luxury destination where exceptional vehicles meet exceptional people. From your first Mercedes-Benz to everyone after that, their goal is simple: to have you as a client for a lifetime. Because at Mercedes-Benz of Edison, customers don't just drive away, they become family for life. It's why Cars.com named Mercedes-Benz of Edison the top Mercedes-Benz dealer in the U.S. for 2025. Find your dream car at RayCatinaEdison.com.
The most important meal of the day just got better at Dunkin'. Now you can get a medium hot or iced coffee, 6 crispy hash browns, and a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich, all for $6. That's a full breakfast meal for $6. 6 crispy golden hash browns, a warm, delicious bacon, egg, and cheese, and a medium coffee to start your day right. Do breakfast the Dunkin' way and order Dunkin's $6 meal. No substitutions, participations, and times may vary. Limited time offer cannot be combined with other offers. Exclusions and terms apply.
Baseball is back. Opening night is one exclusive game, and it's live on Netflix. On Wednesday, March 25th, the New York Yankees, led by 7-time All-Star Aaron Judge, head to the Bay Area to face Rafael Devers and the San Francisco Giants. A brand new way to watch Major League Baseball, and it all starts here. MLB opening night, Yankees vs. Giants, live on Netflix, Wednesday, March 25th at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific.
Hi, I'm Michael from the War and Treaty. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. Only Novo Nordisk makes FDA-approved Ozempic. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5 milligram, 1 milligram, and 2 milligrams.
Talk sports with Craig Carton and Chris McMonagle on The Carton Show. Afternoons from 2 to 7 on WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, and Odyssey Sports Station.
We got some baseball to get to. Yankees and Mets making some final decisions as we head towards opening day, which stunningly is days away. Wednesday night, obviously, Yankees out in San Francisco, and Thursday afternoon out at Citi Field, which is looking like it's going to be a beautiful day. The Mets against the Pittsburgh Pirates. I do want to clarify something. It's very important, I know, going into this weekend and going into the next couple of weeks. At the beginning of the year, Tiki and I and Sean like to make predictions, like year-long predictions. I already remember Tiki's. Tiki's was Brian Daboll is going to be on the staff of a team that goes to the Super Bowl, right?
Yes.
Now, that doesn't look good right now, Tiki.
No.
But nevertheless, That was your prediction. I did make 2, I admit, but one of them was the championship drought in New York sports is going to end. And I never said what team. Tommy got all pissed at me like, Knicks! The Yankees, what do you mean? I was like, I'm not getting into it. Like, the drought's going to end.
No biggie.
Like, why would I box myself into a corner and pick a team? It could be anybody.
Right. Because you feel like there are multiple of them.
Yeah.
Yankees are the favorite in the American League. Hell, the Mets are even somewhat of a favorite in the National League.
The Mets have the second best odds of any National League team to win the World Series.
Which is crazy. I guess it makes sense when you start really thinking about the pitching. Giants probably aren't close. Jets aren't definitely not close. Nets are gone. But the Knicks are
legitimate title contenders.
Yeah.
The Islanders, if they can sneak in, it's hockey. You never know.
Yeah.
But I need to clarify something because I need to know if St. John's wins, I guess it's 4 more games if my math is correct, and they win the national championship. Does that count as the New York? Is my prediction right? That's basically what I want to know.
That you would then need to include NYCFC.
Oh, come on.
The Red Bulls. You'd have to include a bunch of these other teams.
By the way, that means the drought doesn't exist because NYCFC and the Liberty have both won.
Exactly. That's why you can't say that.
Well, then you can't say St. John.
They're not a professional team. In the spirit of using the word drought with our teams,
we're talking about the 9.
The men Big 4 professional teams.
Yes.
That's it. And I think that's an understood thing. You're not offending anybody. There's just a different category. And while it would be fun for the city and fun for all of it, the drought lives.
Damn it.
So I
get nothing out of this.
Good try.
Well, where would they even have the parade? Jamaica, Queens?
Yes. Yeah, around the campus. Down Queens. On Queens Boulevard. I don't know.
No, Pitino's got to have it.
Get in the city.
You think they go Canyon of Heroes?
They play at the Garden.
You know what? This is worthy of discussing because there were many people on this radio station, a lot of them, who decided to mock and jinx the Nets during the Durant era by planning out where the parade route would go. I heard Craig say it to my face. Boomer and Gio did it, and they all jinxed the crap out of the Nets, and that's why they did it. Now, I'm not trying to jinx anybody.
What was the consensus?
There was a debate. Like, is it the city? Is it Brooklyn? And even I had to answer the question, even though I never thought they were going to win a championship, which is it has to be Brooklyn. It has to be Atlantic Avenue. It has to be Flatbush and Atlantic. What are we talking about?
I would agree. I mean, it's perfectly set up for it.
I know, but
they run the marathon down that avenue.
But understand,
the half marathon goes right through there. Of course.
But what you have to understand
is
in
Brooklyn.
Those 3 guys, with all due respect to them, they didn't actually care where the parade route was going to go. All they wanted to do was jinx the Nets.
The Nets still in the league.
That was their plan.
Nobody roots for the Nets.
I know.
You know what I'm saying, bro?
Yeah. I know what was going on. So if St. John's wins a national championship, which why not? Like, they're in it. They got a shot. We're having a legitimate discussion about them winning a championship. I'm not saying they're going to, but they have a shot to. I would definitely say it's got to be in Queens. It's got to be right near the campus, Jamaica, Queens. You can't go to Canyon Heroes.
Who's going to there?
Everybody. Everybody will go.
So if you're a New Yorker and you are a St. John's fan.
Oh, you're there.
You're taking off from work and you're going to Queens.
Let me tell you something, T.
First of all, how are you getting there?
It doesn't matter. How are you getting downtown?
Subway?
You can't drive.
Subway?
Okay, Subway. That's your only chance.
It's easy.
That's your only chance.
It's super easy to get in and out of Manhattan on the rails.
It ain't that tough to get to Queens.
I mean,
okay, you get there where you're parking.
But it's not even about that. Like,
yes, exactly.
If one of my teams won a championship, I would bike ride to Mars. Like, it doesn't matter where the parade is. If you're a fan, you're going to go. And people love a party.
No, Evan, it would, the more I think about it would 100% be down the Canyon of Heroes.
Well, if it goes down the Canyon of Heroes, why wouldn't you count this as breaking the New York championship drought?
Well, the U.S. women's soccer team went down the Canyon of Heroes. Was that a championship drought?
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a good point. I'll never forget, I was driving down to Philadelphia. I don't remember why, probably for a Met-Philly game. Yeah, it had to have been. And I think the horse's name was Smarty Jones. Do you remember Smarty Jones?
Yeah.
He was a horse. Okay.
It's familiar to me, but I don't remember what happened with Smarty.
I had hay with him one night.
Yeah. So Smarty Jones, I think, and again, you could fact check me on this, won the first 2 legs of the Triple Crown and was about to race to try to win the Triple Crown. Okay? It was the weekend of that race. I think they call it Belmont. All right? I think that's the final race of the Triple Crown.
The Belmont Stakes.
The Belmont Stakes. So I turned on a legendary radio station, not our own, WIP. I was listening to WIP. This was back in the early 2000s. You can fact check me on the year and all that kind of crap. And this was the discussion on WIP. I swear to God. If Smarty Jones wins the Triple Crown, does it count as breaking the Philadelphia Sports Championship drought? That was the discussion. Because this was a time, a lot of people.
2004.
2005 makes perfect sense. I was totally going to a Met Philly game that weekend. Something like that. And that was the debate. Like, if Smarty Jones won the third leg of the Triple Crown, would that count for the Phillies, who had not won that World Series in 08 yet, the Eagles, who had not won the 2 Super Bowls, the Sixers had just lost 3 years earlier. That was the debate in Philadelphia. Would it count? Me bringing up St. John's is a little bit more reasonable than those bozos bringing up a horse.
He just got into some Hall of Fame.
The Horse Hall of Fame?
Yeah, 21 years after his Kentucky Derby win, Smarty Jones has been inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Compiler.
This was in August of last year.
Hey, very timely.
Hey.
You're wrong on one thing.
What am I wrong about?
The Phillies hosted the Braves that week, and the Mets were home versus the Marlins.
You know what? I went to Phillies Braves.
Did you really?
I think I did. I got to double check that too. I think I went to Phillies Braves. Or maybe I was just driving through Philly for another reason. I don't remember. All I know is that conversation on Sports Talk Radio was a real thing. Does our drought count as ending if Smarty Jones wins a Triple Crown?
Smarty Jones is still alive. 24 years old.
No way.
Still going strong.
Horses live that long?
I didn't think so, but Smarty Jones is.
A horse could live till he's 30.
Really?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Do you know this, or are you just saying that?
No, now I'm questioning. I do know this. Hold
You
on.
shut the hell up. He doesn't know. You think Sean knows about how long horses last? He doesn't know.
I'm right. 25 to 30 years. I spent enough time around Jody Mack to know.
Yeah, it's not about if you're right because you just repeated what Tiki said because this horse happens to be old. It's the fact that you said, "Oh, I know."
I do know.
I'm not
I remember
lying.
this. Yeah.
I'm not lying to the audience. I had no idea. I thought horses were dead by the time they were 15. How would I know?
What?
I figured
So
they're
did
like.
I thought they ran when they were in the Preakness in the Kentucky, they're like 3. They're like 2 or 3 years old.
Yeah.
Their top speed, yeah. I think about how healthy they are from all that exercise.
But I figure they're like dogs and cats. Like, we love our dogs and cats, and it sucks, but they last 15 years.
Right.
They're in that range.
Yeah, but how long do turtles last? Why can't they be like turtles?
Turtles have slow heartbeats. They live forever.
How long do turtles last?
I mean, the Galapagos turtles live for hundreds of years.
Hundreds?
Yeah.
There's no way that's true.
Come on,
went.
Evan.
Hold on, I'm looking this
You
up.
didn't know about turtles?
Well, I knew they lasted a long time, but he just said hundreds of years.
Yes.
How long do turtles last?
Do the
before-
Galapagos turtles.
Well, no, I'm just looking turtles in general. Okay, turtles commonly live for 20 to 80 plus years, with many species, particularly large tortoises, living well over 100 years.
There you go.
Wow. While smaller pet turtles like mud turtles may live 10 to 15 years, other turtles frequently 50 to 100 years, and sea turtles often survive for 50 plus years. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, some of these. So the one captive Galapagos turtle is 177 years old.
Wow.
177? He's got to be a shell of his former self.
I do have to admit something. I don't know if I've ever admitted this on the radio, and then I promise we'll get back to your calls. And I know my sister listens often, and she would be screaming at the radio that I should admit this to you, Tiki.
Yeah.
I accidentally killed her turtles once.
What?
Yeah.
How do you put them in the toilet and say, "Can you swim in the toilet?" And then you kind of forgot and flushed them?
It was May of 2004, and my sister decided I want to move to Florida. She did. I was unemployed, living on unemployment checks.
When was it?
2004.
May?
May of 2004.
So ahead of Smarty Jones about to run?
Yeah, it was all around the same time.
It all comes full circle.
It does. So I drive her down to Florida. Like, I'm a good little brother. I'm helping her move to Florida. She's got all her bags, and she has pet turtles. She's about 5 turtles in the back seat, in their little thingy-majiggy, and we're driving down to Florida. We stop. We watch the Crazy Nets Pistons Game 5 game together in a motel in Georgia. We continue down to Florida. When we get down to Florida, she says to me, "Do me a favor. I'm very tired. Can you bring the turtles in?"
Oh, God.
I never brought the turtles in. It's Florida. It's 100 degrees. You can't leave things in the back of your car.
Oh, no.
I left the turtle. Pete is not going to be happy with me. And I apologize. I feel horrible about it. It was also 22 years ago. My apologies.
Her husband's Pete?
What?
PETA.
Oh, never mind.
Okay, dog. Jeez. Yeah. And so when she came back, she's like, "Where are the turtles?" I said, "I left them in the car." She freaked out. She goes. And,
Wow.
What'd you have for dinner? Turtle soup?
Yeah, it was cooked. So it was a terrible job by me. I apologized. I still apologize to her.
Yeah.
Because she still will bring
Did you
it up.
get her new turtles?
I don't remember. I think I may have offered to.
Right.
And she's like, I'm done with pets. I think that was the last pet she ever had.
Wow, good job, Evan.
Honestly, I felt terrible about it.
Of course you did.
You know what's sick? If that was Evan's scorebook, no way he forgets it in the backseat.
You know, that's something my wife would say.
It
But
is
it's
true.
true.
Though. What do you mean it's true? I left my scorebook outside 2 years ago to get soaked in a rainstorm. Remember that story? So don't act like I don't know. Like I screwed up.
It's just a little wet, though. You dried it out and you still used it.
You didn't kill your scorebook.
I understand, but like I'm not perfect. Sometimes I make bad decisions. Okay, turtles, guests to put on, my scorebook being left outside. Like, dude, I ain't perfect. In fact, some may say I'm the opposite. My wife will tell me. She doesn't say you're an idiot, but the look in her eyes tells me she believes it.
All right, let's get back to your calls. Let's go to Carmine in Flushing, New York. What's up, Carmine?
Hey, Carmine.
Evan, Tiki, how you guys doing?
Doing well.
Good, man.
I got to tell you, I wasn't sure I was going to survive yesterday's game. I think my heart may have momentarily stopped for a minute or two.
It's all right.
But I feel like I want to answer this bandwagon thing. I feel like I'm uniquely qualified to make this call because not only am I a longtime St. John's fan, I have family that graduated from there, but I also know what it's like to be part of a winning team on Union Turnpike. I was the starting catcher for Gantry's, a bar a few blocks away from the campus, and we won our championship in 1994.
Nice.
But, you know, it's I thought I was never going to see this day again. You know, everybody talks about the 85 team, and they're the gold standard. But, you know, that 99 team gets overlooked a lot. You know, they lose in the Elite Eight to Ohio State in a heartbreaker. I always felt like if Ron Artest stays another year, they can go to the Final Four. So as far as I'm concerned, I thought I was never going to see this day again for St. John's. Bring on all the bandwagoners. Bring on the whole city. I want everyone to get wrapped up in this. Let's go paint the town red and beat Duke. Let's do it.
Well said. And I agree with you, even more than some of the other teams. Like we talk about the Jets, how they're never going to win. The Jets can win. They live in a salary-capped NFL universe. They get lucky. They make the right decision. They can win. It did feel for a very long time like just the way college basketball was.
Right.
St. John's could never win.
Yeah, because it became and it's become a recruiting battle every offseason. And Rick Pitino, to his credit, did a hell of a job turning over last year's team, which obviously was a disappointment to some, and getting in a completely different culture here.
Yeah.
And look where they are. They're in the Sweet 16. They have success. What was the bottom line for successful season? Sweet 16?
Yeah, I think that
They're
was.
here now.
I know Boomer said Final Four, but we were all kind of on the hey, get to the second weekend.
Yes.
Get out of the first weekend, and I think we would look at this as a huge success. Let's go to Peter in Cortland Manor. Good afternoon, Peter.
What's up, Peter?
Hey, just wanted to let you know that I'm very happy for St. John's. You guys have a wonderful show, but horses live 30 to 33 years. And how I know that, Trigger from Roy Rogers lives that long.
I love that's how you know. I thought he was going to say, because I'm a horse breeder.
I know, right? Because I raise horses.
You know, me and Mike Francesa at one point shared a horse that raced or some kind of like crazy story. And instead he's like, nah, I got you. It's Roy Rogers. That's how I know.
Clown.
Very good job.
Clown.
I had no idea. Let's go to Paul in Yonkers. Hey, Paul.
Hey, guys. Good morning. Good afternoon. You pick it. How are you?
What's up? Fantastic.
First with St. John's, man, to be up 14 and drop like a rock, we won't be singing a wonderful Rick Pitino song. He was 2 seconds away from making a mess. That's that. Yeah. That's it. Well, now, for baseball, the most important game of the year, besides the World Series, is opening day. Major League Baseball. I know what to do. We'll put the Yankees on Netflix so half the country can't see the Yankees. I have to download it on my TV, which I can't do. And if I didn't do it for Christmas for 3 football games, I ain't doing it for 1 game. So that's Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
And then for the Mets, the reason I'm not throwing myself on the floor is I think with my site, I'm looking in the paper, they're on Peacock, but I see little writing, or maybe it's on NBC. I'm not sure. So that's why I'm not going wild, because I'm a Met guy.
Right.
But to put the Yankees on, pick the second game. I want to see the introduction, the players. How do you pick the first game? From the guys, from Mickey Mantle and behind? We ain't watching it.
Well,
not the
couple of things.
25-year-old.
Paul,
Yeah.
would you
Yes,
want,
sir.
because you're a loyal caller and you drive Loogie nuts, which is my favorite thing, would you want me to share my Netflix account with you?
No, I think what he's saying is his TV
Buddy,
isn't a smart
I
TV.
can't download in my position. I don't have a 25-year-old to put. I have it. They
All
won't-
right.
I called the system. Could you turn it on? You go to download it. Not in my lifetime.
I got it. All right, I got it. I got a better
It has
idea.
nothing to do with money. And
Okay.
I'm not beating you up. I appreciate it.
No, I got a better
Make it
idea.
Point to me.
I got a better idea, and you got a great point, which we'll address. Sean is
Okay.
very close with Tommy. What if Tommy invites you to the radio station on Wednesday night and you watch the Yankee game with Tommy, and you could also break down the Met roster as you watch Yankees-Giants on Netflix at WFAN? Would that be good for you?
You guys are wonderful.
All right, I may put him on hold. Put
There
him
you
on.
go.
Get his number, and we're going to peer pressure Tommy to invite him.
Nice.
He's
I
still
like
on
it.
the text chat, isn't he?
By the way, Trigger is stuffed.
What?
And is displayed in the Ronald Reagan Memorial something or other.
Trigger?
Yes, I guess Ronald Reagan and Roy Rogers were lifelong friends.
Wow. Yeah, when you said Reagan, I thought you misspoke and you meant Roy Rogers.
No, they were lifelong fans.
So Trigger, this horse that lived for a very long time and was in a bunch of movies.
Yes.
That's how I would know him. You're saying he got stuffed?
Yes.
And he's in a museum?
Yes. He's preserved by taxidermy and is on display in the Ronald Reagan Presidential Library and Museum.
Can I ask you a question?
As of last year.
I got to ask you a question. So let's say
It's unbelievable.
in the next 5 years, rightfully so, you're inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Yes.
You get the call, you're emotional, you do the speech, and then the Hall of Fame says to you, by the way, got a question. When you die, can we stuff you
No.
and display you at the Pro Football? You'd say no to that?
No. Put me in the ground.
I got you. I feel bad for Trigger is the point.
Yes.
You think this horse wanted to be stuffed?
I mean, did it no?
It probably didn't. Did you get Paul's information, Sean?
Not really.
What do you mean not really?
There was some stuff behind the scenes. Paul's not as interested in the offers.
Oh, he was being nice. So he
Yeah.
doesn't really like Tommy.
It's not that. Paul said it would be a little difficult for him to get here. That's all.
Okay. Maybe Tommy should go to his house.
I mean,
And do what? Take like a laptop?
Yes.
I don't know. I mean,
What do
Paul.
you mean you don't know?
Can we be honest about Paul? Seems like a nice guy. Extremely lazy. Has the Netflix, just does it not over my lifetime. Am I downloading Netflix? Pop a fire stick in the back of the TV and download
Yeah,
it.
here's the thing about Netflix, and this is something that will be brought up, especially by some of our older listeners. Not the stereotype, but yeah, I mean, the older listeners may say, "Hey, I don't have a smart TV,
Right.
or I don't have Netflix, I don't know how to use it."
Right. I still have some TVs in my house that are not smart TVs.
I have a couple
and they're
too.
pains in the asses.
Yeah, no, but then you got to like buy an
Yes.
Apple TV.
I have the
hookup.
fire stick for my two.
Yeah.
Right. 82 million Americans have Netflix, which feels like a pretty big number. Or am I wrong to say that?
Well, there's 340, 350.
I guess when you think about it that way, it's not that big. It's less than a third.
Well, so if you assume that, because think about there's 350 million people. How many households are there, though?
yeah.
So I don't know the question of how many households.
So it's phrased as subscribers, that there are 82 million subscribers to Netflix. And I would assume it's per household.
Right.
Because I've got 6 people living in my house and we have 1 subscription. So if you do the math that way,
135 or so million households.
so it's less than half though.
Yeah.
Which is, I guess, not that big of a number.
It's not when you really think about it.
And they cut back on password share.
Yeah, no, they have. No, it sucks, man.
How
I
are
mean,
the bars figuring this out?
I assume that they have smart TVs and they just put it on.
They have to log into their Netflix. This
Yeah.
is stupid.
It's
They
stupid.
probably have like a corporate account.
It's stupid, Sean, and I get it, and I understand why Paul's frustrated, and those who don't have it are frustrated. But it's just the way of the world now. Like the NFL has streaming games, the NBA has streaming games. It's the new cable. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's the way of the world. It could be the new cable. But the one thing Paul had right is, though there is one thing we still have left in society that was supposed to be sacred, and that is baseball opening day.
Yeah, but Sean, can I counter with this? When they started putting the Yankees and the Mets on cable TV in the early 80s,
How many people had cable?
That's a good point.
Okay.
Ask yourself
that's fair.
that.
I've always lived with it, so you're right. I wasn't there.
Right. We
to
weren't
make
a
that
part of
decision.
that. Like, we were just, we have cable. What's the big deal? And I genuinely don't know the answer. I could try to do some research on this. Like, okay, when the Yankees and the Mets started playing the majority of their games on cable, because remember, it was a slow burn. They were on free TV, mostly free TV, partially free TV, sometimes free TV, never free TV.
Yeah.
Well, the Mets are still on a handful of times, but it changed. So when they started to make that change, the way we're all dealing with streaming services, were more people subscribed to cable TV then?
No, I doubt it. It was probably the same.
Exactly.
It's probably about the same. Half the households had it, half did.
And that's my point. Like, I get why it feels annoying, especially because there's so many different services, which is a fair critique. But I'm just trying to compare it to when this revolution happened once before. Now, I do want to clarify, the Yankees are exclusively on Netflix. The Mets are on NBC. So even though they're on Peacock, my understanding is they're on free TV.
Yeah.
If you even call it that anymore.
Get the bunny ears up.
You could, because they're on Channel 4. And you want to hear something crazy? Wait, you got to fact check me on this. I think the same broadcaster is doing the Yankee game and the Met game.
Really?
Matt Vasgersian.
Oh.
Isn't Matt Vasgersian doing the Yankee-Giant game on Netflix?
I don't know. I haven't paid attention to the Netflix media around opening day.
I'm pretty sure it is. And I'll tell you, that's a lot of travel that Vasgersian's got to do. That's something Dog would be
play-by-play
interested
guys
in.
do this all the time.
Wow, you're right.
I am right.
So hold on, with all these flights, is he landing on a red eye to get to Citi Field?
Private, bro. They have to fly him private. With the TSA issues going on right now, he won't make it. Think about it. That game is ending at about 11 o'clock Eastern time. Let's say that's 8 o'clock Pacific. If he immediately goes out and takes a red eye.
He'll be fine.
Assuming he gets on the plane.
Yeah, but the red eye is at like 11 o'clock.
And then he lands
West
at about
Coast.
5, 6 a.m.?
Yeah.
And then he's got a bet game at 1:15?
Yeah, he'll be fine. Go home, sleep for 2 hours, head to the ballpark. He'll be fine. He'll be absolutely fine.
No biggie spot?
No biggie spot.
All right.
Unless he doesn't get on the flight.
Well, that's the point.
Yes.
Have you seen some of these lines?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Evan, this is your big shot.
What?
You got to be at Citi Field waiting if Matt Vasgersian doesn't make it.
You think they would actually call upon me?
I would dress a little differently, but yeah.
You think NBC would say, that guy,
Right.
you wrote the book, host of the Rico.
This guy knows more than anybody else.
That'd be something. You know what? You're right. I'm going to wear a suit to Citi Field that day. Would they mind if I'm a few innings late? Is that a problem?
Well, he's going to be 9 innings late.
That's a good point. Steve's in Massapequa. What's up, Steve?
Hey, guys. What's going on? Great show.
Yo, appreciate it.
I just want to, Evan, first off, you have young kids. I mean, Finding Nemo, 150, dude. That's like the catchphrase from the turtle. How'd you not know that?
Because I thought it was...
That's how I learned they live so long.
I thought it was pretend. I wasn't sure that was real. I didn't know that was real.
Oh, man. No, but I did want to talk quickly on just how the St. John's game ended. So I understand that the book will tell you to foul and, use all your fouls. But I actually did not like, because first of all, they had 3 fouls to give.
Right.
It almost, to me, seemed like the players made the 3 fouls. And then once they did that, they froze. And I think there's something to be said about college athletes, and Tiki can speak to this more than anybody,
Right.
that they're not as mentally prepped for those moments as a pro athlete, the difference from a 19-year-old to a 25-year-old.
Right. They simply haven't been in that situation enough. They haven't been in it enough.
Exactly. And you mentioned it earlier. When they inbounded the ball and that guy was just running to the rim, nobody wanted to, they were like skittish. They were like, I don't want to touch him. I just fouled 3 times. Like,
right.
Everybody kind of backed off. And that, like, just minor change in thinking, I think, is how he scored so easily. I mean, there's no other real explanation. I mean, him getting to the rim that easy in that moment is
Steve, you're right.
Absurd.
It's Steve. When you say it that way,
It's a
you're
good
right.
point.
Maybe
Yeah.
they shouldn't have used all their fouls.
They could have used 2 of them and accomplished the same goal of trying to take as much time off the clock, try to foul them in a spot on the floor where it doesn't give them like a good inbound pass.
Right.
So you try to get them in their own backcourt. But I think, especially with the first foul, maybe a way longer. Maybe there's just they rushed into those first 2,
Yes.
and then they used the third. It's a fair point to have it in your back pocket just in case.
Right. Instead, they now don't have a foul to give, and you have a kid downhill. He already turned the corner on the defender. What do you do?
Yeah.
Like the help defender, he came over, but he was way too late, and he didn't even make a contest on the shot. So, I mean, it was just mismanagement by Bill Self. You're right, and
Yeah, I
lack
love
of
it.
execution by the the young kids that are now on the court.
Yeah, there was a time where we would talk about the tournament like 5, 7, 9 years ago, and I would say I feel kind of guilty criticizing these players so hard because they're college kids. At the end of the day, they're not even getting paid. Now that they get paid, it's a little different.
No, they get paid, and half of them don't even go to class.
No, I know.
I'm serious. They're there for 8 months.
Can you give me an IBO opinion?
What's
Very
that?
important. Darren Peterson.
Yes.
Franchise changer? I know it's tough to tell. It's one game. I'm just curious because I cooled on him.
I haven't watched him enough.
Yeah.
But he was pretty damn good.
He is,
I'm
but
going to say no.
That he's not a franchise
He's
changer.
not.
All right.
I'm going to say no.
All right. I'm scouting. I only got one more like top pick left in this, and that's Boozer, who I can't wait to see. Seen him a little bit this season, but a chance to really sit down.
You'll see him soon.
I know. Friday night, I'll be locked in. We'll get back to your calls coming up, 888-808-1019. And when we come back, what are the Mets doing with Carson Bench? Spring training is over, and they have not announced him as the opening day right fielder. We're going to try to figure out why. Plus more of your calls, like I mentioned, 888-808-1019. The playoff push is here. NBA teams are deep in the stretch run, and Fanatics Sportsbook is ready for every moment. Here's the deal. Have you heard about Fan Cash? Every time you bet with Fanatics Sportsbook, you're earning up to 10% Fan Cash, win or lose. So even if your bet misses, you're still stacking Fan Cash. Fan Cash unlocks value you can't get at other sportsbooks, like more bets, unlimited profit boosts for your favorite player props, authentic NBA gear, game tickets, and access to exclusive Fanatic events like Fanatics Fest in New York City. But that's not their only play. The good times roll on with Fanatics Fair Play and Injury Protection Policy that turns losses into wins. That's right. If you love player props, your legs are protected across the entire first half of every game if an injury takes place. If your guys go down, you're getting your money back, or your parlay plays on. Make the switch to the sportsbook that gives you the more to play with. Winning hits different here. Must be 21 or over. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. New York residents, call 877-8-HOPE-NY. Or text HOPE-NY 467-369. Connecticut residents, call 888-789-7777. Or visit ccpg.org.
This portion of the program is sponsored by St. Joachim and Ann Nursing and Rehabilitation Center. It was also sponsored by Amazon Hub Delivery.
Hey, healthcare workers of New York, are you looking to make a difference? St. Joachim and Ann Nursing and Rehabilitation Center is actively hiring nurses and CNAs. Call 718-714-4800. That's 718-714-4800.
Hey, business owners, it's Tiki Barber. Are you looking to earn extra money? Of course you are. When your business partners with Amazon Hub Delivery, you simply drop off packages to Amazon customers in your neighborhood. Get started at Amazon.com/Hub Delivery.
WFAN congratulates Howie Rose as he embarks on his final season as the voice of the New York Mets.
Hey, I think any broadcaster who's blessed to do what I've been doing in terms of play-by-play, just looking at it through that narrow prism, would tell you the same thing. We live for the big moments.
Decades full of amazing moments.
And it's hit deep to left center. Andrew Jones on the run. This one has a chance. Home run! Mike Piazza!
We look forward to another season of amazing calls.
The New York Mets have won the National League pennant.
Thank you, Howie, for an amazing journey.
Put it in the books.
The most important meal of the day just got better at Dunkin'. Now you can get a medium hot or iced coffee, 6 crispy hash browns, and a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich, all for $6. That's a full breakfast meal for $6. 6 crispy golden hash browns, a warm, delicious bacon, egg, and cheese, and a medium coffee to start your day off right. Do breakfast the Dunkin' way or order Dunkin's $6 meal deal. No substitutions, participation times may vary. Limited time offer cannot be combined with other offers. Exclusions and terms apply.
Plumbers, contractors, and HVAC technicians, delivering great work takes the right team backing you up. If you want to score big with your clients, get an assist from your local General Plumbing Supply. GPS's real experts in plumbing, heating, cooling, kitchen, and bath are waiting to help make your next project a layup. So while you're dealing with your own day-to-day madness of getting the right part at the right time with the service you deserve, trust the real experts at General Plumbing Supply. 1-800-CALL-GPS.
Life is motion, but for Jaime, debilitating pain in both hips brought everything, including family time, to a halt.
Every doctor told me the same thing. They would do one hip at a time.
At White Plains Hospital, Dr. Jacob Totka's unique expertise provided an alternate approach by replacing both of Jaime's hips on the same day.
In just 2 hours, I got 2 new hips and I went home that day.
White Plains Hospital, among the best hospitals anywhere that just so happens to be here. A member of the Montefiore Health System.
Oh, hey, how was your vacation on MSC Cruises?
It wasn't just a vacation. It was a...
holiday. What's the difference?
It's a... holiday. Because there's European style and American comfort.
Does that happen every time you say that?
I don't know. But on... holiday. There's fresh made pasta, and you can cheer on your favorite team at the sports bar.
No, I want to go on.
For a limited time, get up to 35% off cruises, plus kids sail free. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
No! It's just a golf lesson, champ. Loosen up.
I can't. See that Hyundai Santa Fe?
Yeah.
I only paid to know.
Finish up on your own. I gotta run.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on the Hyundai Tucson, Tucson Hybrid, Santa Fe, or Santa Fe Hybrid. Now, during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Hurry, offer ends March 31st. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
It's about time delivery worked on your schedule. Same day, next day, or scheduled in advance. However you plan it, the Home Depot delivers the whole job. From drywall to doors, plumbing to paint, we'll get it there when you need it. Because on the job site, timing is everything. You order, we deliver. It's that easy. The Home Depot Pro. It's about time.
Come visit the engagement experts at London Jewelers at any one of their 6 locations.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 877 Cars for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org. Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Diving for that grounder got you grounded? Oof. We've got specialists for that. Layup, take you down? We've got specialists for that. With 45 Castle Connolly top doctors, Orland & Cohen specialists are considered among the best in the nation by their peers, which can mean a better outcome for you. From Staten Island to Southampton, our network is open 7 days a week, so you can feel better faster. Visit OrlandCohen.com.
Take the guesswork out of cooking, folks. The Chef IQ senses a must-have wireless cooking thermometer that eliminates under or overcooking chicken, fish, or steak. Order the newly released 3rd-generation Chef IQ Sense at ChefIQ.com. That's ChefIQ.com.
My car smells fresh, so fresh, always so fresh every day. My car smells fresh, so fresh, like I cleaned it yesterday. Got the Febreze car on the vents, living life with that just clean freshness. Febreze car, if you know, you know. After 40 days a scent on low. My car smells fresh, so fresh, always so fresh every day. My car smells fresh, so fresh, like I cleaned it yesterday. That's right, breathe happy Febreze, la 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 la.
Cloudy, breezy, and cool, high 43.
Weather brought to you by Staples. From posters and presentations to labels and loyalty cards, Staples has all the print to boost your brand. Shop now in-store and online. Staples. That was easy.
Your official station to talk Yankees. The Fan, 101.9 FM and always live on the free Odyssey app. Download it today.
Baseball returns this weekend. What comes with that are fantasy drafts. Tiki Barber and Sean Morash have a fantasy team in the Keeper League I've been running for 2 decades. Tiki's also in another fantasy baseball league, so you're going to be locked in this season.
Of course.
Like, you are a baseball savant this season.
Well, that's because, we're talking baseball, and I was the baseball savant, so friends of Tracy's reached out and like, dude, your husband knows baseball.
That's right.
Can he join our league? Of course I will. However, we did our draft just on the app.
Yeah,
took an hour.
So there's
the 18. What is our thing? 18 years and a whatever.
It's a keeper league. It's
keeper league. It took 2 2 hours and like 45 minutes.
Well, it's an in-depth league.
That's because you guys talk like nonstop.
Excuse me.
The first pick, like the trade in the first pick overall,
yes,
was maddeningly long.
Well, there was a trade going down.
Did we need a swap of 8 combined draft picks to start the draft when they've had months?
There was a trade for the number 1 overall pick. Imagine if the Raiders trade the number 1 overall pick.
And you're announcing it like Tagliabue.
Shohei Ohtani is not available. Aaron Judge is not available. Juan Soto is not available.
Yes.
They're all kept.
That's why
are you trading for number 1?
Because the person who made the trade, Chad.
Dansby Swanson's not available.
Dansby Swanson.
Oh, somebody drafted him yesterday.
Yeah, I was going to say he was available. No, it was Tarek Skubal. That was the guy who ended up going number 1 overall. But yeah, there was a big, extensive trade. And by the way, before you bitch about how long it took, you're the one who stopped the draft to tell a story about how Michael Jordan recognized you. That was you.
I was asked, what did you want me to do?
That is true. That is true. He was asked if you ever met Michael Jordan, and you should tell this story because this is crazy.
No, I can't say it.
Why can't you say it?
It's not as fun without the language.
Well, you could add like a, and then
basically we were at the NBC Lake Tahoe Invitational. Rondé's golfing. I'm not. I'm caddying for him. So we're just hanging out afterwards. We walk into this club. Michael Jordan is in the cut. We don't see him. But then the next thing we hear is bleeping Barber twins.
From Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan. I was like, oh, man, he knows who we are.
That's pretty crazy.
It was pretty cool.
Like, think about this. And I think you said it to me about, it was either President Bush or President Obama, maybe both. No, it's President Bush. Knew who you were.
I've never met Obama.
Right. President Bush is like, oh, Tiki Barber.
Yeah.
Like, the idea that Michael Jordan and a president, a 2-term president, knew who you were.
Yeah.
That's the coolest thing ever.
Especially because I was not 50.
Right.
I was 20, I don't know, 6 years old,
That's
7
right.
years old, something like that.
That's crazy.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah, so there are different ways you can do these fantasy drafts, and Tiki experienced 2 of them. One was in Zoom / in person. One is on one of the apps. And the one I'm doing right now, and it's been going on for 5 days, and I'm kind of drawn in by this, is a text chain. So it takes a week. Basically, everybody in the league is on a text chain, and so the commissioner says, all right, Tiki, you're on the clock. And wherever you are, you just say, okay, I'm taking Juan Soto. Commissioner says, all right, Sean, you're on the clock. And it could take an hour, or you went to sleep. It could take 6 hours. And so this is a kid's draft.
So you're on the clock until
you pick.
Until you pick? Wow.
It takes a week.
They have an app for this, and I do it for football. It's awesome.
Oh, really? They have an app to do this?
It's called the Sleeper app.
It's awesome?
It's awesome. So we have like people that moved all over the place in my fantasy football. They all work different hours, so it became hard to get everybody in one location.
Yeah.
How it works is similar to what you're doing. You set it where no picks can be made from basically like 11 p.m. to 8 a.m. And then you have like 8 hours on the clock, but nobody takes the full 8 hours.
Right.
You can get mini runs going or whatever. But then you look down, you get a little alert like a tech. You're on the clock. You could go back and see who was taken.
What's appealing
Takes
about
like a
it
week.
is, like you said, it's tough to find a date where everybody could draft.
Right.
It's just tough. It's tough to find a time where everybody could draft. Like, I'll give you a great example that besmirched us. I planned this draft months in advance. It was Sunday at 5 o'clock. I didn't know the St. John's game would be on. Like, that's not ideal.
Right.
I like it.
Yeah, it was fun because you had it on. You were watching it, the whole thing in the background or in the front because the draft was over by the time the game ended. So we watched the last 5-7 minutes fully engulfed in it.
4:11 left, actually.
Is that how much time?
Yep.
Okay. But I kind of like the idea of these drafts that, take a week. And we're doing it with our kids. It's the first ever kids league. So a lot of people I know have our kids in it.
It's nice to be able to think about how you want to actually build your team.
Yeah, it gives you time.
As opposed to the second draft that I was in, you had 45 seconds.
Yeah, it's quick, man.
And it was really quick. And I'm like, wait, damn it, you just take somebody.
Yeah.
Or if you don't, it takes somebody for you.
No, absolutely.
So,
and I think what's good about this, the one I'm in, is it's our kids.
Yeah.
So I'm guiding my son. I'm not telling him what to do. Though I did kind of veto one thing, because in the first round, he's like, let's take Edwin Diaz. And I said, what?
I took Edwin Diaz pretty early.
Did you?
Yeah.
You're that guy?
Yeah.
We all know that guy.
Yeah. Fourth round, I think. I thought it was second, but it was fourth.
Fourth round? That's early. In a non-keeper league?
Non-keeper.
Yeah, that's early. Chet took him in the third round. I finally gave up. He got Tarek Skubal. He got Cal Raleigh. I was like, screw it. Just, you want Edwin Diaz so badly, take Edwin Diaz. Now, as far as the real baseball is concerned, and we'll get to the Yankees coming up in about 25 minutes as Aaron Boone has made some interesting decisions with the rotation to start the season and the oddities of the Yankee schedule. You got to explain to me what you think the Mets are doing, because unfortunately over the weekend, Mike Tauchman got hurt, torn meniscus, so he's going to be out for a significant amount of time. And even before that, Carson Bench had a great spring training. And for months, we heard David Stearns and Carlos Mendoza say that Carson Bench has a real chance to make the team. Like, they were the ones who brought it up. It wasn't a media-created thing. It was a Met thing. They said, yes, Carson Bench is going to be given a real opportunity to make the team. Well, Carson Bench had the most at-bats of anybody in spring training. He hit .366 and .874 OPS and looked like a major leaguer. He looked like it defensively. He looked at it at the plate. And also, circumstances have made there not really being another great option, unless you just want to play Brett Beatty every day in right field. And yet Carlos Mendoza, as recently as yesterday, would not confirm that Bench made the team. Meanwhile, their spring training games are officially over. They're going to do an intra-squad game today, and then they're flying to New York, like tonight. So is this a kind of a thing they're doing where they just don't want to tell them? Or is it possible in some remote world that they actually haven't decided?
No, because who was the guy that you guys... Mike Talkman. Like, he tore a knee ligament,
He tore his meniscus.
A meniscus. Or
He's out.
Cartilage. He tore some he's hurt. He's not starting the season. What other option is there?
Brett Beatty.
Brett Beatty didn't do it fully in spring because he played some first base.
Right.
He has never done it, whereas Carson Bench is essentially a right fielder.
And not only that, if Beatty plays right field, that means Polanco and Vientos are playing first base or DH, which means Mark Vientos, who had 2 hits in spring training, is now being given every single freaking day at bats.
Yes, and by the way, he was terrible in the WBC, too.
Yes, include that, too.
And so it doesn't make sense for Carson Bench not to be the starting right fielder. It almost feels like, now hear me, it almost feels like they're waiting to capture a social moment.
Yes! And
that's annoying.
Tiki, I'm surprised you said it because that's the running theory a lot of people have. Because none of this makes sense. Like, the Mets should just officially come out and say, he made the team. He earned it. He won the job. Good for him, Carson Bench. And Carson was even asked yesterday, hey, have you heard anything? He's like, I got nothing. I have no idea. The rumor is the Mets want to have this moment like you see on Hard Knocks.
Right.
Where Mendy and Stearns and whomever else are in the room. They call Benj in, and they do some kind of cute gimmick like, what are you doing?
I mean, he already knows he made the team.
Does he?
He had to have. Who else played right field in spring training?
I mean, Tyrone Taylor could play right field.
Come on.
Christian Pache had a good
The
camp.
only other option is he's up here, but they could be working on a deal to add another outfielder.
Okay, so that's the other working theory. What outfielder would you add right before the start of the season that would cause your number one prospect who just hit 366 and proved he's ready to start the year in the minor leagues? Like, what kind of trade is that?
Trent Grisham.
Oh, stop.
I mean, come on. Austin Slater? Like, they're going to pick him up and say, there you go, Benj. Go to the minor leagues.
Man.
It doesn't make sense, which leads to Tiki's theory probably being the one, which is stupid. They're waiting to capture it so it can be a moment?
Yeah. I mean, that's what it feels like to me. Because it feels like a no-brainer that he's their starting right fielder to start the season.
Well, I say this calmly because I don't want you to think I'm worried. I'm not worried. If the New York Mets somehow decide that Carson Bench isn't on the Major League roster, what the hell are they doing? Like, that would be one of the biggest...
So then it will feel like manipulation.
Yes, it'll feel like you lied to us for 4 months because since November... David Stearns has said he's got a chance to make the team.
Wow.
He goes, hits 366 and looks like a major leaguer, and he doesn't. Again, I'm not working myself up because he's going to make the team. Like, I'm confident he is, but I'm just warning, like I'm putting out the warning, like the little flare, that if somehow I'm wrong and you're wrong and he doesn't make the team, the Mets are going to feel like a very unserious organization. And I think they are a serious organization. So I'm just putting that out there just in case. But we're all confident he's making the team, right?
I mean, you have to be.
Okay.
Because I don't see the alternative.
Yeah. Stupid. The whole thing is just annoying.
Right now, we are officially on binge watch.
There you go. Do you want to know the other theory?
Oh, binge watching. Oh, I got you.
See, I didn't even get that. I just thought you wanted to hear yourself talk.
Netflixing.
I wanted to hear myself talk.
I didn't think of me. Do you want to know the other theory that's going on?
Which is?
The other theory, and I don't know if this is true. The other day, Joel Sherman reported that Benj made the team. Okay? I don't know if you saw this, but it was in the New York Post on maybe,
yes,
I think the...
Okay. I did.
That maybe the Mets are trying to make Joel Sherman sweat.
Shut the f*** up.
Do you think that's possible?
I mean, maybe. They're tired of having an insider give all their details. Even though he probably knows and was sworn to secrecy by somebody, and he just couldn't help himself, and he just goes with it. So I could imagine that.
That'd be something.
They will not shut the.
But why
up.
would you do that in spite of yourself? Because that's what that would be doing.
The Mets,
you'd be hurting. You're not hurting anything because it is what it is, but you're doing it in spite of yourself.
The Mets,
yes.
No, he's going to make the team. They're making Joel Sherman sweat. Like, I don't want to say they wouldn't have him make the team.
Right.
More like, all right, you big expert. They're going to wait a couple days.
Yeah.
Again, these are the crazy theories because Met fans are trying to figure out why they just haven't said he's making the team. So the two working theories are the one you agree with, that they're waiting for a social media moment, and two, they hate Joel Sherman. Those are the two theories going
I think
around.
it's the first one.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think, look, we're going to get the answer because if there is a social media moment, if they have a video of Benj crying or his parents talking to him, then
he's going to be crying.
I don't know, man. This is a big moment for a kid.
Yeah.
This is a big moment. Did you cry when you got drafted?
No.
Really?
No. I was drinking a beer out of a boot.
Hell yeah.
Glass boot.
Wow. Okay.
With Chip Roy, by the way.
What was my point? I thought that you making the show would be like.
No. I said with Chip Roy.
Oh, with Chip. I said, what's your point? With Chip Roy. Maybe that's why you didn't cry. You felt like you can't cry in front of Chip Roy.
I wouldn't.
That's my point. Other than, I'm going to guess you did it in the game of record game. You ever cried on a football field or after a football game?
I think the only one was that Eagle game where I fumbled 3 times but rushed for 200 yards.
That'd be the one?
Yeah. Got us into the playoffs.
I cried too.
Yeah.
Did you?
Because of the money he lost.
No, I wasn't old enough for that yet.
I always think of the moment in The Rookie, which is based on a true story, where that guy finally makes the major leagues. Makes me want to cry. Like, it's a very emotional moment. So, yeah, I would assume that.
That's the baseball movie that makes you cry?
Oh, dude. When that guy makes the team and he's telling his family, come on, bro.
Wait, we all saw it
Come
coming?
on. It's based on a real story. Of course we knew it was coming. Doesn't mean that moment isn't emotional.
Of all the baseball movies, that should not make you cry.
Well, I've cried at a few baseball movies.
Field of Dreams?
That's not related to the topic.
The Natural.
Again, guys, we're talking about a guy making the major league.
So you're just watching baseball movies and crying at every turn? You're not reserving these tears?
No, I'm saying that when that guy made the team for what was he on, the Tampa Bay Devil Rays at the time?
But now you've said.
That was awesome. I cried.
Okay,
Yes.
so how
I'll
many
stand by
baseball
that.
movies in your life have you cried at?
Field of Dreams.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if there's many more.
You don't cry when a grandpa dies in Little Big League?
No. I'm good.
Oh, how heartless are you?
Nah, I'm good. He was old.
But you
Lived
cried
a long life.
Yeah, lived a long life.
Come on.
Yeah, I didn't cry over that. No, I think it's those two movies. I think it's when that guy, I forget his name, but he was a real pitcher. It's a real story. The guy made the Tampa Bay Devil Rays, and he's telling his family, I made the team. Oh, dude, like a baby.
Yeah.
Like a baby.
It's the Devil Rays. Anybody could have made him.
Stop. You asked me about other movies. That's related to the Benj conversation. Because he's like, why would he cry if he made the team? Why would he
He's
cry?
not a 40-year-old teacher. He's the guy who's going to be on the team at some point this year.
He's a kid who is finally getting to live out.
23. He's not just a kid.
He's getting to accomplish his dream.
That is apples to oranges compared to
I'm
Louis
not
the Rookie.
saying it's exactly the same, but I could see him crying. Let's see when the Mets post the video. I'll make you bet he cries, that there's tears. How about his mom? You think his mom cries?
But don't you think because he had such a great spring and it's now expected, in his mind he's got to expect to make it?
No, I think he's worried. What the hell does he know about the Mets? He doesn't know.
He knows they don't have a right fielder.
Yeah, but I think it's about himself. I think in the back of his mind there's a little bit of doubt until you're told. Let's go to Jeff in Oceanside. Hey, Jeff. Hello, Jeff.
Jeff, what's up?
Jeff going once. Jeff is gone. We will go to Chris in Manhattan. What's up, Chris?
Hey, guys. Interesting about Benj. I think there's a big difference between, for a prospect, making the team out of spring training as opposed to getting called up in the middle of the season, right? Because, first of all, you have the time to kind of relish it. You know, when they call people in the middle of the season, they could be in a losing streak and the team could be desperate, so there's not a lot of time. I just think there's something, I agree with you, Evan, that there's something more profound about making the team out of spring training and being selected and starting opening day.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Correct me, Evan.
Yes.
what's the roster move they have to make to get him on the team?
They have to add him to the 40-man roster. He's not even on it.
And so what does that do to the roster?
Oh, it usually could involve DFAing Dickie Lovelady for the 500th time if he doesn't make the team.
Right.
Or
so
it could involve.
So my point is, it's easy.
Oh yeah, I'm not concerned about that.
This is not the, I don't know, whatever, the roadblock.
Well, but
It's who's coming off the roster.
Let's say it is, though. You can still say he made the team without making the actual roster move. Like, you can say, yes, he's made the team.
But then it's not official. And so, you're right, but it then feels not official.
That's not the reason, though.
Do you think that's I'm trying to find reasons.
It's just,
unless it's the viral moment, which is likely is.
Well, we're going to find out if there's a viral moment.
They're just deciding, we got to make this roster move, and then we'll make it official, and then we'll have our, it just feels like there's, I don't know. There's no reason not to.
Let's go to John in Queens. Hey, John.
Hey, guys, thanks for taking a call. First off, I cry every time Jimmy Morris gets called up. I've seen that movie about 24 times. Every time he's on the phone with his wife, I cry about getting the blazer, and he's got to tell his kid. It makes me cry right now.
Yeah.
Carson Benz.
Thank you.
Carson Benz, I think, I always said, I don't care what kind of spring training he has. I want him to start in the minor leagues because he didn't really do that well in AAA. I would love to say to the kid, hey, you had a great spring training. Go to Syracuse for 4 weeks and kill it there and make us bring you back. That's my feeling on it.
The reason I'm against that, John, is why did you ever say he has a chance to make the team? Then you lied. Like, if that was your plan all along, which is a fair one, like he did not perform well at AAA. So let's say the Met plan all along was, hey, no matter what he does in spring training, we want him to start the year in AAA. You could argue the Yankees did that with Carlos Lagrange.
Yeah.
Then don't say for months he's got a real chance to make the team.
Right.
Because then you were lying.
Right. It's the Jason Dominguez thing who they just sent down. Right. If you know that it's going to be tough, he's on the margin. Right. It's very unlikely that he's going to perform well enough to convince enough people that he should be here. Don't tell us he can make the team.
Yeah.
And then ultimately, he doesn't have the expectation that he can make the team. And then ultimately, when he earns the right to make the team, you don't want to disappoint him.
You got to put him on the team. Sean's going to have a tough time because Sean, for some reason, decided to pick a fight with not just me, but the audience, that Jimmy Morris making the Tampa Bay Devil Rays isn't a tear-jerking moment. So let's hear it from more people that realize that Sean's wrong, including Will in Huntington. What's up, Will?
How's it going, Evan and Tiki?
What's up, man?
Just want to bring up a movie here. Real tearjerker, Hardball.
Oh, I thought you were going to bring up my movie. All right, forget it.
Better example.
Can I ask a dumb question?
I don't remember.
What's Hardball?
Are you serious?
I've never
Keanu Reeves is the manager of an inner city team in Chicago of youths.
Never saw it.
Oh, Michael B. Jordan is on it.
Dude.
I never saw it.
It is the ultimate tearjerker.
I don't think I saw this either.
Yeah, I never saw
it.
it.
Great baseball.
When did it come out?
He's a ticket scalper, gambler, and now a Little League coach.
Who, Keanu Reeves?
Yes, for a ragtag team of kids in one of the toughest parts of Chicago.
Oh, that's
cool. It was almost like a tougher version of the original Mighty Ducks movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where like a guy gets forced
He's
to
no
coach
role
kids.
model, but his buddy Jimmy won't help him pay off his gambling debts unless he coaches Jimmy's corporate-sponsored team.
Oh, I'm in. I'm going to watch this with my kids. Is it like PG or is it a little rated R?
It is, but there's one moment that's going to take a sit down with your kids.
I'll tell you, the bad news bears you cannot watch with the kids.
I mean, is it fair? I mean, the movie's been out 20 years.
Oh, yeah.
What do you mean? Are you going to give away the ending of the movie?
24 years.
The fan favorite that you love in the movie right before the championship game gets shot and killed.
Well, that sucks.
It's hard, and you cry your eyes out.
But
Because you don't see it coming.
That's
horrible.
That's very different. That's sad, which happens. There are lines in Bad News Bears that I was like, I do not remember that being a thing.
Yeah.
Hardball's not like that.
Right out the gate.
Right.
Hardball's not like that.
And that movie's PG.
I know. Well, that just shows you where America was 40 years ago.
100%.
When it came out that was okay. Yeah, I apologize. I've never seen that movie.
That's a bad job by you.
I've never seen it.
Okay, but he's Mr. I
Baseball,
love everything
right. He's Mr.
baseball. I'm
Baseball,
crying
right.
at the rookie. You don't see Hardball?
Here's the thing about being like who I am. When have I claimed I've seen every baseball movie? Have I ever made that claim?
The moment you say you've cried at, of all things, the random movie, The Rookie, which is not even a top 10 baseball movie of all time, you got to have seen Hardball.
Sean, I didn't say it was a top 10 baseball movie. I said the moment they called up Jim Morris, I cried.
But you're missing a point. You've seen the movie, is my point.
Yeah.
You can't not see better baseball movies in the same era and have seen that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
It says his funeral scene, this is G-Baby, where he is remembered for his love of the game and his team, is widely considered one of the saddest moments in sports movie history.
I had to go for a walk first time I saw it.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah.
But by all means,
Death is tough.
Cry over a guy making the race.
Yeah, but Sean, I never
At
saw.
40.
Yeah, exactly.
I never saw this movie to say, like, that's not a tearjerker. Like, maybe it probably is. Why does me saying I cried when Jim Morris made the raise have anything to do with me crying when a dude got shot in this movie?
You just think less of yourself now, and it's okay.
Why?
Because you're seeking out sad movies, baseball movies in particular, and you haven't seen this one.
Good
So
point,
He's
Tiki.
shaming you.
Let the sad come to you.
Yes.
You guys are ticking me off today. Yeah. I'm not seeking out sad baseball movies. Jim Morris was a great story. It was a true story. It was a Disney movie. So I saw it. I didn't see it because I wanted to cry. I didn't see it because I wanted to, take that napkin out and wipe my eyes. You guys are hot stuff.
Use a tissue, not a napkin. They're ridgy and it'll rub your eyes the wrong way.
That's a very good point. We'll get back to your calls next. 888-808-1019.
This Fan Focus is sponsored by Chef IQ, precision cooking, effortless results, chefiq.com. The Offensive Player of the Year and Super Bowl champion JSN has reached an agreement with the Seattle Seahawks on a 4-year, $168.6 million contract this morning. It makes him the highest paid wide receiver in NFL history. And keep an eye on that number, Giant fans, because Malik Neighbors will eventually top it. This Fan Focus was sponsored by Town Fair Tire. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Got into the Met decisions. We'll get into the Yankee decisions around their rotation and why it makes and doesn't make sense. Plus more of your calls on St. John's and everything else going on in the sports world. 888-808-1019.
Yeah, that JSN contract, $42 million.
Give the New York Giants a big round of applause.
Why are you judging the Giants? They haven't signed Malik Neighbors yet. Evan, if new windows and doors have been on your list, don't wait. Windorama is offering up to 40% off your installation project when you purchase and install with them. We're talking major savings, top quality brands, and expert installation all at once. Upgrade your home and take advantage of savings. Visit Windorama.com or visit one of their showrooms today. Windorama, your window and door specialist since 1977.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
The University of Florida should be embarrassed losing to Iowa as a 10.5-point favorite on Sunday night, the only one seed to not make it to the round of 16. And terrible job by Florida coach Todd Golden with the press at the end. Bennett Sturts easily beats the press, and then Florida doesn't even get a shot up at the end of the game, much like Houston didn't in the national title game last year against Florida. Bad job by the Gators. I'm Nick Costos.
My perfect day has sand, salt water, and friends. But my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis can take me out of the moment. Now I'm all in with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi. Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. With Skyrizi, most people saw 90% clearer skin, and many were even 100% plaque-free at 4 months. Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
The all-new 2026 Mazda CX-5 is designed to give you more of what matters. More passenger space and headroom for greater comfort. More cargo space, a lower lift-in height, and a standard power liftgate on every model. More connectivity with Google built-in integration, plus Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Balancing style, advanced technology, and craftsmanship in a family-friendly SUV that delivers exceptional value. Get more with the all-new 2026 Mazda CX-5, the smart choice. Visit your local Mazda dealer or MazdaUSA.com.
This baseball season, FanDuel is letting you choose your own reward for opening week. Betting customizations that transform how you experience the game. Make your choice and the reward will be ready to use on your next MLB bet. FanDuel is the home of home runs. Maybe you'll take Aaron Judge or Juan Soto to hit a home run. Or maybe you'll take a long shot to go deep, like a team to get out to an early lead. You could take them for the first 5 innings on the money line. The options are endless at FanDuel Sportsbook, so ready to play your game? Head to FanDuel.com/New York to choose your reward for MLB's opening week. FanDuel, an official partner of the MLB. We all love the app around here. It's safe and secure, and when you win, you get paid instantly. FanDuel Sportsbook is the official sportsbook of WFAN.
21 and over and physically present in New York. Opt-in required. Rewards are non-withdrawable. Restrictions apply, including bonus and token expiration. Leg requirements and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Call for the gambling problem. Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
If you're in the market for a great deal on Toyo tires, get to Town Fair Tire for your absolute best deal. Because at Town Fair Tire, you get the guaranteed lowest price on any Toyo tire. Plus, you get free services for life. And we honor all valid Toyo tire rebates. For the absolute best deal on Toyo tires, get to Town Fair Tire. Because nobody beats a Town Fair Tire deal. And I mean nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
The pros know nobody beats FW Web. With extensive inventory, personalized service, and a fleet of trucks across the Northeast, FW Web supports all customers, from one-van contractors to large facility operators. For planned projects, emergency jobs, or maintenance, FW Web has what you need, when and where you need it. For plumbing, heating, HVAC, refrigeration, propane gas, and PVF jobs. With over 100 locations, visit FWWeb.com to find one near you.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
If you're only good to your new friends, you're not going to have any old ones. Straight Talk gets it. That's why new and existing customers get free 5G phones on Verizon's 5G network. Pretty simple, really. You keep good people by being good people.
Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Taxes and fees apply. Plan purchase required for free phone offers. Copyright 2026 Verizon.
Baseball is back. Opening night is one exclusive game, and it's live on Netflix. On Wednesday, March 25th, the New York Yankees, led by seven-time All-Star Aaron Judge, head to the Bay Area to face Rafael Devers and the San Francisco Giants. A brand new way to watch Major League Baseball, and it all starts here. MLB opening night, Yankees vs. Giants, live on Netflix, Wednesday, March 25th at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific.
College basketball coverage is presented by Dr. Jay Shah and Samuel Institute for Pain Management. A slam dunk when it comes to the best doctor offering pain-relieving solution. Visit SamuelPain.com.
Get breaking sports news here. WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Let me be the first to just remind you of something as a Yankee fan that's going to really annoy you 3 days from now. And it's not that you don't know it now, it's that you're not annoyed yet. You won't be annoyed until it happens. And there's two things that will annoy the Yankee fan if you're not thinking ahead. Number one, the thing that will annoy you is that Cam Schlittler is starting the second game of the season and will not be allowed to throw more than 70 pitches. That will annoy a Yankee fan.
That is annoying.
And I get why. Yeah, it's annoying. It's smart. Like you're taking it easy. Remember, he got off to a brief kind of little bit of a delayed start to spring training because of, I forget what kind of soreness he felt. He felt something. I think it was a back issue.
Yeah, it wasn't anything. It wasn't like a lat or oblique or any of those things. It was just something simple that he got over really quickly.
And it just pushed back everything a couple of days. We always talk about this with pitchers in spring training. Get pushed back a week, it could actually affect you. So in the case of Schlittler, it's not affecting him making a start. He's going to start on Friday afternoon in San Francisco, but he's going to be on a restrictive pitch count of 70, which means if Cam Schlittler dominates and throws, 5 no-hit innings, but his pitch count is 70, I'm going to warn you, Sean, Aaron Boone is going to take him out of the game. And I know that is a very sensitive subject for you, but I'm just giving you that heads up now. But that's going to happen.
It's fine. Not in April. We're piggybacking. We got like 15 starters. We're good.
You're okay with Ryan Yarborough coming in?
Or Paul Blackburn.
Or Paul Blackburn?
Yeah.
Okay.
Should be Luis Hill, but neither here nor there.
But you're good with this?
Yes, of course.
Okay, so that won't bother you.
Shut up, Tubby.
Because he'll throw 110 and throw more shutout innings in a playoff game, so I'm good.
Okay. All right, good. So that one won't bother you. The second thing, and this is just being mad at the air, but it will annoy you. So the Yankees open up the season on Wednesday in San Francisco on Netflix, as we've talked about earlier.
Yeah.
Then they're off Thursday, which is kind of traditional that you have the open day just in case there's rain. Then they play Friday. Then they play Saturday, and then they're off on Sunday because it's only a 3-game series with the Giants. And because that's the way interleague play is, you just play everybody 3 times unless it's Mets Yankees. It's a little bit different. So then they start playing again, and then they get another off day. So the Yankees are going to take 1, 2, 3, and then a 4th off day the following week. They're going to have like 4 off days in the first week and a half of the season. And maybe it isn't Sean who will bitch, but I know Big Mac will because he wants his baseball.
Suck it!
And it's like you can't get in a rhythm and when the Yankees are off every other day.
Yeah. I mean, selfishly, I'm okay with this early start to the season. Then before you know, we're going to have baseball every day. We're okay. We'll live without the Yankees on Sunday. We'll have the Mets and hopefully St. John's UConn. We'll live.
Okay. So you're not annoyed about either of those things?
I got to be honest with you. Like, full disclosure, this only pertains to me. I have like a fundraiser event I have to go to Sunday afternoon. So the Yankees not playing is actually great for me. Because I can only, it's at a bar, so like they'll have the St. John's and the Mets on.
Right.
I prefer being locked into the Yankees.
No, you're being very selfish.
That'll be fun.
Oh, I'm getting boosted.
That does sound fun.
It's for Little League.
Wow, lovely. Look at that. I think that you are being selfish. I'm sure there are other people, again, probably Big Mac, who is not going to be happy with the start and stop nature
Welcome to hell!
to this season.
Anytime you're off on a Sunday in general, it's weird. You're used to the opening day, like day off.
Yeah.
The Sunday is weird.
No, and you know who had it last year? The Mets. I don't know if you guys remember that.
I don't remember that.
The Mets opened in Houston on a Thursday.
Oh, yes.
And then they didn't have the off day because they didn't need the rain off day because it's obviously a dome. So they played Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Then they were off Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm telling you right now, and maybe this is me. I'm like Big Mac. We're obsessed with baseball's back. I want to watch every day. It's my companion that never leaves me. Not having baseball on a Sunday should be like against the law.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's
just
weird.
That's a bit above anything else. But since it's the first one, I think you live knowing you have them that point forward.
You're okay with it.
You got basketball.
That's true.
Yeah.
No, you do. You're right. You got something to distract you.
Unlike previous years, there's a local team that we're going to pay attention to.
Well, that's assuming that the St. John's gets to Sunday.
Oh, they get to Sunday.
They're beating Duke.
Oh, wow. You guys are very confident.
We are getting the 4th St. John's UConn game. You could feel it. You could sense it. And it's going to be a historical Sunday. Right?
Yeah, the season will not feel complete unless they have 4.
They're going to the Final Four, dude.
Holy crap. Just keep going. Yeah. Are you going to one-up him here,
No,
Tiki?
I'm not going to go national championship.
They could damn near win the whole thing.
Oh, here we are. You just went all the way. I don't know who's going to win Friday. I'm not ready to formulate an opinion. I'm still kind of thinking about it. I'm going to watch some tape. I'm going to study a little bit. But you guys are already here on Monday afternoon saying St. John's is beating Duke. Of course they're playing Sunday.
There are certain things that just have a feel. And you said something last week, and I think it rained in yesterday at the moment. They have a little 07 Giants feel to them, the St. John's.
You like that comp.
Let's not forget, the Kansas game got close. They should have destroyed them.
They should have.
They should have beat them by 20.
They should have walked into this Sweet 16 against Duke with 2 blowouts.
Yes.
2 like non-sweaters, if you will. All right, so Sean is not annoyed by Schlittler having a pitch count. He's not annoyed by the Yankees having a lot of off days. I'm going to try one more thing. Just one more thing.
All right.
Are you annoyed with the fact that Luis Hill is not starting the season in the Yankees rotation and Ryan Weathers and his 14 ERA is?
Annoyed is the wrong word. I'm perturbed, I guess would be the better word. It feels like Brian Cashman. This is the first thing in 2026 of many where he made this deal for Weathers. They only need 4 starters, and he wants to prove to everybody how smart he was about that trade, and we'll just treat Luis Hill like, old goods because he's got the option. He
also could be saying we're treating him like that because he needs more time to get ready.
That is true.
I think we're pretty good.
Okay. I mean, I'd argue if
that's
he's
more
back,
how I took it.
If he's back by April 9th, I mean, is it that much more time to get ready?
Well, both guys had uneven spring trainings.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like, Ryan Weathers wasn't good either. I saw him pitch in person in that Met-Yankee game down in Port St. Lucie. So he didn't have a good spring. Obviously, Hill's last start wasn't good either. So I wouldn't go crazy about performance. Obviously, they don't either because Carlos Lagranja didn't make the team, and he was unbelievable.
Yeah, neither did Dominguez.
Neither did it. Well, yes. No, you're right. That's
probably
fine.
Great draft by Sean and Tiki.
Well, what'd you guys do?
We took Lagrange.
Oh, that's right. You did.
We did. You're damn right we did.
Well, everything's not always about you guys.
Yeah, it is.
Sticking that in the middle of the
I know we're going to continue heel, but I'm shocked at you. There's one thing that should annoy me and every other Yankee fan, and you didn't bring it up.
Hold on a second. Anthony Volpe is beginning a rehab assignment in like a week and a half.
No.
That's not
Dominguez?
it. That's not it.
You could take a guess.
Dominguez?
No. No.
Hold on. No, don't tell me. The fact that Ben Rice isn't the backup catcher and you're carrying a third catcher with J.C. Escara.
Right.
No, we like J.C. Escara.
Right. The Mets are carrying 3 catchers, too.
No, they're not.
Aren't they?
No. Where you get that info from?
Don't they have 3 catchers on the 40-man? I just looked at the 40-man.
Oh, yeah, but Hayden Sanger was sent down.
He was the 4th.
Yeah. No, he was the 3rd. Who's the 4th guy? MJ Melendez ain't a catcher. He's going to the minors, too. Who else you got? Austin Barnes?
Now I got to find it again.
You're listening to the wrong Mets podcast. Wait, one more guess, Sean. You're annoyed that Randall Grichuk made the team.
No, Evan, this is so bad by you.
Okay, hold on. I'm not done yet.
I can't believe you still want to guess. It's the easiest thing in the world. All it takes is counting.
Counting? The 4-man?
The 4-man?
Jesus. I'm just going to tell you guys.
Just tell me what you're annoyed by.
I'm lost. I have no idea what you're even referring
Count
to, Sean.
them. Will Warren is starting the home opener at Yankee Stadium.
Oh.
Can we have some sacredness? And I like Will Warren.
That's what annoys you?
They should have lined it up where Cam Schlittler was starting the home opener. I'm sorry. I understand that game 1 to start the year is Max Fried.
You?
Of course it is. The home opener means something. We went through this a couple years ago when Marcus Stroman wouldn't move in the rotation because he had to start the home opener. You had a chance. I understand Fried's going to start opening day. Right. You got to line it up where Cam is starting the home opener. You have to. Will Warren starting the home opener at Yankee Stadium? Get lost.
Who started the home opener last year?
Last year?
Yeah.
It was the home opener. It was regular opening day. It was Max Fried.
Okay. Who started the home opener?
That is pretty bad. I see why you're annoyed.
Really?
Yeah, I can see why you're annoyed.
Symbolic, man.
No, it's Yankee Stadium. It's the home opener, and you could line it up this way. If Cam Schlittler's only throwing 70 pitches anyway, why can't he pitch game 4 of the year and start the home opener?
Well, by the way, that's actually probably the better point of if he's not ready, why not push him back a little bit?
Right.
Where, I mean, you don't even have to have him make the first start. I guess that would annoy you too. But I think what you're doing, which is unfair, is you're kind of disrespecting Will Warren.
I'm not.
Will Warren went out and made every start last year, and I know his numbers weren't flashy, but he had a really solid year. He had a great spring training. He's got a chance to be really good. Like, why are you crapping on Will Warren?
I was a Will Warren.
That's weird.
I was a Will Warren defender last year. I think he's an innings eater. Will Warren is just, that's not going to juice you up home opener. Like, give us Cam.
Sean, it's the home opener. Anybody would juice you up. Like Carl Pavano could come out of his famous MRI tube.
No, he couldn't.
He'd pump you up. It's opening day.
It means something, Evan. Yankee State, we're bending the knee and letting the Mets for once open the season at home. Like, it means something.
That's kind of every other year, but okay.
If we're starting on the road, can we get give us Cam. I'm asking for Cam. I'm respecting that Fried's going to start opening day. Give me Cam Schlittler.
That's a weird one to be annoyed
I'm
about.
right. You know I'm right.
No, because I went through all the other things that maybe you could be annoyed about. Volpe's coming back soon. Heel's not starting the season in the rotation.
No, the home opener. We're going to the game. We got Will Warren starting.
Okay. We are going to the game, and I can't wait. I don't care what the weather is. It's opening day. It doesn't matter who's pitching.
Of course it matters.
It really doesn't.
Because it's an honor of respect to go, I started the home opener at Yankee Stadium. Cam Schlittler earned that right. He did. He earned that right. If Max Fried's starting opening day, he's next in line. That should have been lined up. I'm sorry, that matters. And I like Will Warren. Will Warren's not a home opener kind of starter. He's just not.
What do you mean he's not? Like
Will Warren's a good fourth, fifth man
was
rotation.
Like his first full year in the major leagues. You don't even know what he is.
We're talking about Andy Pettit and El Duque and Clemens.
And Carl Pavano.
And
Carl Pavano started a home opener.
Okay, he was a prize free agent.
You're using history.
I'm using history. Max Fried last year, Garrett Cole, Masahiro Tanaka, CC Sabathia, Will Warren. Come on.
That's a weird one. I didn't see that one coming, T.
Yeah.
I really didn't. But you know what? You are the voice of Yankee fans, so that's fine.
How many Yankee fans didn't even think of it? You're welcome. Big Mac hadn't thought of it. I thought of it.
Today's the debut of Big Mac's new podcast, the Go Get 'Em podcast.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice.
I wonder if he will address this controversy on the Go Get 'Em podcast. I'll make you this prediction. If he does, he will defend Aaron Boone.
Of course.
Suck it. That's my prediction.
It doesn't matter who starts the home opener.
Well, I happen to agree with him. Like in this case, I think he's right. Let's get back to your calls. 888-808-1019. Mike is in Fair Lawn, New Jersey. What's up, Mike?
Hi, guys. 2 points, if I may. Evan, your comparison on when traditional TV went to cable TV is totally different than today's situation.
How's that?
Well, with cable, I could pay for sports packages, that covered pretty much what you needed. Nowadays, the money grab keeps coming at you separately with Netflix, Peacock, Apple,
Let me ask you this, though.
On and on and on.
No, you're right. Let me ask you this, because, I don't know the answer. If you added up 3 or 4 services, do you think that would equal or surpass the cable bill? Because the cable bill is pretty high, too, and higher than $9.99 a month or $12.99 a month, right?
Well, I haven't, I remember Consumer Reports did a thing comparing, and it was no bargain either way.
I agree. I don't think it's
keep adding and adding and adding.
I'm not, Mike, I'm not trying to defend it by any stretch. I'm just trying to explain it in a fairer way, because we can just talk about how the past was so much better, but we have to acknowledge that the past had similar things. Sometimes worse, sometimes it is better. So in the case of the streaming services, I get it. The old heads say, this is crazy. I got 18 services. But it's also cheaper than what your cable bill was.
Right.
And you were forced to get everything. While here, you're not really forced to get everything. I mean, I guess if you want to watch every game, you may be. But you know what I mean? Like, you can buy, I'm going to buy Netflix, but I'm not going to buy Amazon Prime. I don't want that great delivery service and the great service.
Yeah, well, Amazon is kind of a cheat code for Amazon because you kind of already had it if you had Amazon Prime.
Well, we assume everyone has it, but how many people have Amazon Prime? I'd have to look that up too.
My wife had the nerve this weekend when going through how many streamers. Do we even need Amazon Prime? I said, do we? The whole reason we have it is you.
Exactly. That's exactly
I couldn't believe
right.
it. She's like, well, you're, the Yankees. I go, yeah, it's for you.
It's my benefit for you shopping all the damn time.
I don't even think that I'm paying for it because you just don't stop ordering crap.
What did she say to that?
Oh, I guess I never really thought of that. What do you think? These boxes miraculously appear?
And Amazon Prime, I'd argue, one of the great inventions of all time.
No doubt.
Like yesterday, my 2 sons are fighting over WWE 2K. They both want to play with me, right? They don't want to play with each other. They want to play with me, which means my job, besides doing a talk show with you, is I'm a designated WWE 2K player. Like, that's all I do. Here's an hour for Spence. Here's an hour for Jet.
That's a lot.
It's a lot. So finally, Jet was like, why don't you get a third controller? It's like, son of a bitch. It's a great,
Can you play 2-on-1?
Well, you could do triple threat matches. You could do all sorts of things.
Oh.
Royal Rumble, we're all in it. Like, you're right. We can't have 2-on-1 because that causes a fight too, unless it's both of them versus me.
Right.
So I go to Amazon, and, it's expensive to buy a controller. Delivered that day.
Yeah, right. It's like 3 hours, and it's there.
8 a.m., I say I need a controller. It was in my house's foyer at 5 o'clock.
Amazing.
That is unbelievable. Now, I guess your argument could be, but Evan, you could have just gotten a car and drove to Best Buy if it's still around and bought it that way.
I think Best Buy is still around.
Is it?
Yeah.
One near me closed down, so I wasn't sure. But yeah, you're right.
Why didn't you just do that? Then you could have had it at 10 o'clock.
Because I'm lazy. I'm tired.
Yeah.
You know what I spend most of the week doing? Driving.
Yeah, of course. So same with us.
You know full well.
Of course.
It was the old line Beningo had. He said, the toughest part about the job is the commute.
It's so true.
It was the wisest thing he ever said.
That's right. That's why I'm like 10,000 miles over on my car.
Me too.
Because I drive everywhere.
Like, Tiki and I will never complain about this job. This is the greatest job in the world. We talk about sports. We hang out. It's an honor to do it, especially at this radio station. The toughest part is just commuting.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Right.
Take that out. It's
It's just one bottleneck. I have 2, actually. One right before you come into the city and one at Newark Airport. Those are my 2 bottlenecks.
Oh,
Without those, that's 40 minutes off my drive.
Crazy, right? Let's go to Mike in New Rochelle. What's up, Mike?
Hey, Mike.
Hey, good afternoon, guys. How we doing this afternoon?
All's
How
well.
we doing? So I got a couple of points here. First, a big up to my man BT. I know he's got to be on cloud 9 just the way I am. I'm just proud
Took
of my
a beating
Giants.
today, by the way.
Yeah.
But that's another story.
Right.
Anyhow, yes.
But St. John's is rocking it.
From that perspective, yes.
All right. Number 2, I want to give Sean some reassurance. I have a friend of mine that works for Netflix, and they will be taking all of the Adam Sandler movies off Netflix as of midnight.
Really?
Tuesday. Yeah, because then there will be no buffering for the Yankee game. Oh, anyway.
What just happened here?
Why?
Well, hold on. Was that a joke? I'm so confused.
Well, Adam
What
Sandler.
did I miss?
Well,
All right.
Adam Sandler has a deal with Netflix.
Right.
And so it's a ton of movies.
I gotcha.
And so because everybody's watching Adam Sandler movies, it causes a backload in the servers.
Is that true?
And the buffering.
Probably not.
Probably not. But it's like the most thing that's on Netflix.
Adam Sandler is everywhere on Netflix.
No, I totally get that. I just wasn't sure if it was a joke that went over my head.
Joke. Yeah, it did. It went over your head.
Okay, it did. So then not taking.
You don't have buffering issues? You never had buffering issues?
I don't want to jinx myself going into Wednesday, but no.
You don't. Did you not watch the Tyson fight?
Exactly. The live sports end up having buffering issues.
Here's what I will tell you about
it's because everybody's trying to watch it, but then there's other people watching Adam Sandler movies.
Oh, interesting. So the Tyson fight, I'll never forget. I watched it the next day and had no issues, but probably because it was the next day.
Yeah.
But the thing I do watch on Netflix, and a lot of times is live, is of course Monday Night Raw. Mm. I'm a wrestling fan, so I'm used to Netflix because I watch Raw.
No buffering with Raw issues?
I've never had an issue.
Yeah, not enough people are watching. That's
I'm not saying you're wrong, but so you're now. Hold on, you'll love this as the football guy. Is enough people going to be watching Yankees Giants? I mean, this isn't the NFL.
No, because it's not national.
Well, it's national, but nationally people aren't going to care. Is that what you meant?
Yeah.
Like it's national. Everybody can watch it.
Like
But
the Cardinal fan is not watching Yankees Giants.
Like in theory, you think they would only because if baseball's back, it's like the first football game. This is the first baseball game. But you're right. Baseball just doesn't have that national.
Yeah. Why would they be interested?
Because baseball's back.
Right. But then they can just wait till the next day when their team plays.
No, you're right.
I think it's going to flop. Like in terms of viewership.
Well, but the problem with the flopping and if it's going to flop or not is look at wrestling.
And it won't matter because they won't tell us.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Like, they don't tell us how Raw does. Mm-hmm. You know, we used to get the Raw ratings all the time. It was the old Monday Night Wars between WCW and WWE. And you would see that on regular TV, Raw had been sinking over the last bunch of years, mainly because live TV is sinking. Like, other than the NFL, everything's in the decline.
Right.
Everything. Like, no one gets big viewers on TV because there's so many choices other than the NFL. They're the one thing that's like, they're not affected by this. Now Raw goes to Netflix, and that happened, a year and a half ago? Mm-hmm. No one has any idea how many people are watching it.
Right.
And same thing with Raw Christmas, NFL Christmas. Did they ever tell us how many people watched the Christmas game? I mean, maybe they did.
I think they did. But then again, how do we even know is that based on somebody tuning in for 2 minutes?
Yeah.
Is that based on the longevity? I think they could fudge those numbers a bit.
Exactly. So we'll actually never know.
Were they on their Yule log and then, hey, Netflix is having an NFL game.
Were they on their Yule log?
Yeah. Don't you watch the Yule log?
Nah, I do put it in the background. You're right.
All right. Now where do you get the Yule log? Because they have a plethora of them on Netflix.
I don't know where do you get your Yule log.
A lot of innuendo here, too.
It's a Yule log. What are you talking about? It's on TV. They play music, and it's just a crackling fire.
It's just when you say log. Yeah. We're children.
You guys are children.
Just picturing Chevy Chase at Christmas Vacation. You know, not to say it's a log.
Just remember what the show is, right? Intelligent, smart guy, mature, and the children. That's the show.
And to answer your question, MSG Channel 11 or Channel 55 every Christmas morning.
Really?
Yeah.
All you've got to do is go on YouTube.
They used to, yeah.
But all you got to do is go on YouTube now. Like, all you got to do is just write Yule log, and you can get it anytime you want.
That's too easy.
I mean, that's too easy.
You got to work for it.
You got to work for it.
You don't search YouTube on you log on YouTube. That's too easy.
All right. Joe was a big Yule log guy. Remember him telling me that. He would always say, Christmas morning, I put the Yule log on. I stared at it for 5 hours.
I liked opening.
I do the same.
No, I know. It's just, for some reason, it was funny when Joe would describe it. Like him doing it, just sitting there, kind of hanging out.
Look at him, imagining him doing it. It's just funny.
That's right. Sharon's on Staten Island. What's up, Sharon?
Hey, Sharon.
Hey, guys. You missed another annoying thing about this Yankee opening weekend.
Yeah.
The Monday and Tuesday night games are at 9:40 in Seattle.
No, you're right.
Like we jump right into these West Coast messes.
Yeah. No, it's tough. Like, I'm dealing with it right now because the Nets are on a West Coast trip, but it's also easier for me to say, what am I doing? Just shut it off.
Slag nut Nets.
But it is tough to start a season in which the baseball season, it has to retrain you. You know, if you're a diehard baseball fan, you watch mostly every game. It's like a retraining of, oh, wow, I have a commitment every single night. And to have it right out of the gate, get a couple of 9:40 games is tough. But here's the good news. It's only 2. Like, they're in San Francisco and Seattle. They're beginning the season with a West Coast trip. And out of the 6 games they play, 2 of them are late games. That's it.
Yeah.
The rest of them
eight's
aren't.
not bad. The 8 o'clock start for opening for their first game is not bad.
I agree. It's closer to what we're used to.
Yeah, that's right.
And then the Friday game is 4 o'clock for God knows what reason. I know why, because Craig made a phone call.
Yeah.
He said, you know what I want? I want an easy Friday.
Right. I don't want to do my show today.
And then Saturday is a 7 o'clock game.
Yeah.
These times are just, they make no sense. And think about what it is in California. A 5 o'clock, a 1 o'clock, and a 4 o'clock.
Very odd. Yeah, but you could look at it as a win. They have 6 games on the West Coast. Only 2 are played late at night.
That's exactly what I just said.
I know.
Listen to the show.
I understand. I'm just saying, reiterating, if you bring it home like that, that's it. I made it easier for them.
Yes, because then the wrapper-upper of the Seattle series is another, 4 o'clock game.
It is. Thank you, Craig.
Yeah. Right. I think he pulled
and then that Friday, it's a 1 o'clock game.
That's opening day.
I know.
That's opening day.
But we'll be there, but he won't be on air.
No, they'll be on after the game.
After.
They have to. That's a big show. Big Mac will definitely be on. That's Yankee opening day postgame show.
Okay.
Nah, he'll be on. We did it.
Did we?
Yes.
Yes. Matter of fact, I made it back from the stadium to the studios during the entire postgame.
And I was advising Big Mac on that because I said, are you going to go to opening day? He's like, yeah, I think so. I was like, are you going to leave early? And he was kind of up in the air in it. And I said, I'll tell you this. Last year, we challenged Sean. Now, obviously, very different situation where, how do I say this nicely? It was less of a big deal if Sean wasn't here by the show beginning.
I'd say same situation. Our names weren't directly in the title.
Suck it. But you did make it, by a couple of minutes, I think.
I had 10 minutes to spare.
Was it really 10 minutes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he was chilling before the show.
Okay. So then I guess Big Mac could pull it off. We'll come back with more of your calls, 888-808-1019, the toll-free number. A lot of people with opinions on St. John's, fantasy drafts, Carson Benj, and Will Warner starting the home opener. Plus, the Knicks beat my team on Friday night. You may not realize it. Why it was a huge win for the New York Knicks. No joke. Evan and Tiki here on The Fan.
This portion of the program is sponsored by Kalshi. Trade on anything. March matchups are here, and now you can trade the tournament in all 50 states on Kalshi. Trade game outcomes, spreads, and more on top seeds and potential Cinderella stories. For a limited time, download the Kalshi app and use code FAN to get $10 when you trade 10. Kalshi. Kalshi. Trade on anything. It was also sponsored by Total Orthopedics, the experts at getting you back to being you. Total Orthopedics is expanding across Long Island and New Jersey with offices coming to Babylon, West Babylon, Comac, and West Orange. From sprains and broken bones to complex sports injuries, Total Orthopedics has you covered.
Town Fair Tire honors any valid rebates, manufacturers or competitors' rebates. Yes, even any competitors' rebates. And we give you the guaranteed lowest price. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Town Fair Tire.
Aetna was there for me as I was going through a rough medical patch this year. I had peace of mind, which helped with my healing.
Those words from a real Aetna Medicare Advantage member speak to why U.S. News & World Report named us a best Medicare Advantage company. Because we show up on calls with members and doctors' offices when requested. We show up with the latest in online tools for easier access to healthcare. We show up for you. Because that's how healthier happens together. Member feedback has been edited for length and clarity.
It's Tiki Barber with 2 words any business owner wants to hear. Extra income. Amazon Hub Delivery is looking for New York businesses to assist with local deliveries. You get paid for each package delivered. Amazon Hub Delivery has no startup cost, no long-term contracts, and no delivery experience required. If you're a New York business ready to assist with local deliveries, sign up today at Amazon.com/Hub Delivery. That's Amazon.com/HUB Delivery.
This is Tiki Barber. You definitely don't want your heating system to fail this winter. So call my friends at Edison Heating and Cooling, New Jersey's heating experts. Have them check your heating system before it breaks. I know Edison Heating and Cooling. They can fix anything. Go now to EdisonHVAC.com.
Diving for that grounder got you grounded? Oof. We've got specialists for that. Layup, take you down? We've got specialists for that. With 45 Castle Connolly top doctors, Orland & Cohen specialists are considered among the best in the nation by their peers, which can mean a better outcome for you. From Staten Island to Southampton, our network is open 7 days a week, so you can feel better, faster. Visit OrlandCohen.com.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right? It doesn't clean as well.
80% water?
I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Oh, let me make an announcement.
Attention shoppers, if you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Stop paying for watered-down detergents. Pay for clean. If it's gotta be clean, it's gotta be Tide Pods. Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
Pizza's here.
Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Todd, I've come to Ramsey Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram to make a declaration of deals on all Jeeps at Ramsey.
And during the Declaration of Deals sales event happening now, you can save big on a new 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee El Laredo X 4x4.
Lease for $199 a month for 24 months or purchase with 0% APR financing for 60 months.
And no monthly payment for 90 days.
Check out the new 2026 Jeep Wrangler 4-Door Sport S 4x4 for just $289 a month for 36 months.
Or purchase and get 0% APR for 36 months and no monthly payments for 90 days.
The Declaration of Deals sales event at Ramsey Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram.
Exceptional people, exceptional deals.
Call 833-853-2969 for details. $2,500 down plus tax, title, registration, and fees. 0 security deposit. VIN number S8737680. 0% APR at 1667 per 1,000 financed. VIN number TW238472. 0% APR at 2778 per 1,000 financed. Deferred payment for qualified buyers through Stellantis Financial. Interest accrues from date of purchase. Offers end 3/31/26.
The pros know nobody beats FW Web. With extensive inventory, personalized service, and a fleet of trucks across the Northeast, FW Web supports all customers, from one-van contractors to large facility operators. For planned projects, emergency jobs, or maintenance, FW Web has what you need, when and where you need it. For plumbing, heating, HVAC, refrigeration, propane gas, and PVF jobs. With over 100 locations, visit FWWeb.com to find one near you.
We all hear the radio
America,
ads
look
about
around.
the IRS.
Everywhere you
They
go,
tell
prices
you're
are still
afraid.
high, rates have been whipsawing markets, and the debt and spending don't exactly scream stability. Experts say diversifying with intention is the #1 secret account that all American smart money uses to hedge against instability. Monetary Gold has been around since 2000, witnessing multiple economic setbacks. If you call now, Monetary Gold will cover up to a lifetime of your IRA fees on qualified accounts. Call Monetary Gold now at 877-NOW-GOLD. That's 877-NOW-GOLD. Performance may vary. You should always consult your financial and tax professional.
Who says vaping is safer than cigarettes? Science does not support that belief. Vapes can contain a variety of chemicals, flavoring agents, cancer-causing elements, and other harmful substances. High levels of nicotine in some vapes can be more likely to lead to addiction, and chemical ingredients are not always listed accurately on vaping packages. Vaping can also damage your DNA, your heart, your lungs, and even your smile. Enough with the puff. Learn more at ul.org/vaping.
Sponsored by Underwriters Laboratories.
Back to Zaire to the rim and a two-hand slam.
It's Monday Night NBA with the Nets and Trailblazers. 10 o'clock tonight.
Williams right wing three. Good!
The home of Brooklyn Nets basketball is The Fan. 101.9 FM and always live on the iHeartRadio, TuneIn, and Odyssey apps.
All right, before we get to Sean Cinco de Luncho, and of course, everybody on hold, we appreciate you waiting. 888-808-1019. Quick game. The Knicks beat the Nets on Friday in a very close game they almost blew.
A chippy one.
Chippy game. I thought Danny Wolf and Mitchell Robinson were going to fight. In fact, I was hoping that they would. It was up to me. Obviously, the comments after the game that were made by Josh Minot, who then doesn't play in the game against Sacramento, but whatever. That's not even the point. And obviously, the Knicks beat the Washington Wizards on Sunday. I want you to try to figure out why, because I'm not being sarcastic. This has nothing to do with the Nets. This is just purely true. Why the Knicks win on Friday against the Nets was so significant, and it was. So I'm going to give you guys one guess, and I'll just tell you the reason. And again, no troll here. It's all real.
It has something to do, I'm going to guess, with draft picks.
Has something to do with draft picks. No, you're very wrong about that.
Well, whatever.
Why would a Knicks fan care about draft picks? They don't own any.
I know.
I'm just kidding. I mean, they do, but they don't. Sean, any guess on?
But the Nets own them.
Not this year, but yes, fair point. Has nothing to do with draft picks. Honestly, doesn't have much to do with the Nets. A little bit, but not really. Sean, your guess.
Some kind of ultimate tiebreaker to pass the Celtics for the 2 seed.
You're my guy. No, you absolutely nailed it. Because the Knicks beat the Nets on Friday, they have clinched a better divisional record than the Boston Celtics. The second tiebreaker.
Right, because they're 12-3 right now. The Celtics are 9-5.
Look at you.
Wow.
All over it. And obviously the Knicks have won two out of the
Sean.
3 meetings against Boston. So if Boston wins the 4th meeting to tie up the season series, the next tiebreaker would be divisional record, which they've already clinched due to Friday night's victory against the Brooklyn Nets.
Solid.
Good job, Sean. Did you be honest with me? Mike Breen kind of said it late in the broadcast last night. He didn't cite the net game. It was more just, hey, just so you know, divisional record, Knicks have the edge. They won the tiebreaker. Did you hear it from Mike Breen?
I may have. That's okay.
That's okay. I honestly didn't hear it from Mike Breen.
No, it wasn't that he
heard
said
from someone else.
He didn't say it directly, but I woke up to all the stories about how important the 2 seed was with the Celtics.
Well, and look, that's a different kind of discussion. Like, that's up to the Knicks fan on how important they actually think it is. Just so we know, the Celtics did lose last night against Minnesota. And so now Boston is only a half game ahead of the Knicks. They do have 1 fewer loss. So they kind of have that edge, but there's that head-to-head. So obviously if the Knicks win that head-to-head game in April at Madison Square Garden, it's all in front of them. Right. They win their games, and they would get the 2 seed, at least the 2 seed. I don't think they're catching Detroit. They're still 6 back, and Detroit has the tiebreaker. So I'm not even including the Pistons in this discussion.
And eventually the Knicks are going to stop playing all these tanking teams.
Yeah, they're on quite they're on quite
6 in a row. Pacers twice, Nets, Wizards.
And you know who they play tomorrow? The Pelicans.
Oh, yes.
Hey, it's the same schedule, pretty much for everybody.
Of course it is.
So,
but I'm just saying, the Knicks, for this little stretch, going back into Utah.
Yeah.
Going back to the Friday the 13th, as we talked about. It's wins over teams that aren't. Golden State is different, but
now,
teams that aren't trying.
In fairness, after they're done with the Pelicans, they take on the Charlotte Hornets, who have been a different team. They go to Oklahoma City, which I think will be a hyped up game. That's an NBC game,
right? They've
on
won
Sunday
11
night
in a row.
Yeah, they've figured things out,
right.
And they obviously had that classic at Madison Square Garden not too long ago. Then they go to Houston. So the schedule is about to stiffen up for the Knicks. But if you are big into the 2 seed, 3 seed thing. Obviously, I mean, it changes a little bit. Like, we don't know who they're matched up with in the first round. That's still kind of moving around. Who gets the 6, who gets the 7. So it's not like you're picking your first-round opponent. It's really about home court against Boston.
Right.
That's what it's about. And I don't know how much it means. Like, honestly, the Knicks kind of showed you last year. How much does it really mean? Does it mean a lot?
No.
I think
ultimately, no.
Like, would I rather have home court? Absolutely. If you give me the choice, sure. But I don't think it's like end-of-the-world stuff.
Right.
In my opinion.
Well, you're not trying to duck anybody.
No.
You're not trying to, well, let me wait till the Eastern Conference Finals till I see this team.
No, the only way that would change is if you fall to 4, and then all of a sudden you'd be matched up with Detroit. Again, I don't think Detroit's fallen out of 1. They've played well even without Cade, and they got a 5-game loss column lead on Boston, 6 on the Knicks. So I think it's really about the possibility of getting 2, and then the smaller possibility that they drop to 4, which would set you up not only in a potentially difficult 4-5 matchup, but again, that's fluid too because all those teams are bunched together. But really the story is you would avoid Boston till the Eastern Conference Finals. So that's, I guess, the only difference.
Right.
So what I would say, my IBO opinion on this whole thing is I'd prefer the 2 seed. I don't think it's that big of a deal. Like, that's how I would view it. Like, yeah, it'd be nice. But I think the Knicks proved last year they can win games on the road, and I would not get nuts about the regular season record home road.
Right.
So there you go. Knicks have that edge on Boston. Now, Sean, do us a favor and feed us.
Sean Moraes in the booth. Somebody hide the castle. Optics flying, phones ringing, Evans yelling. No! Tiki's laughing, chaos cracking. Nobody's in control. It's Cinco de Roncho. Bam! Crunch! Let's go!
Let's go! Happy Monday. Cinco de Luncho is brought to you by Helix Wireless, connecting everything everywhere. I called my shot. I told you guys on Friday, you need a better St. John's Cinco, that we would have one on Monday. So here it is, folks. The 5 greatest St. John's moments of my lifetime. As somebody born in 1987. My lifetime. Here we go.
Here we go! Number 5.
Hiring John Minko to be their play-by-play voice. Love Mink. It's got to be one of the great moments of my lifetime.
I love it. Nah, you're right. We got the bingo calls, and it makes Mink so happy, too. I mean, think about all the time he did Army football. He filled in with the Nets broadcast, but the St. John's one, like, you could just see it in his eyes. And Mink is, pound for pound, one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. One of the sweetest guys you'll ever meet, so I am happy for him. Good call.
Number 4.
Number 4 is a collaborative effort. Back-to-back Big East tournament titles last year and this year. I wouldn't have just put last year on there. But think about all those Big East tournaments we've either gone to, Evan, watched. They won back-to-back Big East titles.
It's kind of crazy.
It's crazy. All right, here we go.
Number 3.
Hiring Rick Pitino. Rick Pitino doesn't come to St. John's. It took a certain set of circumstances, but hiring Rick Pitino was one of the 5 greatest moments of my lifetime.
So I'll make this brief.
It's definitely surprising. Like, wow.
Yeah.
I went back to the archives of WFAN. I did not supply audio. I didn't think it was that entertaining, and I listened to everybody's opinion on the Pitino hire. It was universal. It was like, this is the guy that can do it.
Especially after Iona.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And the one line I had is I said, we're going to have a conversation on this radio station at some point about them winning a championship. That and kind of we're having it.
Right.
Yeah, we are.
So they're not there yet, but you're having it.
And I having a conversation.
And I am not original to that point because, again, you go through everyone at this station. It was all like, oh, my God, this guy could be the guy. So I would almost argue that could be higher.
Okay. Well, here we go.
Number 2.
Number 2, I think, is yesterday because it is a buzzer beater and because they were collapsing at one point and then did not lose. Sweet 16 bound for literally like the 3rd time of my life. Yeah, yesterday is number 2. And number 1.
Number 1.
I mean, it's still beating Maryland in the 1999 Sweet 16, led by Ron Artest, who would become a first-round pick, of course, in the NBA. Mike Jarvis in his first year at that point. They did lose in the Elite Eight.
To
Ohio State.
Very good.
And that
was a close game, too.
That is what is on the line Friday. The greatest moment of my lifetime in St. John's history could take place.
Yeah, I kind of agree. Like, 1999, because they did it, they knocked off a top team like Maryland and got to the regional final. Like, you're right. That's the top.
Right.
And this has a chance to eclipse it, especially with who they're facing. Not to knock Maryland, because Maryland was a hell of a program. They ended up winning a national championship. Memory serves correct, 2003, I think, was the year they won it. I think, or 2002. It was right around there the Terps won their national championship. So obviously,
Juan Dixon?
Yeah.
Wow.
Lonnie Baxter.
That's right.
That's a good pull.
You like that pull?
Because he wasn't a great pro.
Which one?
Dixon.
Both of them.
No, right?
I don't think either was. So that's the top one. But boy, if you beat Duke, and they've got not only an NBA player on their roster, multiple NBA players, they got a guy who may go number 1 overall. They have a guy that could come out and save the Brooklyn Net franchise.
Slag nut Nets.
Sorry to bring them up. But, like, you beat Duke to get to the regional finals, that may be your new number 1. So good call. It's all right in front of them.
It is all right in front of them.
What? It is. Am I wrong?
It's also a crapshoot.
Is that what you think? I'm quoting Aaron Boone right now?
Yes. Every time you say that, that's what I think of.
But you know what's funny about what Boone said? He's right.
Of course he's right.
It is all right in front of them, and it is a
But
crapshoot.
he said it so many times, it's a cliche.
Yeah, he ruined it.
Yes.
He ruined a good phrase.
That's right.
Which I think all of us have done at some point. Mm-hmm. We ruin something good because we use it over and over again. All right, let's get back to your calls. Let's go to Matt down in Florida. What's up, Matt?
Hey, gentlemen, what's going on? Hey, Marash, there was a game, I want to say, in the late 90s, and it was against Duke. I think it was at the Garden. I remember Bootsy Thornton had like 40. Correct me if I find that game.
That's a throwback.
Yeah, I don't remember who won the game, bro, but it was a great game. It was when, to me at least, St. John's was, becoming St. John's. So it might have been 99. Anyway.
I found it.
Hey, Marash,
I think you got the date. They lost in overtime at Madison Square Garden to Duke on January 24th, 1999. I don't have the box score, but I'm going to find it. Good call, though.
Okay. Yeah, I don't Google. I'm all memory. Marash, you got to be a liberal. Marash, you have to be a liberal. Hardball is the worst. Tiki, he's pandering. Tiki, he's one of those people that says he has black friends. Oh, look at my black friend, Tiki Barber.
I am friends.
You're moral licensing me?
Hey, Evan, let me give you a good movie that nobody knows about.
Hold on, before you continue. Your brain did a hell of a job. So here's what I got.
Go ahead.
From that overtime game, St. John's lost to Duke 92-88, in which they were calling.
Was he number 50, by the way? Check if he was number 50. Go ahead, I'm listening.
Well, he scored 40. Bootsy Thornton setting a career-high 40 points on 7 of 11 shooting from 3. Elton Brand of Duke with a 16.
Elton Brand, Peekskill, New York.
16 points, 12 rebounds, and 7 block shots. And Eric Barkley had an 11-assist performance. Yeah,
he had the one Band-Aid on his I played at Iona Prep, so I played against Omar Cook and Anthony Glover at Christ the King and in Rice. So I was big into that. The hell was I going to say? a good movie real quick before my Pitino thing. Evan, I forget the name. Justin Timberlake, and it's not the Curve movie with Clint Eastwood. That was okay. Yes, and Jeff Bridges, my favorite actor of all time. Just Google that. It was about 15 years ago. Really good movie. I'm not going to say tearjerker, but it was a good movie. Timberlake is his son. He's like a Hall of Famer.
The Open Road. The Open Road?
The Open Road. There it is. Yeah, found it. 2009, because the other one is Trouble with the Curve with Clint Eastwood. But, yeah, the one he's talking about is The Open Road from 1999. And it's about two fathers. Ted Danson's in that movie, too. And Mary Steenburgen. Isn't that the one who's married to Ted Danson?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so. The Open Road stars Jeff Bridges and Justin Timberlake as a pair of baseball players, father and son at different stages of their career. This is kind of interesting. All right.
Kate Mara.
A man embarks on a road trip with his girlfriend and estranged baseball legend dad. Did you say Kate Mara?
Yeah, Kate Mara is in it as well.
Wow.
Oh, I definitely got to watch it.
Isn't she the daughter?
I think she's the niece.
The niece.
She did a lot of things. She's like became like a famous actress. Did a million different things.
Right.
What's that show with the guy who got canceled?
What are you talking about? Kate Mara? Who is she?
Yeah.
It's Chris's daughter.
Chris's daughter.
No, he said that.
Oh, right.
No, I said, I was alluding to John Mara, and I said his niece, which, by the way, I'm right about.
Yes, that's correct.
That's what I thought you meant.
I meant the daughter in Trouble with the Curve.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you meant in relation to the Mara family. She was in that TV show with the guy who got canceled. What's his name? It was a political show. It was really good.
Oh, on Netflix.
Yeah, I guess. What was it called?
I don't remember that one.
Damn it.
Damn, you're
Ace
right.
of Spades.
House
Damn
of
it.
Spades.
House of Cards.
House of Cards.
Got it. That's how we come up with things.
Just keep talking until it sounds right.
Three schmucks just keep saying stuff.
Right. House of Cards.
House of Cards.
That's Zoe Barnes.
Yeah. That was some roll, man. Let's go to Pete in New York. What's up, Pete?
You say Pete Gorman?
Is that you?
That's you.
Yeah, April Park, right? Okay, so I have another scenario regarding bench.
Okay.
All right, I was told this morning that if the Mets send him down for 2 weeks at the beginning of the season, they gain another year of control over him.
Yeah. But then why would you say he has a chance to make the team? Like, if the Mets wanted to play games in terms of service time with Carson Bench, then you don't announce multiple times he has a chance to make the team. Because then it looks shady when he doesn't make the team.
And there's no other alternative for right field, or at least clear alternative for right field.
Any at 380. Like, when you mix in everything together, the no alternative for right field, his overall performance, it just would look bizarre for them to decide to do that. By the way, speaking of things we need to get to the bottom of, I don't think we're actually talking about that, but that's my transition. John Heyman. John Heyman? Yes. I was about to say Paul Heyman. Yeah. John Heyman in the New York Post wrote something that I cannot get over, and it needs to be investigated. Have you guys seen what John Heyman wrote?
No.
I don't know if this is getting enough attention.
Something got posted this weekend that I remember raising an eyebrow, and I never went back to it. I wonder if it's the same thing.
Okay, so John, I'm going to read it for you because I couldn't believe it when John wrote it, and then I went to fact check him, and I can't find if it's true. All right? You ready for this? Aaron Judge is the game's best position player and has been for at least a half a decade. So, of course, baseball has to be considered his greatest talent. But a close second might be his ability to disregard outside noise, much of which borders on nasty. Now, I read that and I'm like, oh, he must mean the criticism from the WBC. That's not what he meant.
What's he
Are you
talking
ready
about?
for this? I can't believe this is real. We need to fact check this.
Go ahead.
As ridiculous as it may seem, enough idiots booed Aaron Judge after he struck out against the Orioles in a spring training game on Friday that the sound was clearly heard inside a closed press box. That shameful episode served as an apt capper to a week when Judge was hit for suggesting the atmosphere around the WBC was bigger and better than the World Series. So he's claiming, and again, I don't have any proof of it because the game wasn't on television, but I went back to try to see if it was true. He claims that in Florida in spring training, people booed Aaron Judge.
Do not boo.
Like, well, it can't be true.
Well, they were playing the Orioles?
It was a home game for the Yankees. It was not on TV, and he's claiming that Yankee fans.
Do you think Oriole fans invaded, or these are Yankee fans booing?
Did you just say, did Oriole fans invade?
I'm just asking.
Is that a serious question?
Yeah. Why would a Yankee fan boo?
I don't know.
You can boo all you want.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
It is the end of spring training, and I know there's a lot of transplants down there. I'm not suggesting there weren't a lot of Yankee fans there, but if this is true, how much of this is just idiots being idiots because they view him as the villain that didn't win for Team USA?
I mean, are you trying to come up with excuses?
Yeah, to Tiki's point. Oriole fans, Philly fans,
and it's not here.
Rays fans.
This isn't Yankee fans in the Bronx. This is Yankee fans in spring training.
Yeah.
So are they really Yankee fans?
Dude,
I don't know. I'm just asking.
I went back to this game. It was not on television. It was it was in Tampa, home game.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Judge did take an offer and struck out every at-bat. So I was going to go through every at-bat just to see, there's no way this is true. But I couldn't because there's no, TV of it.
Right.
Wait, did we carry the game? Holy crap, we may have carried the game. I may have to go back to our radio coverage. Or I could ask someone around here. I could ask the great Kaplan, who does everything, and say, because they can't be proof that Yankee fans did that. They didn't do it. There's no Yankee fan. There's no Yankee fan dumb enough in spring training to be booing Aaron Judge because, Yankee fans don't even care that much about the WBC. So you can't tell me it's about the WBC.
And it's spring training after he's been gone for 2 weeks.
Right.
Yeah, so who cares if he strikes out 4 times?
It's unimaginable to me.
Yeah.
And, I was asking Sean to play the clip of him booing Aaron Judge. You know what Sean just told me? Can't find the clip.
All right, so
He can't find the clip when he was caught booing Aaron Judge at Yankee Stadium.
I have searched Morash booing, Morash Judge booing, all of it. The only thing I can find is me booing Carlos Rodon.
That did happen. Oh, I'll find it. Because you are the guy dumb enough, as they say, to actually go out and boo Aaron Judge, which you did.
Everybody could get booed.
Yeah, but in a spring training game, come on.
No, not in the spring training. This was not spring training when Sean booed him.
Yeah, you're asking me to pull up me booing him not at spring training. That's totally different.
Why'd you boo him?
Because he wasn't living up to the moment, and I after paying $45 to park, I thought it was in my best interest to boo him.
Is that why you booed him? By the way, I found the audio myself on my phone. Give me 1 second.
Oh, what a hero you are, Ev.
I am a hero.
By the way, I think that's how it's played every time from your phone. I don't think it's in the system.
Oh, you don't think so?
And I would also say I was foreshadowing. He is going to San Francisco Wednesday night.
A few years later. Yeah, so I like John. I think he's a hell of a reporter. For now, until there's evidence, fake news. Fake news. I just can't buy it. I can't believe that Yankee fans would do that. So I'm not going to attack Yankee fans. There's no way it's true.
Do not boo.
Anyhow, John in Maspeth, he would never do that. What's up, John? Hello, John. John going once. John is gone. That's okay. Steve and Brick. Hey, Steve.
Yeah, just about the Will Warren thing. First of all, tell Sean not to put down Will Warren. Watch him be the next ace. And also, if he's all busy, all concerned, who's opening day starter and home opener. So he said that Max Fried did it last year because it seems like he remembers a lot. It happened to have been Carlos Rodon last year. Just curious what his take on that is.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, so you got it wrong. I asked you earlier, since it means so much to you, who started opening day last year, and you said Max Fried, and our last caller saying it wasn't him, it was Carlos Rodon.
We didn't give the ball to Max Fried, huh?
I don't know. I have to double check.
Huh.
Which, by the way, doesn't that prove the fact that we have to check that it doesn't really matter that much? It really doesn't.
Now that he says that, I think I complained about this last year.
Well, how much could it matter to you if the next season you don't remember?
Well, Evan, a funny thing happens when you care in the moment. Life goes on after a year and you forget things that happen.
Yeah, it's true. Carlos Rodon started. That's halfway on me, too, though, because when you were complaining about it, if you're just tuning in earlier in the show, Sean was complaining that Will Warren is lined up to pitch the home opener, to which we were both like, it's not really a big deal. It doesn't matter who starts the home opener. I challenged him by saying, do you even remember who started the opener last year? And he said, yeah, it was true opening day. It was Max Fried. And none of us remembered that it wasn't Max Fried. It was Carlos Rodon.
Wow, how about that?
Yeah, how about that?
How about that? Now, if I told you, Evan, guess who started the opening day? You would have guessed Max Fried, right? Yeah, if I said they didn't start on the road, they started at home?
No, I probably would have, to your point. I'm not disagreeing that I wouldn't have thought of it, but it's just my point to you is it doesn't matter. So testing me is irrelevant.
We used to care about it. Now I don't know if we do.
Now that I think about it, If there's an indictment on Brian Cashman and Aaron Boone, this is going to be a third straight home opener where we're going Marcus Stroman, Carlos Rodon, and Will Warren. They have basically urinated all over the sanctity of
Why
opening
you've
day.
had Garrett Cole,
Come on,
Max Fried,
I mean,
etc. On the now, obviously Garrett's not available this year, but
it's
you got some aces that you're paying a lot of money.
It's your first time pulling up to the ballpark. It's like playing with your new toy. You don't play with the stocking stuffer first. You play with the toy. The toy is not Carlos Rodon, Marcus Stroman, or Will Warren. Starting opening day with Will Warren is like getting construction paper for Christmas. You know your parents just ran out of money.
It's just a home opener. It's just a home opener.
It really is.
It's the third series. It's all right.
Do you remember who started not only the season opener for the Mets last year, but their home opener?
Clay Holmes.
Clay Holmes started the season opener.
Mm-hmm.
And their home opener.
Yeah, who started the home opener? Because I actually do remember this. No,
was it Tyler McGill?
Tyler McGill.
Oh.
Tyler McGill has started like 3 different opening days for the Mets.
Right.
Which is, what does that tell you?
But Evan, when you don't have worthy candidates, a Tyler McGill starts.
I knew there was a dig coming.
Yeah.
I tell you,
he set you up for the last 10 minutes.
Both of these rotations have a chance to be really, really good. I mean, the more you think about it, like the Mets right from jump with Freddie Peralta, Nolan McClain, Clay Holmes, Kodai Senga, David Peterson, and then Sean Manaea as the sixth man. The Yankees, it's going to take a while just because obviously some of your best pitchers are not starting right away. But both rotations have a chance to be really good.
Yeah, and Manaea is going to piggyback one of the starters, but they don't know who.
Well, I know who.
Who?
Kodai Senga. Well, who do you think it's going to be? Let's use
know.
logic. Well, first of all,
because the last time he did it and was successful was Clay Holmes.
You're correct about that. Now, according to the RICO, I asked Mendy about this 3 weeks ago because this was my idea.
Yeah.
The Mets are finally listening to me.
Right. Except you kept calling it a tag team.
Well, it's a tag team.
Back again.
That's where Mendy didn't listen to me because in our little discussion, I said, by the way, I prefer tag team over. And he just laughed. He's like, okay.
Yeah, whatever.
He totally,
Piggyback.
he totally blew that one off and went piggyback. But he did confirm to me it will not involve Freddie Peralta and Nolan McClain. So we can eliminate those two guys.
Right.
So it's Clay Holmes,
David
Peterson.
Peterson.
Peterson makes less sense because it's two lefties.
Yep.
And so it's Clay Holmes or Kodai Senga.
And of the one guy you can not expect, but suspect he's going to get deep in a game, it's David Peterson.
Based on last year, you're right.
Right.
Because David Peterson did that.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it's just the uncertainty of Kodai Senga. But yeah, no, that's going to be his role, at least to begin the start of the season. We'll come back and get back to your calls, 888-808-1019. Plus, the great John Rothstein had an interesting tweet that's been criticized by many. We'll analyze it. Will Dylan Darling ever be forced to buy another beer in New York City? He says it will never happen again. We'll get into it coming up. It's Evan and Tiki until the Carton Show with Big Mac at 2.
I almost forgot his name already. And new windows and doors have been on your list? Don't wait. Windorama is offering up to 40% off your installation project when you purchase and install with them. We're talking major savings, top quality brands, and expert installation all at once. Upgrade your home and take advantage of savings. Visit Windorama.com or stop by one of their showrooms today. Windorama, your window and door specialist since 1977.
And this Fan Focus is sponsored by Chef IQ, precision cooking, effortless results, chefiq.com. A name to keep an eye on for not just the Giants, but the NFL again is, in fact, Odell Beckham Jr. Odell, 33 years old, flashed in the flag football round robin with Fanatics over the weekend. 6 catches for 33 yards in the championship game, and it had a highlight reel vintage one-handed touchdown catch leaping over defenders. He did play for John Harbaugh in Baltimore.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
Through 2 rounds of the NCAA tournament, it does feel like NIL has killed Cinderella, and the opening Thursday and Friday of the tournament won't be as fun moving forward as it's been in the past. And guess what? I'm cool with it. I don't need the mid-majors. I don't need FAU. I don't need San Diego State. I don't need Loyola of Chicago at the end of the tournament. Give me the big boys, and that's what we've got this year. I'm Nick Custos.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-4094. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com
or call 800-575-4094. That's 800-575-4094.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
During Lowe's Pro Savings Days, the job works in your favor. My Lowe's Pro Rewards members buy more and save more on materials they rely on every day. Get up to 25% off select molding when you spend $1,000 or more, and up to 25% off Pergo Evercraft laminate flooring. Put Pro Savings Days to work for you. Members get more at Lowe's. Valid through 3/27. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Visit the Pro Desk or Lowe's.com/terms for more details. Subject to change.
No! It's just a golf lesson, champ. Loosen up.
I can't. See that Hyundai Santa Fe?
Yeah.
I only paid to know.
Finish up on your own. I gotta run.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on the Hyundai Tucson, Tucson Hybrid, Santa Fe, or Santa Fe Hybrid. Now, during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Hurry. Offer ends March 31st. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
I'm Barry Colstein. I am a violin maker. Precision is part of my profession. 5 years ago, when I was diagnosed with prostate cancer, I chose CyberKnife. CyberKnife only hit the tissue that was affected by the cancer. Treatment was 5 days, virtually no side effects. I'm healthy, and I'm basically cured.
For an appointment, call NYU Langone's Perlmutter Cancer Center at 833-1-CYBER. That's 833-ONECYBR.
I'm a 100% kind of guy, so I got Verizon Fios. It's 100% fiber internet because I do everything at 100%.
What game should we watch?
100% of them.
She hits a
penalty kick
out of the park
from way downtown for a
beautiful shot onto the green.
You either have 100% fiber internet or you don't. Get Verizon Fios. It's super fast and reliable with ultra low lag. It's 100% or nothing. Call 1-833-VERIZON to switch today.
Go Teams!
Gold prices are soaring, and silver is near an all-time high. Get cash in your hands for your old jewelry by going to the Estates Roadshow. They're buying gold and silver, old rings, chains, even broken jewelry. Don't wait. Cash in while gold and silver are hot. The Estates Roadshow is happening Monday through Friday in Staten Island at the Hilton Garden Inn, or Friday through Tuesday at both TMT Cash for Gold locations in Old Bridge or Toms River. Follow Estates Roadshow on Facebook or visit tmtcashforgold.com.
I'm Tyler Kolek, and I got my Lincoln right here at Lincoln of Queens. Smooth ride, no hassle. They even delivered it right to my door. When it's time to save, it's time to go to Lincoln of Queens. It's the Lincoln Spring Sales Event, where you can lease a Lincoln Corsair for only $366 a month.
36-month lease requires $48.20 due at signing. Excludes tax, title, and MV fees. See dealer for details. Expires March 31st.
Lincoln of Queens, where Queens goes. Go New York, go New York, go.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
So I opened a restaurant and needed everything. Menus, signage, catering brochures.
Everything and then some.
I went to Staples. They printed it all and even suggested takeout menus.
One money pit with a side of fries.
But now at Staples, you get up to $125 off custom print orders.
$125 off. Now you're cooking. Brand your business in a big way at Staples.
That was easy.
Shop Staples in store, online, or in the app by 4/18 to unlock. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for details.
Hi, I'm Chef Franklin Becker. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. There's only one FDA-approved Ozempic made by Novo Nordisk. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5, 1, and 2 milligrams.
Our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Get connected with WFAN to talk about your favorite teams. The Fan on the Odyssey, iHeart, and TuneIn apps.
We got ourselves a very busy Monday here in New York City, the week where baseball returns, and we will obviously spend a lot more time on that over the next few days, making our grandiose predictions that we will save and check in on at the end of the season. Yankees start their season on Wednesday. Mets start their season on Thursday. We've talked some baseball, a lot of college basketball. We'll let off with that. If you want to rewind on the Odyssey app to 10 a.m., really going through how St. John's almost had an epic collapse. Like, they came very, very close to the discussion today, talking about a collapse more than a great victory. Two things real quick about that. Number one, I could not believe this stat. It's remarkable. You probably heard about it at some point yesterday. Rick Pitino and Bill Self are two legendary coaches. Yes. They are two of the all-time coaches when you talk about college basketball history. Rick Pitino has coached 1,231 college basketball games. Bill Self is literally 5 games behind him at 1,126. Well, I got my math wrong. 105 behind him.
Yeah, 105.
That's close. You ready for this? You know how many times they faced each other in their histories until yesterday? How many times, Bill?
3.
You're going with 3. All right. You got to guess.
I mean, it has to be small. Otherwise, you wouldn't bring it up.
See, I don't like when you play the game that way.
But it is true.
Like, you make a guess based on the fact that what if it's a lot? What if the answer is 102?
There's no way.
Okay. You're right. It's not 102.
I'm going to price this right. Tiki goes 3. I'm going to go 2.
One time. One time.
Meaning yesterday? Or
no, before that.
Oh, before.
When Rick coached
so Sean was right.
No, I wasn't including yesterday's game. I
was sure.
Prior to yesterday, how many? They had faced each other one time while Rick was at Iona. It was a Kansas-Iona game a half a decade ago. That's it. Is that not a remarkable stat?
Where was Self before Kansas?
Well, he was there for a while because remember,
I know he's been there forever now, but where was he before?
He replaced Roy Williams. Think about that. Roy Williams when he was at Kansas. Bill Self replaced him.
Was he not a head coach before Kansas?
No, he wasn't. He was working under Roy Williams, and he replaced him when he left to go to North Carolina.
Well, I guess that kind of makes sense. Well, no, it doesn't make sense.
Did. You know what? I'm wrong. He coached at Illinois. I correct he did replace Roy Williams. I got that part right. But it wasn't just a simple move up.
It wasn't an elevation.
He coached at Illinois for 3 years. Tulsa for 3 years, and Oral Roberts for 4 years.
Oh, interesting.
Oral Roberts always makes me laugh.
Religious school. My father is an ordained minister. He got his master's in theology from Oral Roberts University.
I apologize for laughing.
Yes.
Well, I was just laughing because my last name is Roberts.
Oh, got it.
And it's funny every time I hear another Roberts.
Yeah. Really? That's what you went with that?
Yeah, that's what made me laugh. It was nothing else. It was not about
like
the first
Dave,
name.
your cousin.
Yeah, Dave Roberts makes me chuckle. Dave Roberts. Can't believe he's managing the Dodgers. Things like that.
Family.
I laughed that it's one of 2 college baseball programs that are also toothpaste companies.
What's the other one?
Colgate. That one made me laugh. Yeah, so he was at Illinois in 2003, which is a million years ago. Tulsa, Oral Roberts. So over the course of all of those years, and he's been at Kansas for how many years has he been there? Since 2004. So you're talking 23 full seasons.
He's been there since Smarty Jones.
Yeah, it all comes full circle. And only faced Rick Pitino once. That's kind of crazy, especially like in the tournament. Think about the amount of times they were both in the tournament, and they never got matched up. One game, and it was relatively recent when Rick was at Iona.
That's what's kind of nuts, because you would think all those years at Kansas, they would have met at Rick's previous stops.
That's what I'm saying. Now let's get to John Rothstein, who we love. One of the great experts in college basketball, and really as passionate about college basketball as anybody you'll ever see. He tweeted something yesterday that's causing a lot of discussion around New York City, like kind of debating it a little bit. And that was the fact that Dylan Darling will never have to buy another drink in New York City because of what happened yesterday with his game winner. And it's caused many to say that's not true. Most people don't know who he is. It's not going to make any difference, which, like, I do think he's wrong, but I think he's mostly wrong because I don't know how much people would recognize Dylan Darling if he walked into a bar now.
It's a facial recognition thing. That's what it is. And so unless he leads with, "Hi, I'm Dylan Darling. I'm the one that was St. John's game winner against Kansas."
He'd have to introduce himself.
Yes, in the round of 32. And then even half of those people would be like, huh?
Yeah, I think the problem is...
You're just not going to recognize him.
You're not going to recognize him. And I don't know, and this is a fair question, like 10 years from now. And who knows what St. John's does over the next 10 years?
Yeah.
Who knows what they do this year? Like, do they beat Duke? Do they go on to win a championship? Where does it go? Is Dylan Darling a name that lives in New York history? Or is it just kind of a footnote?
I think they would need to get to the final for this to be lasting. And he would have to have another moment. Like a 30-point game or something like that helps him. Because if they lose in the next round, how many people are remembering?
Yeah, I think that's a very fair point, that where they go from here is a big deal.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, they got to the Sweet 16, and it's really cool.
Yeah, St. John fans are going to remember this forever. But if you're not how many diehard St. John fans are there?
Well, and also, I think to also make your mark in New York sports, like, it's got to be a really deep run. I mean, they still got a ways to go. They're not even halfway there.
Final Four minimum.
Yeah, I'd agree with you about that.
I would think he would need to have another game, and they need to get to the final. That would be my guess.
So the actual wording was Dylan Darling will never pay for a drink again in New York City for the rest of his life.
I mean,
that's John Rothstein.
we love John.
I love John.
What are we, Tiki?
Yeah, no.
Tiki, have you ever paid for a drink in New York City?
Yes.
Okay.
In fact, I pay for people's drinks in New York City.
Okay.
So you're saying if Tiki Barber doesn't get free drinks, then Dylan Darling ain't getting free drinks?
I don't know, man. You think, being the lead running back on a team who made the Super Bowl and all those Pro Bowls, maybe you're entitled to a free gin and tonic at some point?
I'll further this. Don't you think Eli Manning still pays for drinks?
Yes. Yes.
I mean, 2 Super Bowls.
Right.
Is he paying for drinks?
That's such an antiquated. It's almost like a idiom.
It's an idiom.
Honestly, it is, because it's so antiquated.
It is antiquated. Matter of fact, it should be he never has to pay for weed at a dispensary ever again.
Makes more sense.
If you know what he should have said, John, or should have tweeted, and does he have a blue check mark?
Yeah.
So he can edit.
Yeah.
Dylan, I'm forgetting. Darling. Will never pay for another drink in Queens.
Oh, but you even think that's true? He shows up to Citi Field at like $12.50. Give us the money.
Of course. No, he'll never have to pay for another order of chicken fingers in the cafeteria at St. John's again.
By the way, 2 minutes
He probably does it anyways.
That's true. 2 minutes after John Rothstein tweeted that about Dylan Darling, his next tweet was even more fascinating. Can I read it to you?
Hey, go ahead.
Has nothing to do with St. John's. We planned the birth of our first child so it didn't conflict with March Madness.
No way.
Yes. Yeah.
All right, honey.
Yeah.
Today's the day.
That's right.
Imagine marrying John Rothstein and going on his schedule for when he could procreate.
The best part of that tweet were the responses. The first response was, I once broke up with a girl whose... I'm sorry. I once broke up with a girl whose birthday was March 19th for the sole reason of March Madness.
My son's birthday is March 18th.
You'd have to tell him you got to change your birthday. The next response is, sounds like you're not sleeping in May. And then the third response was, I don't have a wife or kids, so I can just watch March Madness uninterrupted. We're not built the same way.
Right.
Almost like he's being taunted. You're really not for this because you got married and you have kids. I love John, though.
He's the best.
He loves college basketball and this tournament as much as I know anybody loves anything individually. Like, as much as I love the Mets, I do the Rico. Oh, Evan loves the Mets. I don't think I love the Mets as much as I love or John loves college basketball.
Nobody loves anything. We don't love our wives as much as he loves college basketball.
No, and here's the proof. I have 2 beautiful sons. They were both born in September. If I wasn't as effective, and let's say it happened a month later, they're born in October. So I wasn't exactly planning out my kids' births around October baseball or October football.
Wait, Jet and Spence are September babies?
They're both September babies.
Wow.
September 11 and September 30. If I missed, September 30.
Right.
And by the way,
that's close.
He was due on like October 12th. He came early. Which,
well,
don't.
All the
no, hold on. Stop it right there. What were you going to say? Like father, like son?
It's already been said. We're done. We've moved on.
Okay.
Right.
Just want to make sure. Richie's in Queens. What's up, Richie?
Rothstein, I'm not shocked at that, guys. He thinks everybody loves basketball, so that's his world, and, most guys
Love it. I respect it.
Casual fans will remember that. But a couple of things, guys. Ev, you might be right. 64 next week. And also, you guys open a can of worms, man, with BT.
I know.
Gio.
I feel like I started a campfire.
I don't know if you covered it, but that was pretty ugly. I didn't expect that.
Yeah, I feel
real quick.
I feel wholly responsible, so I apologize to everybody. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, I don't know, but you didn't pursue it. Like
Yeah, I
you
started
brought it
everything.
up there. But a couple of things, real quick. The Netflix deal. Jameis Winston, he played baseball. Who cares? And Barry Bonds, he's my guy. He's gonna be interesting. I mean, it's not my biggest. I was always had an issue with him, but the St. John's games, guys. I don't know if it was touched on. I cannot remember the last time, Tiki, that there were 2 fouls left. They had 2 team fouls.
That was strange. And I guess, look, a part of it, I think Richie may be sort of similar. I watch a lot of NBA, and so obviously that doesn't happen in the NBA. So it was very, very weird. But, yeah, there were 2 team fouls committed by Kansas going into the final 14 seconds of the game, which is odd. As far as Jameis Winston and Barry Bonds is concerned, because I heard Craig talking about this on Friday, it bothered him that Jameis Winston was on the pregame show. Who watches pregame shows? Right. And I don't mean to insult anybody.
And it's not like he's hosting the whole thing. He's there as a guest.
And be honest with me. I can't wait for Wednesday. It's awesome. It's opening day. My scorebook's going to be out, even if it's the Yankees. I score Yankee games. You know that. I feel like I have to re-explain that every freaking year, but I do. I love baseball. Cannot wait to opening day. All right? I don't think I'm going to watch a second of the pregame show. Are you? Are you, Tiki Barber?
I'm definitely not.
Definitely not. Sean Morash, it's your team. Are you?
So in this case, by default, at least a half an hour's worth.
What?
Just because you have to?
Dude, it's opening day. I will get anxiety if I'm missing pitches. I still don't trust the Netflix technology.
Okay.
So I want to get it set up, settled in. Now, it doesn't mean I'm going to be totally sitting on the couch, but the background chatter, I will hear it. Yes.
I just don't understand ever getting upset about pregame shows. Like, it's the greatest thing in the world. You don't have to watch it.
Right. It's just the entertainment before the meaningful sporting event happens.
Yeah.
It's not. There's nothing behind it. They have random people on all the time.
And Barry Bonds, who I don't want to say I'm a huge fan of. I want to phrase it differently. I admire what he did on a baseball field, and I find him to be a fascinating figure. I think he's just fascinating. He was such a jerk. I'm fascinated by that. He's one of the greatest players of all time. I'm fascinated by that. And Barry Bonds went on the, what was it? What was he on? Oh, the A-Rod Michael K cast from years ago. I think they canceled that. I don't even know if they have that anymore. Well, obviously they don't because ESPN doesn't even have Sunday Night Baseball. Right. But Bonds I could be remembering this wrong, but I think Bonds was on with A-Rod. And I needed to listen. I'm just curious what he was going to say about the Hall of Fame, about steroids. Like, does he address it?
Right.
And I'm over that now. Like, until Barry Bonds comes on our show, I'm no longer interested in what Bonds is going to say because I don't think he's going to say anything.
No, because he doesn't really.
No, I know. And I'm not blaming anybody because I guess it's not the time and place to bring it up.
I couldn't tell you what kind of insight he provides when he talks baseball.
He's very smart.
Oh, I know he is.
Like, he's so
but I can't hear it. Like, I can't hear him saying something profound baseball-wise because you just don't hear it. You don't hear it all the time.
He's very rarely around.
Right.
I tell you the Barry Bonds story?
No.
I was working at XM Satellite Radio back in 2002, and there was an engineer there who played minor league baseball. Never made it to the pros, but he was in camp. I forget if it was with the Giants or the Pirates. And he says, I'll never forget the day Barry Bonds showed up. He shows up to camp, and he tells this story that he comes in on a golf cart, rides up, tells all the young minor leaguers, get out of the way, boys. I won't be here long. I'm taking 3 swings. And they're all in awe. Here's Barry Bonds. The first swing is a home run to left field. The second swing is a home run to center field. The third swing is a home run to right field. He drops the bat and says, get back to work. I'm done. And he drives off. That's the stuff of, like, legends.
Yeah, of course.
That's Babe Ruth stuff.
Of course. But, I mean, he's also getting grooved 70-mile-an-hour meatballs.
You really going to minimize this?
Yes.
I also don't believe the story.
Oh, you think it's made up?
I think it's over-exaggerated. I have no doubt he hit a homer to left, center, and right. I highly doubt it was on the first 3 pitches.
It's one of those stories I choose to believe. Like, it was said with such passion by this guy that, like, who was I to say it wasn't true? I'm not as skeptical as you are. If someone tells me something, I take it at face value. So he said that's what happened. What am I going to tell him he's a liar?
Okay, so the Jets tell you Woody Johnson doesn't meddle.
It's something else. I have an answer to that, by the way. If you give me a reason to not believe you, I won't believe you. If you don't give me a reason not to believe you, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt.
Until the Jets have given you many reasons not to believe.
The Jets have given me many reasons.
The New York Jets suck.
To not believe anything they say. this engineer at XM Satellite was a great dude. He never gave me a reason to believe he was going to lie. So that's your difference. So I like your smart-ass comment, but I clearly had a response.
You did. Good for you.
Thank you. Michael in Plainview. Hey, Michael.
Hey, guys. Thank you for taking my call. First, I just want to tell you, I got back from Port St. Lucie and caught a game at Clover Park, and I saw Sal Licata up in the booth, and I waved hello. He said hi. So
nice.
He's perfect gentleman.
I hope it's okay, but Sal is coming on. Hold on. Sal's coming on the Rico tomorrow. If that's okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Of course it's okay.
Yeah, we're going to be talking Met baseball. But, yeah, I know he was down there last week and met Jerry Seinfeld, which is crazy. All right, anyhow, what's the rest of your point? Sorry.
Oh, I should have told that story.
Okay, no problem. Listen, it's your show. You can interrupt me anytime.
Okay.
I hate to see anybody get hurt, but when Tapman went down with the meniscus, it just opened up everything for Brett Beatty, who's one of my favorite guys, and Benji, and it cleared up the whole logjam they had in the outfield. And I think now they're going to get some at-bats, and we're going to see what these guys are going to do. So I'm really, like I said, I don't want to see anybody get hurt, but I think it's addition by subtraction.
I disagree. I disagree with you only because I think that Mike Tauchman had a really solid role as a fourth or fifth outfielder who can hit left-handed pitching. I think your Brett Beatty guy, he's going to get to play.
Now he has to.
I think he was going to play before that. Right. I think he was going to get a lot of time at first base because even Mendy said the other day he thinks Polanco's going to DH a lot. So who's playing first base? Right. I think it's going to end up being a lot of Brett Beatty. So I don't think this injury really opens up. I don't think it opens up necessarily significantly more at-bats for Brett Beatty or Carson Bench because I think they were going to have big roles either way.
Right. And he earned it.
No doubt.
Bench did. Now, Brady's been here for a minute, but Beatty's been here for a minute. But Carson Bench earned his right to be in the outfield.
Long-term prediction. I think I did this on the Rico. I'm going to do it here right now at 1:19 p.m. on March 23rd.
How many games?
No. How many games what?
Does Bench play?
No. I don't know.
120.
Okay. Who plays the most innings at first base for the New York
Brett
Mets?
Beatty.
You going Brett Beatty?
Brett Beatty.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you. You going to make it a clean sweep there, Sean?
Am I missing something?
Jorge Polanco.
I mean, Polanco.
No.
He was signed here.
I understand that,
theory.
but in the fantasy world that I spent, collectively 4 hours on yesterday, 5 hours.
Yep.
He's still listed as a second and third baseman.
Well, no, that's because those are the positions he played last year. Once he
that.
plays, I think 5 games at first base and 5 games in the outfield, he'll be listed at both.
I couldn't in good conscience take him.
Okay, now I'm going to finish the sentence that you jumped me on and assumed what I was going to say.
Tiki jumped you, not me.
No, if it's you. I was going to say, am I missing something as to why we wouldn't think it's Polanco since that was what he was signed here to do?
Yeah, because they've talked about DHing him. He's had an injury history.
I know.
And I think Beatty's such a good athlete that once he looks like a competent first baseman, which he sort of has in spring training, I think he becomes the guy. I think it just becomes his job. And Polanco's the DH.
I'm going Polanco.
Okay.
For the sake of being different.
That's fine. I wrote it down.
No Vientos.
I mean, you could use him. I mean, he could very well get hot and be the guy he was in 2024.
Vientos feels like the most forgotten New York baseball player, period.
Because he was 1 for 35 until 2 days ago.
That's including the WBC. He was bad. He's just been bad.
Yeah. He was just terrible. We'll get back to your calls. Plus, we'll play a new game with Cam Skataboo called Joke or Not a Joke. We'll find out if what Cam Skataboo said over the weekend was actually a joke. And the way we're going to do it is we're actually going to listen to Cam Skataboo. Not just going to read what he said. You'll hear it, and I think we can all decide, was he joking or was he not joking? We'll get to it coming up. Plus, 888-808-1019. Total Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is expanding across Long Island, New York City, and New Jersey with new locations opening in Comac, Babylon, and West Orange. Expert care is closer than ever. Their top-rated doctors treat everything from everyday injuries to complex orthopedic conditions. Whether you're on your journey, they are there to help you move forward. They are the experts at getting you back to being you. Visit TotalOrthoSportsMed.com to schedule your appointment today or call 855-321-ORTHO.
This portion of the program was sponsored by Amazon Hub Delivery. It was also sponsored by your local Mazda dealer.
Hey, business owners, it's Tiki Barber. Are you looking to earn extra money? Of course you are. When your business partners with Amazon Hub Delivery, you simply drop off packages to Amazon customers in your neighborhood. Get started at Amazon.com/Hub Delivery.
The all-new 2026 Mazda CX-5 is designed to give you balance of style, advanced technology, and craftsmanship in a family-friendly SUV that delivers exceptional value. Get more with the all-new 2026 Mazda CX-5, the smart choice. Visit your local Mazda dealer or MazdaUSA.com.
Get the latest on the Giants and Jets on WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, and Odyssey Sports Station.
I'm Pat Boyle, here to help you beat the Bulls from Westwood One Sports. The Red Hot Lakers head to Detroit to take on the Pistons tonight, and I think the win streak for the Lake Show hits double digits. The Pistons are without superstar Cade Cunningham with the collapsed lung, and though they're 6-2 without him this year, their offensive rating drops more than 10 points. Simply put, I don't believe in the Pistons long-term without Cade. Not tonight against Luka and the Lakers playing their best ball of the season. Lakers are a short favorite. I'm taking them. I'm Pat Boyle. Bet smarter and beat the books. Download the BetMGM app today.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Aetna has been my lifesaver. Easy to understand, and if not, customer service is always there to help.
Those words from a real Aetna Medicare Advantage member speak to why U.S. News & World Report named us a Best Medicare Advantage company. Because we show up with care management that ensures doctors work together on complicated conditions. We show up with the latest in online tools to make healthcare easier to use anytime. We show up for you, because that's how healthier happens together. Member feedback has been edited for length and clarity.
It's a fact. Town Fair Tire is the area's largest name brand discount tire dealer. It's a fact. Town Fair Tire sells Toyo tires for the guaranteed lowest price. Plus, Town Fair gives you more free services than any other tire dealer for the life of your Toyo tires. So, if you're looking for Toyo tires, nobody beats a Town Fair Tire deal. Nobody. And that, my friends, is a fact.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Life is motion, but for Jaime, debilitating pain in both hips brought everything, including family time, to a halt.
Every doctor told me the same thing. They would do one hip at a time.
At White Plains Hospital, Dr. Jacob Totka's unique expertise provided an alternate approach by replacing both of Jaime's hips on the same day.
In just 2 hours, I got 2 new hips, and I went home that day.
White Plains Hospital, among the best hospitals anywhere that just so happens to be here. A member of the Montefiore Health System.
Recently, our company's softball team lost the big game by 1 run. Then Dale tried to console us with the quote, "Winning isn't everything." Dale's a loser. I play to win, like early payout from Bet365. If my team goes up big, I get paid out instantly, even if they blow the lead later. Sound familiar, Dale? Bet365. Winning is everything. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in New Jersey. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
IKEA presents Keep It or Let It Go.
I stood out in the rain for 10 hours for these sneakers. I called in sick to get them, and then I actually got sick. Now I won't even wear them if there's a chance of rain. How ironic and sad. But still, how could I get rid of something I treat better than myself?
With the PAX wardrobe from IKEA, you can proudly display your sneakers. And with delivery and assembly, you don't even have to leave your home. So don't sell anything you love. Store it instead. Shop bedroom storage at ikea.us/bedroom storage. Dream the possibilities.
The Declaration of Deals sales event and Ram Truck Month are happening now at Ramsey Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. This is the time to save on all new Jeep and Ram trucks. Ramsey Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram, home of exceptional people, exceptional deals.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell is the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. If you or someone you care about is facing a family law issue, let us set up a 1-hour Cordell Consult. The Cordell Consult is a meeting with a local attorney who will give you clear guidance about your options, whether it's a separation, a postnuptial agreement, divorce, or custody. CordellCordell.com.
866-323-7529, 250 Pele, Saddlebrook. Diana Magala, licensed in New York and New Jersey. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only.
Baseball is back. Opening night is one exclusive game, and it's live on Netflix. On Wednesday, March 25th, the New York Yankees, led by 7-time All-Star Aaron Judge, head to the Bay Area to face Rafael Devers and the San Francisco Giants. A brand new way to watch Major League Baseball. and it all starts here. MLB opening night, Yankees vs. Giants, live on Netflix, Wednesday, March 25th at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
The smartest way to spend your money is not to. Straight Talk offers free 5G phones for new and existing customers on Verizon's 5G network. So the refund money I don't spend on that free phone is the refund money I get to keep for my family. Smart.
Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Taxes and fees apply. Plan purchase required for free phone offers. Copyright 2026 Verizon.
I'm a 100% kind of guy, so I got Verizon Fios. It's 100% fiber internet because I do everything at 100%.
What game should we watch?
100% of them.
She hits a
Penalty kick.
out of the park!
From way downtown for a beautiful shot onto the green.
You either have 100% fiber internet or you don't. Get Verizon Fios. It's super fast and reliable with ultra low lag. It's 100% or nothing. Call 1-833-VERIZON to switch today.
MSC Cruises feel so stylish and European. Let's espresso and gelato.
Espresso and gelato? Those aren't verbs.
Yeah, on MSC Cruises they are.
Oh, well, in that case, I'm into the American stuff. Let's coffee and soft serve.
Sounds like a plan. Maybe later we can chaise lounge and espadrille?
I think you mean pool chair and flip-flop.
For a limited time, get up to 35% off cruises, plus kids sail free. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
Hi, this is John Starks. At John Starks Kia, we don't play games. No gimmicks, no tricks, no hidden fees, no surprises, and no money down. Lease a new 26 Kia Sportage for just $299 a month with zero due at signing. Or get 0% APR up to 48 months. What we say is what it is, period. See you at John Starks Kia in Queens.
36-month lease excludes tax, title, and MV fees. No security deposit required. 10,000 miles per year. Must finance through Kia Finance America. $20.83 per month per 1,000 finance. Upon approved credit on select models. Expires March 31st.
This is Aaron Boone. Yankees opening day is just 2 days away. On your home for Bronx Bombers baseball. WFAN, New York.
This Fan Focus is sponsored by Chef IQ, precision cooking, effortless results, chefiq.com. Enjoy one of the quieter sports nights before baseball takes full focus. The Nets are in Portland tonight at 10 p.m. Game can be heard here on the Fan. The Rangers, inexplicably the only NHL game on the schedule for some stupid reason, will host the Senators at 7:30 p.m.
Yeah, I noticed that. That was weird. I don't know why the Rangers are the sole NHL game going on tonight. Very odd.
And they'll honor Mika Zibanejad at the Garden.
Is that what they're doing? So before I play you this clip from the Bring the Juice podcast with Cam Skataboo, I'm going to go backwards. I'm going to read Cam's apology on Twitter, and then we're going to hear what he actually said, and I think in a very fair way, all of us will determine, was he joking or not? Right. Simple as that. So here's what Cam tweeted yesterday, or I guess it was Saturday night. He wrote, I recently did an interview and had a lapse in judgment, which resulted in me making a tasteless joke about CTE and asthma. It was never my intention to downplay the seriousness of head injuries or asthma. I sincerely apologize to anyone that was offended by my remarks, and I assure you that I'll be more mindful and respectful going forward. Much love. So that apology stems from this comment, which I hope was edited. Good luck, John. This comment that was made on the Bring the Juice podcast. Basically, I set it up. Cam was saying how he forgot something. I forget what the story was. It wasn't really important, but basically, he's in the midst of telling a story how he forgot about something.
I don't remember, but don't remember much. Could be the reason why I don't remember. You think CTE is a real thing? No, I don't think so either. It's an excuse. I think asthma's an excuse too. Yeah. Is that a hot take? No, that's a good take. That's valid? Yes, asthma's.
Okay, there you go. Cut it off at that point. So before I give my opinion, your thoughts, was he joking or was...
No, he's not joking. That sounds ignorant.
Okay.
Especially with asthma.
Yeah.
Asthma it's been proven. CTE you can joke with because there's really no way, unless if someone passes away posthumously, determine whether or not someone has CTE. Right. So you can joke and be like, yeah, I just don't remember because I got CTE. Ha, 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 ha. Funny on me. But... asthma?
Now, I do want to add this context to the asthma joke. Becky Skataboo, Cam's mom, also went on social media and said if only people knew how many times Cam had to, quote, run and get mom's inhaler, they'd realize the sarcasm. You'll never make everyone happy, and you'll never say all the right things, and people are bound to spin something sooner or later in a direction it was never intended to go.
Yeah, so why do we don't, I mean, ultimately, I don't care, but we don't know that your mom had asthma and you had to run and get her inhaler.
So you're saying based on the way it sounded, that was ignorance, that was not him joking?
It's just an ignorant statement. Doesn't mean he's ignorant. He just made a bad joke.
Okay.
Or was trying to make a bad joke.
Okay. Sean Morash.
It sounded more ignorant than joking to me, but I also think it's okay. It's not the biggest deal in the world.
Right.
He's not a
ultimately,
scientist.
I don't care.
Yeah. I think that's what I think the outrage about it bothered me more than anything.
The 100%, Sean.
I said to you guys last week, and I guess it continues, that something happened where I'm like the giant defender.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was clearly joking. Like 100%. Can I tell you why? Why I think that? I'll tell you why. He was literally answering the podcaster's comment.
Yeah.
And so in a rush to try to be funny, he agreed with him on both counts.
Right.
He didn't say on his own.
Well, no, he brought up asthma.
No. Play it again. I think the podcaster did, and in both cases, Skataboo was saying, "Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I agree with you."
I think asthma's an excuse too. Yeah. Is that a hot take? I think asthma's an
I
excuse
can't tell the
too.
difference.
Yeah, you know what?
That's the problem.
I'm pretty sure it was Cam agreeing with the podcaster.
How did he find a podcast that sounds exactly like him?
I know.
But I think that's an example of, he's forcing to try to be funny, which we all do at times.
Yeah.
And sometimes it falls flat. I think he's on with this podcaster, and like the guy says to him, "Hey, is CTE real?" So instead of being like, "No, of course it's real. Shut up. Like, this is serious." He's on a podcast. He's like, "Yeah, no, it's fake. It's an excuse." I think he was 1,000% joking. And I didn't know that till I listened to it, to be perfectly honest with you. But hearing that it was the guy who brought it up, in my opinion, on both accounts, because it does sound like the second time was him, I understand you think, of course, it's ignorant if he really means it. I can't dispute that. But I think that's Cam just trying to be funny.
Right.
Again, if you have spent the year kind of laughing and enjoying who Cam Skataboo is and laughing when he's ramming his head through stuff, I don't think you have a leg to stand on if you're going to be outraged that whether he was ignorant or joking.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Is there real outrage about this?
Social media is a cesspool, as you know, and there was like this big, like, can you believe he said this? Like, yeah, I can believe whether he's joking or not, because it's exactly who he is. Like, he's a football player that just rams his head. Like, he's like a He-Man.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm not looking for him for the scientific breakdown.
Yeah, the outrage question is a tough one. I don't know how many people were outraged. I think you're always going to find a few people that are. But it was more, he's the one who went out and apologized. Right. He didn't have to. I mean, a lot of times people say stuff, they never apologize. Right. So once he apologizes, he amplified it. And to me, I wanted to play the game of, is he joking or not?
It's like one of those comments where you hear it, and if you're near him or with him, you say, "You're an idiot," and then just go on to the next thing. That's all it is.
I'll tell you what this
It's nothing more than that.
It's more than that in this regard. I'll tell you what this whole episode proves. Just stick with me on this, Tiki. It clearly proves, without a shadow of a doubt, they got to draft Jeremiah Love.
Oh, stop.
They got to do it.
You're great. You're insane.
They got to do it.
I'm not doing it. Todd McShay did a whole breakdown apparently about this morning.
Did he?
Yeah, that it's real and this is where he expects it.
What's real?
Well, people have caught on to the idea.
What are you talking about?
The Titan stuff is not real.
Okay, the Titan stuff.
Enough
is not
people
real.
are saying that the Jeremiah Love to the Giants, that's where you first start looking for Jeremiah Love. Where everybody jumped last week at the Titan stuff.
Wait, so the Titan stuff
the
isn't
Titans
real.
are just because you're seeing people put them in their mocks.
Exactly. And I guess that now a lot of people, whatever. Let's just say everybody that's involved with the draft seems to say when they're talking to the Titans, you're getting no.
What does that have to do with the Giants?
That he would be there. People are suspecting because he's going to be there at 5.
But see, that's the issue, though. Is it now? If the Titans are going to take Jeremiah Love, you think they're telling everybody?
Exactly.
So
exactly.
So, Tiki, I unearthed some audio
Yeah.
that I have on my phone right now.
Go ahead.
And this has everything to do with Jeremiah Love, and it has everything to do with Sean Morash. If you prefer, would you rather me not play the uncovered audio?
No, play it.
Okay.
Well, hold on now. I don't going to say.
I have uncovered the audio of why Sean has such issues with the Jeremiah Love thing.
Oh,
I went back into
interesting.
I went back in the archives.
Oh, so this was on our show.
No, it was not. It was on the show of a wonderful radio host who I have great respect for by the name of Damon Amendolara.
This is DA.
DA, my guy, DA.
You can't go back in my life in the
Excuse
past.
me?
No. Everything that I've said on this show with you is fair game. You can't go back to a past life.
This is from...
Yeah, we can. Because at one point, I got to bring up the diary that I read of Sean's.
Oh, really?
It was called the Fat Journal back then, Tiki.
Yes.
Let me ask you this. If I reached out to DA and said, hey, question, because it's only up to you, can I play old audio from your show, giving you the proper credit here on WFAN that involves Sean Morash, do you think he'd say no?
He'd say yes, but you're not going to do that. I'm telling you no.
Keep my microphone on.
I'm going to lower right
now.
now.
No. By the way, it's nothing bad.
It's an indication of why you're anti-Jeremiah Love.
This was the day after the New York Giants drafted Saquon Barkley, and this was Sean's over-the-top reaction.
As a fan base, I know the Giants have won 2 Super Bowls recently. By the way, not so recent anymore. But this is now insufferable. They hire a fossil as a general manager who may not be alive in 10 years, so he's drafted for the next 3 years. I'm sorry, Dave. I know you're old. But ridiculous. This is ridiculous. We don't deserve this as fans. Saquon Barkley, a star. We ain't running a fantasy football team. I don't care if he wears a gold jacket. I want to win some damn Super Bowls. And that's not how you do it. And now the Jets got Sam Darnold, and the New York landscape is flipped forever. The Jets finally get lucky. The Giants do something so foolish, so stupid. And then this idiot Gettleman and I'll end this on this. Jonathan Stewart, he doesn't care about length of time for running backs who have shorter lifespans because Jonathan Stewart hasn't lost anything in 10 years. Jonathan Stewart hasn't been good since 2012, and he signed Jonathan Stewart, so if he hasn't lost anything, then why are we drafting Barkley at number 2 as a fan?
There you go. That's what's caused this emotional damage.
You were mostly right. It didn't help the Giants win a Super Bowl, but Sam Darnold as the flipper of the fortunes for the New York Jets.
Yeah, that was something.
But I was all over Darnold being a Super Bowl winning quarterback. I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Good point. Wrong franchise.
But that is why you're so damaged every time I bring up Jeremiah Love. So was that bad, Sean?
It wasn't that bad.
It wasn't that bad, but it... Yeah.
What?
It's what you are. It's what you always say
You're
anyway.
consistent on this.
I know, I am. I guess it's just like you keep saying the Saquon Barkley derangement syndrome, right? Is that what you keep calling it?
Well, kind of, but okay.
And I guess my point would be, wouldn't that clip just prove... It wasn't like Saquon's career happened. I had this take. I felt this way going in. So it had nothing to do with Saquon derangement syndrome. It had to do with this has been my take on running backs forever.
No, and your opinion is the same. Hence why I think playing that clip, even from a former show, you're the same guy.
Right, it's fine.
Of course
I actually admire how consistent you are about this.
Thank you.
But that's where your brain is. It's why you can't accept this, even discussions about Love because of this is how he reacted when they drafted Saquon. So I ask you this. The day of the draft, because I think we may be doing a special, or the day after, do you think your meltdown will be as bad or the same or less if they draft Love this time as compared to your rant on Barkley?
I mean, I don't want to call a shot if it doesn't live up to the hype, but I would be even more disappointed because it's like looking at a kid that always behaves and then gets in trouble. I expect more from John Harbaugh than to make this mistake.
I got you.
I have higher expectations.
Okay. Let's get back to your calls. 888-808-1019, the number. Scott's in Westchester. Hey, Scott.
Hey, good afternoon, guys. How we doing?
All's well.
Good, man.
So before I get to my Yankee and Netflix point, let me personally thank you guys for inspiring me to create my own podcast. It's
nice.
Not as successful as the Rico or Talking Giants, but it takes time. But I just wanted to quickly thank you guys.
Good for you. Good luck, man.
Thank you. For Netflix, I'm looking forward to the Yankee game. My only downside is when I use Netflix, especially for Monday Night Raw, there's like at least 10,000 commercials and ads. And let's say there's like a CM Punk comes out for a match, and then they cut the commercial break, and the match is like halfway done. So hopefully they don't do that this time.
I don't think they'll do that for baseball.
I haven't noticed that, but that's an interesting point that maybe the commercials, because they do give you a certain amount of commercials, even if you're on DVR.
Yeah.
It's like one of the negatives. Like when I was on DVR and I would DVR Raw, I could skip all the commercials, no problem. But when you watch Netflix late and you try to skip, they give you like 5 minutes of commercials.
Right.
So, yeah, I wonder if that does affect you watching it live. It's a very good point. Interesting point.
I hope that doesn't happen, but we'll see.
Yeah.
For the Yankees, I think the four-man rotation is plain stupid. I feel it's more prone to have more injuries, especially on short rest. If this was the postseason, that makes sense. But during opening week, it's just dumb. And with guys like Oswaldo Cabrera, Dominguez, and possibly Luis Gil going to AAA, at this point, the AAA Scranton team is going to win the title before the Yankee Major League team.
Well, I'll tell you, the Scranton team is loaded. I mean, when you look at the rotation,
that's true.
When you look at Jason Dominguez and Spencer Jones, That's a damn good team, but that's also a good spot to be in because you're a deep team. And I think you got to go.
Look, the 4-man thing is only for the opening weekend. So
It is. Like Luis Gil is just starting the year, it extended spring training. You get to play with an extra roster spot, which is nice. So instead of, because remember, there are rules on how many pitchers you can carry. The most you can carry is 13. So if you have 5 starters, it's 8 bullpen guys. If you only have 4 guys in your rotation, to get to 13, you've got 9 relievers, right? So you have a deeper bullpen. So you can kind of play with it a little bit over the first week or so of the season, which is exactly what they're doing with Luis Gil. The grander question is LaGrenier, Jones, and Dominguez. What do they have to do to get to the majors? Because right now, in essence, they're blocked.
Yeah. LaGrenier feels like it's going to be an injury thing. If somebody gets hurt and they have to bring him up, that's because this was the whole conversation we were having about Chamberlain last 2 weeks ago, whenever it was.
Jabba.
Do you throw him into the bullpen if you really want him up and you want to get him experience? But then he's a starter and you project him as a starter, so let him be a starter. That's why he's in AAA. It's where he should be. So the only way he's coming up is if somebody's unavailable.
Right.
For an extended period of time.
And what about Dominguez and Spencer Jones? I mean, it's kind of the same thing. Like one of the outfielders has to get hurt. Or I guess Trent Grisham could be terrible, and the Yankees would have to make the uncomfortable decision to bench a guy making $22 million a year.
Who's the 4th outfielder?
Right now?
Yeah.
What's his name? Randall Grichuk.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Remember,
and Ahmed Rosario plays the outfield.
I almost forgot about it.
Yeah.
They're starting Oswaldo Cabrera in AAA.
They are. Yeah. Ahmed Rosario could play the outfield, also play third base. Randall Grichuk's making the team. He hits left-handers.
Mm-hmm.
The thing, I got to take it out. All right. I don't voluntarily do it, but I have to. And I'm talking to you, Sean, so no game here, being respectful. Go all the way back to the beginning of the offseason. I was a proponent of giving Trent Grisham the qualifying offer because my thought was, hey, it's a win-win. Like, if you lose him, great, you get a draft pick. If you don't, it's a one-year deal. And I was convinced, and I said this multiple times, I didn't pull the audio, I apologize, but you could trust me, that I don't think Grisham coming back should affect and will affect Jason Dominguez's playing time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm obviously wrong.
Of course.
And knowing what I know now about the way the Yankees are handling this roster, they clearly shouldn't have made him the QO.
Yep.
I admit that. I mean, how could I deny that anymore?
How much of it is just Jason Dominguez not being ready for it?
He had a good spring, and he's hitting lefties better, so I don't buy it. I know he misjudged the fly ball in the sun the other day, but is that really why he's not in the major leagues? Is that the reason? Or is the reason he's being blocked?
Well, and this the next part of this is, let's say Grisham, Bellinger, even Judge, Stanton, somebody gets hurt. If Dominguez is the first one up, isn't just another year Spencer Jones further being blocked too?
Well, they both are.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, one's going to come up. It's going to take 2 injuries, which we hope don't happen, to
Of
get
course
both
not.
up.
No, nobody wants injuries,
It's
but
crazy.
yeah.
And I'm not saying that everybody has to play and that these guys are going to be successful, but it also goes back to the last couple of years when they were knocking on the door. These guys were also untouchable in trades. And they didn't do enough the last couple of years to beef their team up at the deadline.
And I wonder with Dominguez, who 2 years ago probably had as much value as anybody, how much value does he have right now? I mean, he's still young. Don't get me wrong. He's still a young player, but like, I don't know. It feels like the shine is off a little bit. So I admit it when I'm wrong. Right. Clearly, the way things are shaping up, because the other thing I made a grand prediction on, and I could still be right, so I'm certainly not giving up on it, is that Dominguez will end up playing more than Trent Grisham. And that clearly could still happen. I mean, Trent sucks, gets hurt, lots of scenarios.
He's not old. He's 30. So.
But he's also had a career where he hasn't been consistently good.
No, you're right. But as a fielder, he has been, even though he took
I'm talking about as a hitter, though.
Last year. He had a career year as a hitter last year.
What if he doesn't this year?
But it was a contract year, and so it's kind of the same thing. It's a contract year.
The issue is, and we've seen it with Aaron Hicks, go down the line of all these Yankees that have struggled. How much struggle will it actually take for Brian Cashman to basically admit he made a mistake with Grisham and set him down, if he does struggle?
But I think the other part of this, which we're discounting, is that for a team that has all of these expectations to get in and win a World Series, you need veteran. You got to have some veterans. You can't.
But you also rely. Need young players to step up.
You absolutely do. But certain positions require a veteran, at least in their minds, a veteran presence. And I think the outfield is one. It's run prevention. The Mets say this all the time. It's consistency at hitting. It's not, I don't know how I'm going to address this, how I'm going to hit lefties or whatever the heck the situation may be. You don't know that answer.
Yeah, but Tiki, you know how I would have solved this? And this is, again, where I'm wrong. This is where I differ from Brian Cashman. I think they're screwing this up. Dominguez should have been on this team. And Trent Grisham should not play every single day. If he goes out and has the same kind of year as last year, obviously playing time will be awarded due to success. But I would have had Dominguez on this team. There was a way for him to get at-bats. He plays left field. Cody moves to center. We know Cody's fine in center field. There may be even a day where you stick him over at first base. You never know. Where Ben Rice is catching, not playing, or DHing. Like, there were ways, in my opinion, for Dominguez to be on this team and play. And I genuinely thought that, which is why I argued with Sean and others that I didn't think giving him the qualifying offer was a horrible thing. Because I thought there was a way where you could play these guys. And they're choosing not to do it. I disagree with them.
You know what? I think we got in Boone's head.
What?
I think when we called Aaron Boone out about sitting Dominguez when he was hot, he didn't want to make that mistake, and he had us in his head.
Shut up, Tubby.
This protects against that.
So because I proved
it definitely
Aaron
does protect against it because now he can't sit him.
So because I proved Aaron Boone wrong when he claimed he was playing Dominguez more than he actually was, you think the decision was, let's keep him in the minor leagues?
I should stick you in a locker, geek.
They won't pay attention to him. They can't say we're not playing him if he's physically not here.
That's quite a theory.
I mean, it's true.
We know that he listened.
It's true.
Clearly.
It's a fact what
No,
you're saying,
he
but I don't think it was actually taken into consideration.
Yeah, I told you. So when I went down to spring training, we talked about it again, not on mic because it's a Met podcast. And he's like, well, you know, there's context to all that. And I said, but in fairness, Aaron, you said he didn't do it. You went after Sean that it's not true. I was there not to give you context, but to show you were technically wrong.
Right.
Like, and he's like, well, even 8 times, that's not a lot. And I said, well, you know what's interesting? Tiki didn't think it was a lot. Sean did. So it's up to interpretation on how often. And really the question in this whole debate was, how often did he sit Jason Dominguez off a 2-hit game?
Well, I think
that was really what this was about.
I think the bigger question is, was he conscious of it? Was he consciously doing it? Or was this just kind of, this is my feel? And he just happened to do it because that's just, he's inclined to feel that way.
What do you think it was?
I think it was just on a feel. I don't think he was consciously sitting him because he had 2-hit games and didn't want him to be elevated to becoming a star.
I do have to play you something. You guys are aware of Doug B on social media, Doug Lust. He is an incredibly talented guy who creates parody songs to every Knicks game.
Yeah.
So like
he's great.
He's an incredible talent. We've played some of his songs on the air because I think it's so good. So Doug Lust, after every Knick game, win or lose, will take a famous, usually rock song, I think pretty much a rock song, and will write a song in relation to the game around that song. After the Knicks beat the Nets on Friday, I mean, chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. So I added it a little bit just to get right to the crux of it.
Okay.
So ladies and gentlemen, maybe one of my favorites, Doug Lust, Doug B, with his Knicks parody song around beating the Nets on Friday night.
On a Nets, take a ride, beat Brooklyn 14 straight times, beat Brooklyn 14 straight times.
I gotta tell you, and trust me, it bothers me that they beat Brooklyn 14 straight times.
That's great.
But that was unbelievable. On the Nets tank I ride. That was amazing. Sean, come on, give him some props, man.
It was really good. The original song was Wanted, Dead or Alive.
Yeah, I'm aware of that.
Oh, I didn't know.
You know who did that song?
John Bon Jovi.
There you go.
Famous Patriot fan.
Yeah, I know. Sell out of the Giant fan.
Yeah. Nah, it's a good song, though.
Great song, great little parody.
What movie was it in?
He was in a movie?
Wasn't it?
I mean, I'm sure it's been in a bunch of movies.
Definitely has been, and now I could picture it.
Young Guns?
Was it?
I don't know.
I mean, don't you think a song like that was probably in like many movies?
I would think.
That would be my guess. Let's finish with your phone calls. We appreciate it. 888-808-1019. Chris in Bayshore. Hey, Chris.
Yeah, hey, guys. How we doing?
Good, man. What's up?
Nothing. First of all, I got to, my Bayshore friend, Shawnee, I got to correct him. He's mixing up his pretty redheads. It wasn't Kate Mara in Trouble with the Curve. It was Amy Adams.
Good call, Chris.
Yeah,
Right.
just gave us an excuse to talk about Kate Mara, apparently.
There you go. But no, she was in other great movies too. With I don't know, with Wahlberg. She was great in that movie, Wahlberg. But anyway, I got to ask you, as a Met guy yourself, not really so much me, but this is about as excited as I've been about a Met pitching staff in forever. I don't know if you agree. What do you think?
Hold on one second. You're going to explain to me what he said, and I'm going to tell you that my wife just sent me a Ring camera video. I think it's a ghost.
What?
I got nothing but she just said, "Can you explain this to me?" That's all she writes to me.
By the way, it's Blaze of Glory in Young Guns.
There you go.
Not wanted dead or alive.
And I'm not going to tweet this out because it shows like the front of my house. I don't necessarily want to do that. But there's a ghost flying around my house. Well, I'll play it for you one more time, and then I guess I'll answer the guy's question. All right, so you're looking out my window, and look at this. Look at that. Look at that light. It just stops, and it starts moving. And it starts flying through the air like it's Batman. What is that? What is that, Teak?
I think that is a bug.
Oh, a bug?
On your... Because it's in night vision or whatever.
Yeah.
It's a bug that's just so close that it's distorted in the camera. So the camera's looking at depth, so it's looking out into the street because you can see the cars clearly.
Right.
And so cameras can't focus on both. They're either focusing deep or they're focusing tight.
Oh.
And so since it's focusing deep, that bug looks smeared or whatever. It's a bug on the camera.
It's a bug. All right, I wrote my wife because she's concerned.
Yeah, it's a bug on
What was his question? Was something about the Mets?
Who knows? You just brought up a ghost. You think we remember the question?
Yeah.
You don't remember the question?
Don't remember the question.
Wait, ghost forkball?
It was not about Senga.
It was about Senga?
It was about the Met pitching staff?
Maybe that was the ghost of the 2025 Met pitching problems, and they are past us now. As the season
I like that. All right, my wife feels better. She wrote, okay, hopefully Tiki's right. I mean, jeez. Hopefully Tiki's right. My God. Anyhow, if you missed any of today's show, you could rewind it on the free Odyssey app. You could always consume the entire show on the WFAN YouTube page. Coming up next, Craig Carton, Chris Big Mac McMonigal, who did a great job on picks last night, also joined me on a special Rico Brugna. He's all over the place. He's coming up with Craig next. We will talk to you tomorrow at 10 a.m.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
The Oregon football team of college basketball. That is what Gonzaga is. After falling to number 11 Texas on Saturday, Gonzaga has proven once again why they are always